Come on in. Justin, come on in. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
How y'all doing?
All right.
how are you?
Good.
Good, good.
Yeah, we're back today, January 6th. I'm here. Um, Shovo X and Justin Brown. Then you know your girl, Glory Me. We are here. Got a lot to talk about. We're not gonna make it as long as last time because wow, that was
2 hours. Two.
2 hours.
2
To
hours
11, 11, 12.
for real. 2 hours. 2 hours. How was your weekend? I'll start with you, Shovo.
Uh, Working. So it's pretty good. Um, did some overtime, so more money for my landlord. Yay.
All right. I know that's I work too. What about you, Justin?
I just relaxed this weekend. Chilled, did laundry, cleaned the house,
Yeah,
uh, did grocery shopping today, cooked. I just ate dinner, just relaxing.
a steak dinner. That sounds fancy.
Well, it was steak, but like with ramen noodles and eggs, though.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, so it was good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So I I want to bring up the topic. I'm like stressing about the whole Kamala buying the elections because honestly, I don't know if you was
Yeah.
like me, but I was part of a community that we was just like that shit ain't happening. That shit's not happening. You couldn't tell us anything. Um, there was just a lot of like stuff that happened that was just very iffy. Can you guys hear me by the way? Because I'm trying something
It's
new.
like,
I can
like
hear. I
muffled
can
in
hear.
and out.
I
Muffling?
can hear you. Let me turn the
Yeah.
volume up.
What about now?
Like I hear you, but it's almost like I don't know if it's because it's through the wire or something like that, but it's like muffled.
Muffling? That's not gonna work. I was hoping. All right, I'm just gonna have to just play it regular background noise. What about now?
Yeah.
Much better. Much better. Yeah, it's
Oh
much
shit.
better.
Uh,
Oh no, she's frozen. Oh no.
all right, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
we can hear
Loud
you.
and clear.
Oh my
Yes.
god, is
Better.
that bad?
Much better.
Damn.
Not
Yeah.
bad, but you ever had those conversations where you're walking down the street and you hear the wind chopping
Yeah.
in? That's what
It's
it kind of
that.
sounded like. So it sounded like, hey guys, what's going on? How was your weekend?
Damn. And that's supposed to help clarify it. It made it worse. See?
Mm.
Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm still trying to get this down packed. Technical difficulties. I have no idea what I'm doing. Dude,
That's all
this
good.
like is like iffy back and forth too. I'm like, it's just better off just talking on the regular than going back and watching the footage and the whole time my audio was messed up. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
welcome everybody who's coming into the chat.
Yeah.
We're gonna be nice today.
Is uh
Yeah, I'm only
is
gonna start with me
is
today. I'll tell you right
Keem,
now.
is Keem allowed on this one or no? Is he taking a timeout?
Listen, if he comes on, I'm just not talking to him. Like I said,
Okay. I
I'm
think when he
gonna
comes on, we should just like dial it down a little bit.
I'm
You know,
yeah, I'm gonna just mute.
I plan on dialing him down
Yeah,
a
I'm
little,
just
just
gonna
a
mute
little
myself.
bit.
I mean, at the end of the day, we just listen.
Exactly.
I understand we don't agree on every single thing, but just
All
just
right, here's the
listen.
thing though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. With someone like him though, we can listen to him, but we gotta call like it's just not, it's he's spewing nonsense.
Exactly.
Like I mean, when he's not spewing nonsense, we can listen to we can like validate him.
Like
But when he
I
is spewing nonsense, we don't. We gotta call it. At least
I
I
just
am. I don't
don't
know
like
about you.
I don't like the
I don't
personal
care. I don't give a
attack.
fuck. It's the personal attack. It's that. It's just he's saying things with nothing to him, and this makes everyone look bad.
Yeah.
You know, and
Is I
apparently,
wouldn't say.
a lot of
I
people
would
listen
say
to him,
okay.
so we want to kind of like we got to make sure that we counter what he's saying, especially because there's people listening to him.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say what he's saying is nothing. It's just he's very passionate, and I understand some of what he's passionate about might trigger,
Mm-hmm.
It's
but
not about
don't.
being triggered. It's not triggered when he's saying. I'm trying to remember now. It was a lot the other night. He was just saying like this hateful rhetoric, like even about women. Like it's just
Well,
He kept
that
throwing.
that
He kept throwing jabs
it's
at
just
my
we can't have
Kenya.
that. Yeah,
yeah, that's when things went left. I can see how that, and we had our own private conversations and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
but
But
there's
I
a
don't
lot
like it
of
when
there's a lot of
things.
things.
Yeah,
He
it's
does
just
say he says good things once in a while, but there's some times when he comes in so hot, just saying ridiculousness that's just like harmful. And on
I'll
top
be
of
right
that,
back, guys.
what he's saying isn't constructive. So not only is he saying some stuff, he's not saying anything constructive. And if you pay attention, if you ask him what he means, he doesn't say anything because he means nothing. He's just looking for a moment, looking for something. We're gonna call that out, especially if
well,
he's on.
well. This is where we need to stay more on topic. You know what I mean? Like I forget that we talk about a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
like the whole Democratic Party and voting and everything like that. There is truth on both sides, but I don't want it to seem like it comes out, oh, well, if you don't understand, then you're dumb. Or if you can't see where I'm coming from, then you're unintelligent. That's when things get, it's like, all right. It's like,
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying.
most of the time when I'm quiet, it's not just to be polite. So
You're
I don't
listening.
understand a lot of the stuff that you guys talk about, but I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you know what I mean? That's when it's like, all right, let me listen. Let me chime in to something I can talk about, and then let me
Yeah.
shut the fuck up and listen.
Well, no, the back and forth is important. The back and forth is good. Like
Yeah,
Back
like
and forth?
when he comes on here and we have like a back and forth, if it has some, it just can't get too off the
Yeah,
rails.
yeah,
yeah.
But
That's what the dialogue thing
it's
is.
entertaining. There's something that comes from it. It can be constructive, but
Yeah,
sometimes it just gets too personal. When it gets too personal, I think that's where it gets really
yeah.
bad.
And I feel
yeah,
like he's
Like
purposely
you know,
targeting me the most. You know,
100%. I mean, that's another thing. Like
yeah.
he's targeting Mimi like with
hella hard.
ridiculousness.
And it's like
You know,
it's taking away from this. The whole idea of doing this is taking away from that. I didn't come on here to be a reality show starting drama. I really wanted to like have dialogue with people
this
from
ain't
different
Piers
backgrounds.
Morgan.
Hmm?
I said this ain't
This ain't
Piers
Piers
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah, like like how did they treat Piers Morgan? Like, damn, Piers Morgan's like, I guess he claims he's a liberal, but he's a super MAGA. He's a super Republican, and he'll bring on liberals to go back and forth, just saying nonsense to them. And
Yeah,
even when
while
people
saying
make
he's a liberal.
valid points, what
While saying he's a liberal.
he says he's a liberal. Yeah, I
While he's
never knew that.
sucking Trump's dick
Yeah,
and like
Trump.
condemning bullshit. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
Go ahead. So I'm just gonna let y'all lead today. I'm really just like I said, the certification. Oh, but I don't know. Now there's people saying that the two people kind of have like a resolution objection. So for some reason it's continuing tomorrow. So I don't know. Something might come up
Yeah.
tomorrow, but I'm not getting my hopes up no more. I'm just ready to face this Trump world head on.
Well,
And
we survived 4 years. We'll survive another
it's
four
that's
years.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
because
not
it's not
stressing out too much because we've been through this before. We've been through the bullshit before. So it's like, listen, keep to your own, stay focused, clear your debt, fix your credit, and just keep it pushing. So it's like,
So let's get into that. That's a good segue to one of the things I
yeah,
want to say.
all right.
So I want to talk about like how Trump is he's getting sentenced, quote
Oh,
unquote,
from,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's okay.
I got a screenshot. I got a screenshot of one of the things he was saying on his Truth Social.
What?
Um, I'm banned from Truth Social, so they won't let me on there. But I found something.
You should
Um,
have been out there anyway.
I was trolling. I like to fuck with him. Um, all right. So he says there has never been a president who was so evilly and illegally treated as I. Corrupt Democrat judges and prosecutors have gone against political opponent of president at levels of injustice I've never seen before. Corrupt judges or judges are so blindly by their hatred by me, he can't even like type, in my political ideology to make America great again. They are making a mockery of the United States judicial system, and the world is watching in disgust. The range Jack Sniff, he's calling people out, the evil and sinister prosecutor appointed by crooked Joe Biden to take me down, was found illegally appointed by the DOJ and FBI, and all his many charges against me were dropped and dismissed. His illegal raid of my home, Mar-a-Lago, will go down as one of the dirtiest tricks ever perpetrated by one candidate. A dumb as a rock, sleepy Joe Biden on another. With all of this, I still have the confidence that appellate courts will bring justice to America. Now, what do you think?
That was his statement about him being sentenced?
Yeah, he's saying like, so here's what I'm getting from it. He's saying to the people who follow him, you know, they're making a mockery that he's upset because he did illegal things and he got caught.
Yeah.
And he's blaming all the raids all on Joe Biden, while at the same time calling him dumb as a rock.
I just gotta say,
and sleepy.
No disrespect.
So it's like, so
that's his truth. That's his truth. So
I mean, this is someone who's got is going to be our president for 4 years. That someone's going to
time out. He's going to be the president. He's not our president. He's going to be the president
for America.
He ain't my president.
When I say my president or our president, I'm talking about United States.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like when someone stops you. Okay, check this out though. If someone stops you on the road and it's like, "Who's our president?" What are you gonna say?
Nobody.
Kamala Harris.
What are you gonna say? Okay, you can say Kamala Harris. However, you'll sound like the dumb motherfucking maggots when Trump lost. You don't want that. You don't want that.
I don't go. You know what they want? They want me to have to acknowledge him as my president, and I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna actually troll their asses and buy Kamala hoodies the whole 4 years.
Okay.
I'm gonna troll their asses really hard.
Just keep stirring the pot. Just keep stirring the pot.
For real.
Yeah. That's what you want to do.
With a smile. And besides, there's more Kamalas out here than there are Trump, and they're all idiots. Please.
Yeah.
They do not scare me, not even one bit. So yeah, it's gonna be a good 4 years of trolling, and I will keep talking shit. And every time he does something crazy, I'm gonna be calling their asses out because that's y'all voted for this, right? Where y'all asses? Every time something goes wrong, they hiding. They hide. You see how like they never have a picture on their profile. They always got burner pages. Now they're on Blue Sky. Like, what? You guys don't like your own company? Like, why are y'all bothering us for? Like, go back on fucking X. Why are you guys you don't like each other?
See, I don't even use Twitter. I don't use Twitter. None of that shit.
I only have Twitter, so no one else has my username. So.
And that's just because like I'm not into like just talking to random people that I don't know about bullshit.
What,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I feel Twitter is just like, I don't know. And then Elon Musk owns it now. I didn't like it before. I definitely don't like it now.
Oh, it's X now, right?
It's X now, yeah. Whatever it's called. Whatever it's called. I never got into that shit.
I used to have one. I never went on it. Like I never got into that. I like Thread.
And people just talk.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Thread. Every time I go on Thread, there's like some shit about like, I don't know, like just spam. Like
they be going
OnlyFans models.
Really hard.
All
Like
this
it's definitely Democrats on Thread. Like whenever like news breaks, Thread.
It's on Thread.
Thread's above that. Yeah. But I feel like people are still going to keep Blue Sky open because Mark Zuckerberg owns Thread, and he's already kissing Trump's, ass. And I don't know, why is everybody giving him $1 million for his inauguration? Jeff Bezos giving $1 million. Mark Zuckerberg giving him $1 million.
I'll dial it back. Why were they asking for donations when they were running? Like both of them have money. Why were they asking for donations when they were both running? They have the money.
You mean like their personal money?
No, like all these ads about we need help, donate to the campaign and blah blah blah. It's like You made it this far without donations, and now you're asking the people after we had a pandemic for money. It's
well,
like
they that's actually a normal thing. It's called a PAC, a political something. What's the A stand for? Political activating campaign. But it's always been there. But the
All
thing
right.
is, those PACs means like you have a government bank account, and you have to file whoever gives you money into that bank account. So everything has to be put in there into the PAC, and that's what they use to campaign on and to pay everybody that's working for them, to pay them to travel the country, pay for hotels, pay for the rallies. It's expensive. That's why the person that gets the most endorsements ends up winning, because you get your word out more. And Trump had Elon, the richest
All right.
freaking
All
person
right.
in the world, and then he got X spewing all this fake lies. I mean, it was. I feel so bad for Kamala. I really do.
All right. You want to hear something that's going to trigger
What?
you?
oh,
All right. So speaking of which, like people's like, if you want to dive into the people's like motives, specifically Elon Musk's motive would be, um, since the election, no, he put in $277 million. Million.
That's crazy.
That's how much he put into the election.
That's crazy.
He is now, since the election happened and Trump has been elected, he has made more than $200 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is making $4 billion per day on average.
That's
Since
crazy. And he
so
got the
when
nerve to
people
tell us that we don't deserve Social Security or health
correct.
care, and he makes
So keep
like
that in
billions a
mind
day.
when you see like him say something that seems like, I don't know, whether he's talking about hiring people, illegals, not illegals, whatever his response is.
Yeah.
His motive was money, and I'm sure he's not gonna pay any taxes on that money he just earned
And,
since
and the
Trump's
only reason
election.
why he wants access to the government is to oversee his companies, which is SpaceX, Tesla's.
That too.
He doesn't want any oversight. He doesn't want nobody. You know how you got to get your car inspected, and if
yeah.
it fails, you can't have it on the road.
Yeah.
He doesn't want his companies to have to go over those inspections, and that's why he got all these cars going up all over in these streets. And you know what he's doing is he's trying to get rid of the reports altogether.
Yeah.
That is so dangerous. And now we got Batman, who pretty much controls the government.
Yeah.
Some
But he
scary
put in 277 million, made 200 billion. That's a flip. That's a crazy flip.
and he bought Twitter for $44 billion. And now
Now they
it
should.
makes sense. He bought it for this
Oh
reason.
yeah.
He bought it to control the
Yeah.
narrative.
Correct. And he's blocking people who are
Mm-hmm.
just even
Anybody that
saying anything critical about him or
yeah.
Trump. It's wild, and that's what they were saying before. Like when they would spew hate speech or misinformation,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of companies were like, "Hey, we don't want you to say this misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you to say this hate speech. It goes against our terms of service,
Mm-hmm.
as it should, for multiple reasons." They would get banned or suspended,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would cry like, "Oh, you're controlling
Mm-hmm.
what we say, blah blah blah." But he's over here just spewing propaganda, and people are just like calling it out. And then all of a sudden now he's just like, "Oh, you're banned. You're banned."
Yeah, you can't call
You
him out.
know,
He was
that's
his
that's dictatorship.
own
That's called
AI
dictatorship.
on his platform snitched on him. Grok, the AI that's connected to Twitter. A guy went in there and asked who's the biggest source of misinformation, and he gave a whole freaking outline of why it's Elon who's the biggest spreader of misinformation.
Oh,
So that's why
he has
I
been,
really,
yes.
huh?
That's why he bought Twitter.
And that was only worth $9 billion. How do you go from it being worth $44 billion to $9 billion? He don't care. He it did what it had to do. He got Trump across the line with all the lies, and now
Yeah.
his Trump supporters are gonna have to find out the hard way that they were all bamboozled. Shoot.
Well,
Now, do
it's
you
a
think they will? Do you
corporation.
think they will? Do you think they will? You think Trump supporters down the road, like maybe like 2-3 years from now, let's say 2 years from now, will go, "Hey, assuming that we're right,
Nah,
You think
It's gonna be
the hardcore ones that are locked in, no,
you don't think
they'll
they will?
never, they'll
Yeah,
never.
they won't.
no,
They
but
won't.
the hardcore.
They
The
won't.
thing about the hardcore one is that there's not that many. Like, there's not that
See,
many.
that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to who voted, yes, but like in terms of like hardcore, I think he has one of the most hardcore. I mean, no, I know he has one of the most hardcore fan bases
Yeah. All he
for
got.
any
Oh,
president, any political
Yeah.
person, any politician ever. Like Trump has the he's what they did was they took well, what they did. I mean, what Trump did was he was a celebrity, a power hungry celebrity who was like, hey, listen, what can I do? I'm bored. I'm a billionaire. Blah blah blah. All right, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna learn for president. And if you remember how he started, his presidential run started by him criticizing Barack Obama,
Saying he was
saying that
yeah.
Barack
for years.
Obama was not a citizen,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's how it started. And then he probably saw that. He said that just because he's a racist and he was just looking for attention, like
Mm-hmm.
celebrities do.
Mhm.
And he probably saw like that, and a bunch of analysts were like, "Hey, look how many people are listening to what you're saying." So then that turned into a presidential run. And then
Mhm.
Yep.
he has probably a bunch of statistics saying like this is what people don't like. This is what people do like. This is what people don't like. I mean, obviously, the whole push to build a wall was one of the biggest things that he ran on back in the day.
Where's this
Which
wall? We were promised the wall. Where is this wall?
It was
it
never.
doesn't
He
exist.
tried to say
It
Mexico was
doesn't
going to pay
exist.
for
It
it.
doesn't
Mexico was
exist.
like, we are not paying for that.
Where
It
is this
doesn't
wall?
It's
exist.
never. It's never coming. And that's the thing about the whole immigration thing. Like all he did was complain about it, and he had 4 years to do something about it, and he didn't do nothing besides separate children with parents. And I think they said over 1,500 families have still never been back together. Like, how do you separate children from their parents, and then all these years later they still haven't found their parents? And now he wants to roll that back. That is so ignorant. But yet he didn't do nothing to control the border. Biden and Kamala have did way more to control the border since they've been in office, and they're not even the ones that's been running on that issue. Which he's just the irony, the hypocrisy. I just can't with these
Yeah,
morons. Like if you just
it's
knew the facts, like it's so easy to debunk these MAGAs, but you can't tell them nothing. They're gonna ride by him no matter what. And
yeah.
I'm just like,
Because
I
deep down they don't care. They don't care. They like that someone's gonna be able to that has that energy
they just love his
like
great.
there are a lot okay, so there's some truth in immigration. There's some things wrong with immigration. But even the
Mhm.
truth is kind of like, all right, well this country I just keep going back to the fact that this country was created off immigration, you
Mm-hmm.
know, actually conquering, so I don't really care. And then so many people have migrated from all history, from Italians to Irish to all these different
Chinese,
nationalities. Yeah, have
everything. Yep.
all came over here and helped create this country. That's what this country is.
Exactly.
Now, I do think when you have issues with the economy and people are just going to go, oh, they're worried about the illegals. You know what I mean? When there's issues with money and stuff, the first thing they're going to do is like, these people are taking money. These people are doing this.
Which makes no
Mm-hmm.
And
sense
that's and that's
because it's like,
and there's some truth to it, but it's not that serious. It's not that straightforward, and it's not that simple. So he is going to go, okay, they feel like this, I'm going to run on that. So hence, he's in a debate. The Haitians are eating them dogs. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Like, and people don't care to look into it and find out the truth. And let's say in some alternate universe, the Haitians were eating the dogs. So, it's not good. The local government and
it's
state can deal with that.
it's a
But
hot button topic. It's a
yeah,
trigger.
it's
It's like,
just
oh, you see,
so
another
if
reason
you're
why we hate. Another reason
and,
why we gotta hate immigrants.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
so in any other president pulled that shit during an election debate,
no,
nothing would have happened. Like
Mm-hmm.
people, he would have been laughed at. He would have been. It would have been a shit show. But because he is who he is and he does who he does, and his base, going back to how his base is so big, it resonated and hit harder than normal.
the thing
So what was you gonna say?
I don't get to. Oh yeah, the thing I don't get to. They're complaining that immigrants are taking the jobs that you don't want, the jobs that you don't even do. That's one thing I don't understand.
They're
It's
taking the
like,
black jobs, the nigga jobs.
what are the black jobs? It's like,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
it's a hot button. It's a hot button. Oh wait, what? I'm already poor enough as it is. I don't want no immigrants taking my black job. Oh yeah, it's like there are no black jobs.
I hate when he said that just sounds racist. Like, what do you mean there are no
Of
black jobs?
course,
That's why
because they're gonna focus on that. Like, oh wait, I'm black. That means he's gonna take my job. You've never called your job a black job,
bro,
ever.
ignorant.
So
They don't want
it's like,
us to have the white jobs where predominantly all white people are there and there's one token black guy. They want us to stay out of that room and keep us in McDonald's, keep us in Walmart. That's what they think black jobs are.
yeah, which
And
boy,
Pretty much.
and my thing too is like a lot of these so-called illegal immigrants. Like if you watch some of these documentaries and stuff, they're like risking their lives to come to America. I'm just saying, like, if you're willing to do all that, basically face death to come to America, just let them come in and don't make it so difficult. Like, oh, you have to answer who are the first 15 presidents of America, or some stupid question that a normal American would never even know.
I don't know.
And they're seeking asylum, which is why a lot of them don't need to have green cards or visas. Asylum means you're as a refugee, like you're running away from crime. Like if you go back, you might get killed. So that's all they have to do is say they're seeking asylum and that it's dangerous to go back. And then by law, the country can't send those people back because it's dangerous and that's inhumane. He doesn't get that. He just doesn't get that. And now he's talking about mass deportation. He's already backtracked on that, saying that actually it's going to be way harder. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
No, he can't. He can't do that.
It would cost like over
like resources. Yeah,
bankrupt the country.
Guess what? You won't get your DoorDash.
Exactly.
There'll be riots in the street.
Exactly. I'm gonna just be laughing. Honestly, like I got my passport. I went and got my passport after like a week after the election. I went and filed for my passport. I was like, really? Hell no. Yeah, because hey, shit hits the fan. I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be out. I don't know, but if I don't have my passport, what if he does martial law and locks down the country?
Well, Canada's right there, so. Oh, Canada.
Oh, in Canada, he's been insulting Canada, talking about Canada's the 51st state. And he's been bullying Canada.
To be honest, Puerto Rico should become a state because at this rate, it's like, yo.
I really wish become a state, yeah.
Yeah.
And Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I think
Puerto Rico should become a state. Yeah.
Talking about tariffs. Now they want to put tariffs on us. We're going to be in some serious crap if these tariffs come through. Mexico already said, you put tariffs on us, we're going to put tariffs on you. And
guess what? Let them. Because all this is going to do is reflect how bad of a president he is in the general public. Not his base, but the general public will be able to see that.
Exactly.
Simple. We'll struggle. Maybe not me as much, but like certain people will struggle.
Yeah.
Certain things. But I just paid like $9 for eggs today. $9.
$9.
Where are you shopping? Where are you shopping?
I mean,
where are you shopping?
Stop and Shop.
Oh, well, that's where you messed up.
Eggs. My mom works for merchandising, and she had to call me during work and said, "Don't buy eggs today." I was like, "Why?" She was like, "They've been taken off the shelf because of bird flu."
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah. So
we've been through this already.
It's like I just feel like every time Trump comes, some crazy ass virus comes. I don't know what's going on, man. He's just full of negativity.
Anytime.
No, don't say that. Don't blame it on Trump.
No, it's just anytime the American politics get heated,
everything just follows him.
They just want to distract your attention to something else. Anytime politics get heated, where you start questioning the government, hey, over here, hey, over there, hey, this, and it's like, remember a while ago, Ebola was the big thing. People were freaking out.
Yep, that was during Obama.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I wasn't freaking out over that. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
Obama handled it pretty good though, because it never got out of control like that. Obama even said like we came up with the perfect emergency preparedness package because of Ebola, and we handed it to Trump. just in case, because we knew that a pandemic is very possible. And he pretty much just threw the whole plan out the window and just never used it when COVID came. It was just so like irresponsible of Trump to do that. Like Obama had everything. You didn't even have to do nothing. Just follow the procedure that they made before you. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna be like trying to like talk about politics with Trump because I hate that dude. I really hate that dude. And like now I have no other choice but to like have to keep mentioning his freaking name for another
Yeah.
4
You don't
years.
have to. We just survive. Let's survive the next 4 years. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
I feel like he's getting more unhinged though as time goes by.
yeah. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's too old.
Listen, once you get to the point where people are breaking into Capitol buildings, I think that's a huge sign of something really bad to come. I mean,
Yeah,
that's like that was a huge sign for me to be like, what the fuck?
well,
yeah.
Like I already was like at the point where it was like, all right, he's not president anymore. I didn't feel like because I just knew the vibe was the vibe. Like no one liked him as a president back. If you go back, very few people liked him. Not just besides like the racist, Trump's MAGA hardcores, whatever. Generalized, most people. It was like Trump was like a dirty word. You know what I mean? That was a bad vibe. You know, especially
the
if you
orange
go
man.
to corporate areas too. And then, so obviously I wasn't shocked. But then when the insurrection happened, I was like, fuck.
But here's
You
the
know,
thing: what people are forgetting, the reason why January 6th happened is because those people felt like their freedoms and liberties were being trampled on.
correct.
You know what I mean?
They were
So,
so
yeah, the problem is technically we should have been the ones doing that, but would have been a massacre had we
of course.
done that.
We can't do nothing. We can't act like
But we have every
Yeah,
right to
but
do what they did.
the
exactly.
problem they felt okay. Here's the key difference in that. This is a very important difference. Is that the difference is when they felt that way, because they were directed to feel that way. If Trump was like, "Yo, we lost. You know, we gave it all. I'm gonna try to run again. Let's go again, 2024." That never would have happened. You know, if Kamala was like, "Yo, fuck this shit. Let's go fuck." They took it from us. They stole it. Go up there. Like, you know, then someone did that shit. That would be one thing, but that never would happen. So it's not so much people thought their identity. I mean, their freedoms were stolen. They thought their freedoms were stolen because someone told them they were stolen.
Exactly. And he
That's what's dangerous. Just like the Nazis did what they did because someone told them to do.
Exactly.
It's just not good. It's not good in history. It's not good for this country based on democracy. It's just not good in general. And then that paired with the disinformation and then the hate and like there's a whole bad things you can say about Democrats, sure, but these are what's gonna like kind of like turn it to where it's like getting out of control. And I think, unfortunately, so when Trump's term is over, I don't think he's gonna lose control that easily. I think that there's gonna be loyalists that then follow in the same footsteps behind him. I think starting with JD Vance, who's just everything I've seen, he's a horrible human being with all of his rhetoric. And I think that's why it's important that we really do kind of like speak out and like say what's going on. Because now it's turning in from like it just as a country, it's just not good. Like I'm shocked that was allowed. Honestly, I'm just shocked. You know, and people can.
He tried
Yeah,
to.
this is
He
crazy.
didn't care that those people were trying to kill his vice president. They were trying to hang vice.
Yeah, they'll even turn on their own political party.
Yeah,
They turned
like
on Mike Pence.
how was he even allowed back near the office?
For just doing whatever. People didn't like Mike Pence, and who knows what Mike Pence heard on behind the scenes that we don't even see.
For real.
Like there had to be some other stuff behind the scenes that we don't even know, and that's why circling back to why it's important to vote and kind of like look into it. Like I think the first step would be as a like, and we can't just limit it to Black people. It needs to be everyone, especially Black people, but like especially us. But it needs to be everyone because we need to like show them what's really going on and kind of break through. Try to our hardest to break some people off of the disinformation that's going on, essentially, because it's really bad and it's just going to get worse because all he is just getting loyalists. He's literally getting an army.
Mm-hmm.
He took control of all the Senate, everything. A lot of huge people that are making decisions are appointed by Trump and are Republican parties
Yeah.
appointed by Trump.
Even
So
the media is being controlled by Trump now too. Like we already know Fox News is fake, but you know CNN used to be credible and not no more shit. Now they're being told to shut up and not talk about Trump in a bad manner no more. So they're walking a fine line. ABC had to pay him like $15 million. It's like the media has been captured by right wing, and that's dangerous.
most of the media is controlled by a small group anyway. So
yeah, that's true.
what do you expect?
But
Not to
I don't watch media. I don't watch the
not
news.
to
Other
this
people do.
extent. He's intimidating all the legacy medias that if you say anything out of line, I will take you to court. And even if I don't win, I'm gonna make an example out of you and make you spend millions of dollars on your lawyers just to be coming in and out of the courtroom, just to make an example out of you. So that way it'll shut everybody up. And he already did it with ABC. They settled immediately, and everybody's like, "Why did you do that? Like, you could have definitely easily won that."
Disney,
ABC didn't even want.
where are you?
Huh?
Trump beat
So
Disney.
You can say a lot of bad things about Disney, and there's so much things you can say about Disney. You know, especially all that bullshit they pulled about the people who died in their park.
Oh yeah.
But they're not. At least they're not falling to that shit yet. At least
Oh, boy.
Disney's not like, I don't really like Disney that much, but at least they're not like full MAGA or MAGA at all. They're not MAGA whatsoever.
They did give him the
You know,
$15 million though. ABC is owned by Disney.
Owned by Disney. Yep.
still they're still not as a whole. They're still not fully rolling
Like
there.
it was like really like what about all that don't say gay law and all that stuff that was happening in Florida? Disney did not like DeSantis and Trump at all.
DeSantis is disgusting.
Yeah, he needs to go. I don't know how he keeps winning. Like I'm really scared about the next election. I don't even think we're gonna have another election. I'm scared. I'm sorry, yo, but that's been our biggest fear over here. Is like we're like if he could rig this and win, that's all you got to do is rig it, and nobody's gonna question nothing because there were so many questionable things that should have been at least objective. Never mind a recount, at least objective. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You're saying not one person, all because they just don't want to look like the MAGAs 4 years ago. Like that's really more important. Now I'm talking to a lot of like Dems. They're like, we're not giving you guys no more money. Like I donate to the Democrats every month. I give them like $20.
Why?
To help with their campaign. That's what you do. Like you just
No, they have no, you know, they have $1 billion donors. Maybe they're not as crazy as Elon Musk, but they have multiple $1 billion donors.
But compared
Actually, there's certain
compared to Elon, they kind of need it, you know.
Yeah.
So
no,
they're the only ones
actually, there was actually donors who are like super frustrated where that money went and why the election wasn't won and how the election on the Democrats did what they did. Like, I mean, we still need to criticize the Democrats for the bullshit they pull. Because if you don't criticize them, they will never learn. But they fumbled this election. I mean, starting off with someone who's not clearly there mentally, that people don't like. Even if you're like, hey, he did a lot of good things, because he did, but like people just don't like him. And a bad taste was put in a lot of people's mouths on the amount of money he was sending to other countries. Even though he did help in inflation.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, there's just too much, there's too much sketchy shit that he was doing that, based on his own connections in Ukraine, his own connections with XYZ. I'm not going to get into it right now, but because that's going to start.
No, we should get it. Because I could just look it up, so that way we can have all the facts on the video. Like we don't gotta like be.
Look up Hunter Biden. Look up Hunter Biden.
Oh, Hunter Biden.
Oh, his son, right?
Oh, I thought you was talking about Biden himself.
I mean,
that is Biden himself.
No, Joe Biden, the president.
Yeah, Joe Biden is the same thing. Like when you have, if I had a family member, let's say I had a family member, right? Let's say I'm a police officer, and I had a family member. Oh no, I don't say police officer. Let's say that I'm a mayor, right?
Mhm.
And I have a family member that has a company, and I get people, and I take the money that we have, that tax money from the people in my state, right,
Mhm.
or my city, and I funnel it into my family member's company.
Hmm.
That's essentially what Biden did, or very, at the very least, looks like what Biden's did, and there was no way to like really fully clarify that's not what he did. On top of that, when it just comes down to like dealing with other countries' affairs, like whatever you want to say about Putin, Ukraine was part of Russia anyway at one point, and it's just really not America's business during a pandemic to worry about that shit. So there's bigger things that we have to do, especially when people are complaining about inflation, especially when people are complaining about just the overall state of the country. So that's the type of shit that's the type of shit. While the Democrats didn't get elected, to be honest,
And this
that
is what I
so
mean.
if they has done that, it would have been better. However, at least they're in for the black people's best interest in this country
But
more than the
But,
it's
Republicans,
it's
but
especially.
here's
it's the
but
history of the Soviet Union that lasted for a long time. Romania, Georgia, Ukraine, all those countries were a part of the Soviet Union, and they just finally were free. The Soviet Union just ended in the early 90s. The early
Yeah.
90s. And then they were free for like 8 years until Putin came in. He was only supposed to be there for 10 years, and he rigged it, and now he's been there for over 20 years. So it's like, dang, like Russia really never even got a chance. They only got like 8 years of freedom from the Soviet Union and for Putin before being put back into another autocrat. And the country that got out of the Soviet Union happened to be one of them was Ukraine. And Russia is over here trying to grab all these countries back and put them back. And the thing about that is like you can't take a democratic country like because if a communist country like Russia comes in and sweeps a free nation, other communist countries are going to follow suit and see that this is how you do it. And then pretty
Yeah.
soon every
Okay.
democracy, every free country is going to be under threat. And that's
Okay.
the reason why
Did,
we defend
did
free.
America help the South America when they got overrun by the Europeans? The,
When was this? You mean like the colonization?
yeah.
I mean,
Like
that was we was all colonized. Obviously, they were doing terrible shit.
yeah,
That's
but
why I
the
don't
fact that we're
understand,
speaking English. So it's like,
yeah.
huh?
But in general, though, in general, the like America, especially during the last 4 years of Biden's presidency, has gone through their own shit, and there are people. Oh, I think homelessness was up. So many different system like things were going on. That, like in my opinion, there never should be someone that's homeless like that. There are the
yeah.
exceptions. There are definitely a lot of sex offenders. There's a lot of really violent criminals that are permitted to even live anywhere that are homeless. But in general, as a whole, there should be, with the amount of money that we put in taxes, there should be apartment buildings, just for homeless people in certain circumstances
Mm-hmm.
with the right background checks,
Of
in my
course.
opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
instead, trillions of dollars went to a country that just happens
Hmm.
to be a country where the president's son is a huge business owner. And regardless of how you feel, maybe Ukraine's our ally, sure, but it doesn't look good when he goes runs the president for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's gonna piss people off. Now, I don't think that's a big of a deal. If some people think it's a big of a deal, but it's a factor or something you'd have to call out
I'm
while the Democrats lose.
with what I pulled up. Oh shit. Because I don't like to just say things on video without actually having like the real proof. Because there's a lot of disinformation, right wing media that likes to, stir the pot. So
Hmm.
you got to go make sure you get the right information. Um, so legal issues with Hunter Biden. Business dealings. Number one, foreign business relationships. Hunter served on the board Burisma Holdings, a Ukrainian energy company from 2014 to 2019. This was before Biden was president. Critics, including political opponents, questioned whether his role was due to his family's connection, as his father was vice president at the time and heavily involved in Ukraine policy. He also pursued business ventures in China, raising concerns about potential conflicts of interest and influence peddling. And then he had emails and the laptop controversy. That was what he was. That was the whole thing that the Republicans were trying to frame him for. Just pointing to more business dealings about that, and then federal tax charges because he wrote something wrong on his taxes and gun possession
That
because
was petty. That was super petty.
and that was
It was.
that's pretty much it. And then drug addiction. So it's like, I
Yeah.
mean,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Especially crack. That's what I heard. I
yeah,
don't know.
but to I don't know how like that was ever like Joe Biden's fault, you know. I don't know. But you know, leave it to Republicans.
I'm not even saying definitively, but these are some of the reasons why. At the end of the day, even if it was ended in 2019, it doesn't matter. Like they have ties.
Yeah.
America has specific ties to that country, especially on the Biden sphere. And the probability that Biden had nothing to do with it is very low. And again, it doesn't matter. But I also don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm saying, like, I personally don't feel that's big of a deal. If that's what the U.S. government wants to consider an ally and work with. The problem is that things weren't fully addressed in the United States before that happened.
And that's the biggest thing. A lot of Trump supporters, because they're so-called nationalists, and it seems like Trump, he's the best interest for America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's another thing too.
So we can have a fucking evil motherfucker sneak in there and just kind of like, oh, look at this.
America first. You know? Fuck everybody else.
First.
America first.
Even though he doesn't really care about America.
Of course.
You know,
but
I don't know how.
Once again, America's not a country; it's a corporation.
Immigrants.
Well, he cares about America. He doesn't care about what like 99% of America. Let me rephrase that.
Oh, of course, the top percentage.
Right.
Exactly. He only cares about the immigrants that can do tech work for Elon, the H-1B visas. That's okay. Bring those in because he wants to pay them less. That's just so inhumane that you would rather bring in immigrants so they can work for less and work longer and actually help the American citizens here in this country have a livable wage. And on top of that, you ran out immigration and these people supported you. And now you're telling them that instead of giving y'all jobs, I'm going to actually bring in more immigrants because they're cheaper and they work longer hours. That is such a slap in the face. But
I mean, it's twofold. When Biden was bringing in immigrants and giving them Social Security and housing and stuff like that, that was a slap in the face too. Because how long have we been asking for all these not benefits, but all these little things. And then out of nowhere, you get an influx of immigrants. Oh, you can put you in the hotels in front of your face. We'll give you security. We'll give you EBT, everything. Like, yo, what about the people here? It's like,
yeah, there was a hotel I used to stay at in Rockland.
Yeah.
And I go there one time and I step in there and I couldn't figure out how to do it online for whatever reason. So I was like, let's go buy the spot over there when I get there, right? I go in the hotel and then the security guard like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, what? And I see a bunch of different people poke their heads out. And apparently they gave the whole hotel to immigrants. So,
well, like I said, if they're seeking asylum, they're refugees. No matter if they're lying or not, you have to treat them as refugees until you find out.
And then they also are trash in the area. Like there's trash piled up. Unfortunately, things weren't handled the right way.
Exactly.
I don't either. I don't know.
It's one thing seeking refuge. Yeah, it's one thing seeking refuge in America.
That they don't agree that immigration is a real problem, but
I don't think immigration is as big as a problem as anyone like.
And the fact that all Trump is trying to do is deport them, the cost that it would take on this country to deport them is more expensive than giving them an abandoned building to live in. So
I think that we should. I think we should get them jobs. Actually,
yeah, and they do. They
no,
do it cheaply.
No, they give them the money.
They just gave a place to stay for free, and it's like those little benefits that you still see homelessness you still see unemployment.
And that's the problem. Like if they said, "Hey, we're gonna give this hotel to all the homeless people in the area near Plymouth and Boston," perfect. You
That'd
know
be
what I mean?
different because you're
Yeah,
actually trying to stop homelessness in America. That'd
correct,
be different. But
correct.
then
So that's the
it's like,
issues, you know. And again, someone comes to this country. This country was formed with immigration. That's just how it is.
yeah.
It's these things that are just like piling up is why people chose what they chose. You know.
And at the end of the day, too, with the influx of all these immigrants, it's just gonna almost slowly replace the black vote. Let's keep it 100.
And they're not. And guess what? Guess what? The
What?
most important part, they ain't voting. They ain't voting Democrat.
Lately,
We'll see.
The Hispanics,
they voted for
they used
Obama
to.
heavily. They
They
voted for
used
Obama
to.
heavily.
But now they're voting for. Now they're voting for Biden. Those are the statistics. Let's pull those up.
I
Actually,
couldn't believe
hold
it
on.
myself when I saw that. I was like, "What? How did
Let's
that
pull it
happen?"
up.
That's how I was like,
Let's,
you know what? Something definitely has changed. And like, I used to like to say I'm, people of color when I'm speaking about disenfranchised people that need support. But now I'm just like, no, I just want to say black because
Thank you. Thank you.
no,
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
yeah, no, for real.
It's just
That's why I'm tired. And
yes.
like, there's a whole community of us that's just like, no, we're not POC no more. We're not. We're black. We're just black because they clearly don't care about us. They want to take our benefits from what they benefit from us and then side with the other. Even Asians just came out recently and admitted that if it wasn't for black folks, they wouldn't even have civil rights here in this country because it was the Civil Rights Act that gave them the chance to come here. And then they shit on us. It's just sad.
And that's we had this conversation. The
Hmm.
civil rights, yeah, on the surface, black people, but underneath, it's everybody else,
Hmm.
and everybody else is benefiting from it,
Hmm.
but us.
all
Hmm.
You know
right.
what I mean?
So
No,
Hispanic men.
I never disagreed with you, Shovo. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make it clear that Democrats, just when we're talking parties,
Hmm.
Democrats got our back. Republicans don't. They're only for the rich. You know what I'm saying? But we still have a lot of stride to do to get the Democrats to do specifically for the black community. But we're not going to do that if we just say the hell with voting and not show up to vote.
It's just we need to put somebody either, like I said, the independent party or the Democrats have to change their strategy completely
Mm-hmm.
because, like you said, this election
Mm-hmm.
should have been the biggest wake up call.
Yeah.
Like America did not want you, Kamala. America didn't want you because they didn't step out and vote for you. That should have been the hugest, like, yo, we do not fuck with
Mm-hmm.
you. You know,
All right.
either
So
you as a person or the party or whatever it may be. It's like, yo, the fact that the numbers were that low
Mm-hmm.
shows that, yo, we didn't give a fuck. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, she did get numbers, but I'm just saying, when you look at how it was, the
Mm-hmm.
disparity, it's like,
not,
yo,
like it was
yo,
And
we
I
the
did
it
not.
was minus the percentage. It
being
was
able to,
minus 35%
huh?
of Hispanic men didn't vote for Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 35% of Hispanic men didn't vote for Kamala. Minus 19% of Hispanic women didn't vote from Kamala from
So,
that voted for Biden back in 2020. So in four
Yeah.
years, Hispanics have all voted less, except for some people who are over 55. They 15% more
And
voted
I will
for
never understand that
Kamala.
because like they get all their benefits from democratic policies. So I don't know what it is. I really don't. But that really mind boggles me.
Maybe they're seeing something that we're not seeing either.
No, they're really just misinformed. And
That too. That
they're
too.
told that Democrats are communists and they're scared of the country of Cuba is living under a communist country, and so a lot of Cubans that live in Florida, they want to stay away from anything communist. And then the Republicans down there own Florida, and they're over there scaring the shit out of them, telling them that Democrats are communists. Don't you know what I'm saying? So then you got that. A lot of Spanish people live in Florida, and Florida is held in a chokehold with
Yeah.
Republicans spewing whatever the
And
hell they want.
I mean, it's part
yeah.
of the Bible Belt, so there's some truth to that too. I mean, but it's like at the end of
And
the day, Sorry, what do you say?
So what this is an important part, just to
Yeah.
speak on what Mimi, like a big concern Mimi has, is that black men didn't vote as much this election.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It was
Right.
22%, and and not
Um,
only that, but like it was so obvious
and when they
whenever
did
like
vote, they all voted Kamala, like
say it again.
71%. When they did vote, the people who did vote voted Kamala, 71%.
Yeah,
Um,
I just will never understand like why black men that 22% didn't vote. Like when how you not see that you're the biggest threat? Like you're the biggest one that's going to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Especially the whole jail system that Trump has plans for. It's only gonna help. It's really gonna hurt black men. Black men take up over 63% of the prison, even though we're black people only 30% of the population. That doesn't even make
I
any
think
sense.
I think what it was,
Slavery was never,
Kamala's. Oh yeah, my bad.
slavery,
You can go.
slavery was never abolished. You know that, right? Was
Right.
only
Yeah.
it was only changed to be what is considered a citizen, and if you go to jail, you're not a citizen. So it was okay. It's okay for jail prisoners to be cheap labor.
Mistreated because
Slaves.
they're slaves to the state. Yeah.
Exactly. And
The thing is, you know what it was?
60% is black men. Black men are
Yeah.
today's slaves. And
What
you don't.
it was, Kamala's main campaign was for women's rights and reproductive. So a lot of men, black men especially, like that doesn't include me. If your whole mantra is women's rights, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying if that's your main driving force, that doesn't help me as a guy, especially a black male in poverty. That doesn't really penetrate to me.
Mm-hmm.
and
Women
I
in
also think,
poverty, I understand that, but black men in poverty, that if that's your main focus, what does that do for me?
yeah,
You know what
Don't
I
you
mean?
have a sister?
Well,
and
Do
you
you,
know
of
what?
course, of course, I have
So,
sister, mother, grandmother. I'm just saying, for when it comes to the majority of black men in poverty, who they're just looking for opportunity, job, and your focus is women's rights. What about me? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And it,
I mean that's always been a controversial topic.
of course,
Always.
but
But
for Kamala, it seemed like
what do black men want on the record? What do they want? I know you said reparations, but
mhm,
can we be a little bit more
number
specific?
one, police reform. That should be number two.
She
Reparations, number
reparations.
one, because that is long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, my family's from Haiti. I'm not going to get anything. I'm okay
Mm-hmm.
with that. But I'm just saying that should be number
Mm-hmm.
one right off the bat. Yes, most of us are uneducated financially. We could tackle that, but do what you promised.
Mm-hmm.
Get that out of the way. Number two, police reform.
Mm-hmm.
Because how come if I get pulled over or if a white guy gets pulled over, there's a different demeanor, there's a different approach between the two of
Mm-hmm.
us. Regardless if you feel threatened or not, there's a different approach, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you do decide to step outside and police abuse and all that stuff, it should come out of the police's fund, the police's pension, not the city or state shouldn't have to pay for what you did. So that's just taking money out of tax-paying people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why a lot of police, they feel like, oh, whatever, let me just rough you up, okay, whatever. I might lose my job or I might get desk job, whatever. The city pays for it. Rinse and repeat. I'll move to a different department.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
crazy.
And the whole defund the police is like, oh, you're gonna get rid of police. No, we need police. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be lawlessness without police, but punish the bad cops who do the things that they're not supposed to do. That
Mm-hmm.
rarely ever happens unless it's like a George Floyd situation. You know what I mean?
Push to
It
the
shouldn't have to get to that point
mm-hmm.
where, oh, okay, now we'll do the right thing. Like, no, why does it have to get to that point?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It shouldn't be at that point. I agree.
But do you
And
know,
also,
like with Trump? I mean, I know you want this from Kamala, but do you know what's going to happen with Trump? Like, never mind getting this in better shape. Trump
That's a good point.
wants to
That's
make
a
it
great point.
oh yeah,
worse.
the immunity,
But
yeah,
like,
police immunity, yeah.
why
That's
not it? Why just not knowing that Trump's going to make it worse enough for you to go vote in order to stop him from getting elected? Because if you can't make it better, at least you can stop it from getting worse. Why not that?
it's twofold because the whole Trump rhetoric and everything. He focuses on, there's talk of police immunity and taking the country back, etc. The Democratic Party doesn't say anything in combat of that. So I think that's when a lot of people, it's like, okay, we know Trump's the bad guy. Are you going to defend us in this specific thing?
Correct.
Nothing.
Yeah,
You're not saying anything about this specific thing. You say other things, which are, I get that. Other things will definitely help here and there, but this specific thing that Trump is targeting people, I almost said people of color, black people or whatever, Latino people. I almost said it. So what are you going to do to combat that?
Oh, they're too busy focused on the alphabet community.
You know what I mean?
Unfortunately.
And don't get me wrong, they've had a lot of, it seems like every other community gets to cut the line. Like I understand, change doesn't happen overnight. But black people have been waiting in that line for so long. And every other community gets a cut. Oh, I'll give you Juneteenth. Okay.
Republicans are actively trying to remove Juneteenth from being a national holiday. Like they're trying to remove from kids being educated on why Juneteenth exists. Biden made Juneteenth a national holiday. Thank you, Biden. And Republicans are literally trying to make sure that kids don't learn the truth about Juneteenth and try to make it seem like it's irrelevant. That is so sad.
I get that, but we didn't ask for a holiday. You know what I mean? It's a good look. Yes, an extra day, either a day off or...
What do you want?
Didn't ask for a holiday.
What do you want, Salvo?
It's a counteract 4th of July because black people have already, said fuck, July 4th.
I mean, we don't really celebrate 4th of July. We only go for food. Let's keep it 100. Like, we don't...
Now we got Juneteenth, So.
We were doing Juneteenth the longest. Before it became now commercial, we were doing Juneteenth anyway. We don't need a national holiday. We don't need a stamp saying, oh, now it's official. We've been doing that anyway. And that's what I mean, going back to the do for self. Like, we've been doing things, celebrations or whatever, on our own. Now that it's commercialized, now you go to Walmart, oh, happy Juneteenth. Like, you really don't care. You really don't care. You're just trying to make money off of black people. Come on now. You really don't care about Juneteenth.
But I do
so it was a money grab.
Because these racist people have to acknowledge that holiday, just like they have to acknowledge Martin Luther King holiday, no matter how racist they are. That's a black man's holiday, and
some of them do, some of them don't.
But no matter what, it's a federal holiday. Like they can choose to not and get involved, but you can't lie. It's Martin Luther King Day, and that's just is what it is. It's a symbol. Like you got to recognize what we've done to
there's so many leaders and black people throughout history that they could have easily celebrated throughout the years. But it's like here and there, it's symbolism. It goes back to that, like, oh yeah, we acknowledge it, but you're not hitting the root of what needs to be changed. Oh, but here. And we'll give you Black History Month. There, now go away until we need you again. That's the part. I didn't say like what you said, Jess. Like, what do I want? What do I want? It's like I just want to see acknowledgement.
I'm trying to get Keem in here. I want to hear his perspective on a couple things.
Okay. And I know you still made that list of the topics, so we can definitely get into all those too. So
yeah. I sent a message to him. Wait for him to respond. I can go to the list. Hold on. All right, so this is for you, Mimi. Some white guy went to a black church and dumped all this cotton. They have on surveillance of him just dumping cotton all on the front lawn of the church in Georgia.
When was this?
What's your thoughts on that? Let me pull up the exact dates.
Yeah, like I need a little bit more context.
That's it? That's all he did?
He left. He dumped.
Somebody needs to teach him how to be a real racist. Like, that's all you did?
Yeah, he dumped the cotton.
I'm so
who picked that cotton for him? Did he personally pick all that cotton? Because cotton picking is not easy. He personally picked all that cotton just to dump it.
He probably bought it somewhere.
So he's wasting his own money to just... There you go. That'll teach him.
For real. Like, I don't even know what to say to that.
Oh, dude,
It's,
you don't even
But
know how to be a good racist.
you gotta have some opinion towards it.
well, I gotta see what it was before I can even pick. All I heard was he put cotton. Like what?
Like that's it.
Bro,
No spray
All right,
paint. No, like there you go.
all right.
send it. Send it in the group chat, Justin, and I'll go to the group chat and find it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
I'll
my.
read it. I'll read it. I'll read it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Deputies in Georgia need your help finding a man wanted for requesting involving a trespassing incident. Um, Burke County deputies said the man trespassed into the church property near Old Waynesboro Road, according to sheriff's office. The man placed a raw cotton onto the church on the porch steps. The church was made mostly out of a black congregation. Officials said deputies said the man is wanted for questioning for trespassing and littering. No other details were released. And you get
I don't
a
know.
picture of the guy.
I mean,
Being scared.
I don't-
Oh, it gets worse. There's
oh,
there's more. There's more.
okay,
There's
okay,
more. I forgot.
okay,
I
okay.
almost
Thank you.
forgot about this part. When so specifically, I'm looking at WSB TV Atlanta. Now they do have surveillance of the guy doing it. That's how they know he's white. But guess who they put
What?
on surveillance
What?
in the article?
What?
You ready? 3 black
Yeah,
men.
of course.
They would though. They would.
3
They
black men.
trying to frame. I swear, I can't stand the
Just
media.
walking out the church, just minding their own business.
I can't. Even with Luigi, they try to say he was a light skinned dude. Like,
Oh
nah,
yeah,
don't try to
life,
say like
yeah, life, yeah.
for real. Like when the hell does the media ever
Free
say light
Luigi.
skinned? They don't ever say that. They just wanted they don't want to admit that it was a white dude. That this was white on white crime.
Oh,
Did you hear
wow.
all that bullshit going on with Jay-Z?
Oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that's fucked up.
wait, is there
How
is
If
there
that,
he allegedly sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl.
but did you hear like the details like after that?
yeah, that she's autistic. It didn't even make any sense.
Not the artistic part, but the worst parts, a couple of the worst part. I was just looking into it today. That's just gonna get dropped. If it doesn't get like, it shouldn't even be where we're at, and that's a huge problem with this country. First off, she said that there are certain rock star celebrities like Good Charlotte, whatever that is, that were there at the party, and the details of it. Like, so she's like, "Oh, we had a conversation about such and such. I'm a huge fan." Motherfucker,
For
he was even there. He was on tour. Showed receipts, right?
real.
She said her dad picked her up. The dad was like, "No, I didn't. I would remember that." Mind you, she was 13, and she was white. And I think it was in Brooklyn or Manhattan, and she was in like upstate New York. I think like Roxbury or something like that. So
Yeah.
how the fuck? It's like a 5-hour drive essentially with traffic, and the house didn't exist that he was in. It just didn't exist.
The problem is too. I'm not saying his hands are clean,
They're probably
but
clean.
when
They're
you
probably clean.
when you
But
hear
like,
stories like this and there's so many holes in it, it's like what happens to the people who actually are. Now no one's
yeah,
gonna believe them.
my whole stance is pretty straightforward. Like, I just don't think, and this goes for anyone, especially black men in America, especially black men that worked hard their whole life to provide a life for themselves. You shouldn't just be like able to like just make up lies about these people. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
They should
Like, even with the
really.
whole like, and it's civil. It's all civil, civil is not even like criminal, and it's not even like anyone can file a civil suit. Like, I can literally go. I have like a bunch of civil suits against me. That's bullshit. Like, anyone can just go file some shit. It's super easy to do so. So when you have that happen, and then now it tarnishes his name and it becomes public knowledge, those laws need to be looked at. Even when shit first happened with Diddy, it's like, listen, his ex-wife or whatever, I don't know if they were married, said like what she said civilly, but this is like they were together like 10 years ago. Like, obviously the video came out and you can have opinions on that, but it's also like you were with this person 10 years ago and you had all this time, and it waited to the very last day where you're able to sue based on a law that was passed in New York. So that's my whole issue, and it's very sketchy. You know,
Everyone's hands are dirty. It's like,
yeah, I mean, everyone's hands could be dirty. Everyone's hands not could be dirty. Like, obviously, if something bad happens to someone, that needs to be handled at the time.
Mm.
You know, if the hotel got the footage of Diddy doing that to Cassie, you know, that should have been handled at then.
Mm.
You know, not how many years later.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not a good look.
I heard
There needs to be laws against that shit.
he paid them. He paid
Of
the hotel.
course.
That's
I'm not
illegal. So
surprised.
whoever he paid should be going to jail right now.
Yeah. But
Simple.
it was hush money until you said, "No, I'm not paying you anymore," or something like that. But it's
And what if you paid Cassie off? Now she can double dip.
I
I don't
You
know.
know, I'm just saying.
it's
Like
That video made me want to cry. I was
that's
like,
horrible. It's disgusting.
this,
It was like, and I feel like there should be enough. Like I feel like that's kidnapping too. Like it's not just like, oh, I beat someone up that's trying to like actually. I feel like I was watching a horror movie. To be
oh yeah,
honest, I can hear
moving
the
against the
music
will.
in
Yeah.
my mind, like hey, trying to wait. It was the elevator. The elevator's gonna come up. It was so bad. It was so bad.
But
So bad.
this is what happens when money and power. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, that's not what happens
when
with
you
money and
feel
power.
no,
People
it's
are
both.
sick.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like,
there are
though.
plenty of people. There are plenty of people who have money and power who don't do that shit. Let me do other
we
shit
don't know
though.
about. We don't.
Yeah, but come on.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
There's a
think
lot.
that I think we've seen enough with Jay-Z that he's not doing that shit. I think there's been enough like elevator
To this
incidents.
day, the
know.
Bill Cosby situation still blows my mind. To this day, it's like, my
No,
dude, you were
no.
Cosby.
Did you ever see the interview he did back in like I think the 80s or 90s when he's talking about how he likes to put shit in people's drinks?
Of
Yeah.
course.
It was out there.
No,
It's not
don't get me wrong. It was.
surprise. It's like
learned
all
that.
the weird shit with Diddy was out there. All that weird
Yeah,
gay shit that he was doing and all that violent
yeah,
shit. Like he's obviously a homosexual, right?
Yeah.
A 50% homosexual. I don't know how it
But here's
works. Whatever. He's
thing.
homosexual,
Here's
and he's been
thing too.
violent.
Like, yes,
You know.
everybody was doing that, but it still doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? And he learned that from what's his name? The Playboy Mansion dude who passed. What's his name?
And look at Russell Simmons.
Hugh
He's still
Hefner.
in a different country, running,
Yeah,
running,
Hugh Hefner.
meditating,
Hugh Hefner. Yeah,
meditating. Oh,
exactly.
he was another sick fuck. Hugh Hefner was disgusting.
All right. It's
Hugh
like,
Hefner was
yeah.
like
But my
I feel
thing is
bad I
this.
even looked at a Playboy in my life.
It's like my thing is this with the whole Cosby thing. It's like most of these women were DTF. You didn't have to drug them.
Well, he's sick. That makes it even worse.
You see what I
That
mean?
makes it even
That's
worse.
what makes it even worse.
Like that opens a whole bunch. That's like borderline necrophilia at a certain point. You
So,
know?
and the whole R. Kelly thing, it's like,
He's
my
been,
dude, you really
he's been
recorded that?
my whole lifetime. I've known that R. Kelly was a sicko. My whole lifetime.
It was I didn't see the tape, but there was evidence, and he paid them saying, "Oh, that wasn't her, that wasn't me."
Yeah, sure.
And then the first thing
I've never seen the tape, and I didn't know until like a couple years ago that she was underage in that tape.
Yeah,
I just knew that everyone knows that he pissed on someone. That was like common knowledge. But he was also doing a whole bunch of other shit, driving past McDonald's, just wild shit.
high schools,
just crazy shit.
Like he is so dumb because it's like, my dude, once you got acquitted, the first thing you do is go back to talking to girls. Like
He was R. Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh.
I'm gonna pee on you.
Oh.
Yeah, my thing is there's actually a guy, I think, I forget, McAfee. He's like virus protection thing. He's actually somewhere in some of the Caribbean islands with underage girls, but it's legal down there. My thing is this, R. Kelly, if you're that sick that you want teenage girls, go to a place where that's legal. Morally, it's still bad, but what are you doing?
I know.
It's like,
I don't know. That dude's
I don't
sick.
know.
That dude is sick. I'm like,
But it's not just him though. It's mostly white guys doing that
Of
shit
course,
though.
of course.
Just to be honest, it's mostly like
Yeah,
the Donald Trumps, the Donald Trumps.
Harvey Weinsteins and stuff. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but we rarely hear about them unless it like hits a certain point or they piss off the wrong people. You know, then it's a domino effect. So,
I just think like the Jay-Z shit is just really rubbed me the wrong way. I've
Yeah.
never been a huge Jay-Z fan, but I respect Jay-Z, and I just feel like now it's like an attack.
Yeah, I'm like,
but then again, him and Foxy's situation, you know,
Yeah,
She
but
was underage too when they first
he
met.
never. I don't think he ever did anything with Foxy though. I'm pretty sure that was another misunderstanding.
I
Did
can't confirm or
say
deny.
that? Did Foxy ever come out and
It
say
looks sus. And
Yeah,
then
she said
you,
it. He said it never happened. He even stopped talking to her at some point, just because of the rumors. Like,
that?
and it looks what it looks like. But same shit with Little Kim, all that shit, and it's still
little
not as
Kim,
bad. It's still not good, but it's not. It's not raping a 13-year-old autistic girl though.
Yeah.
That's a huge jump.
it's
I'm
people.
just happy about Diddy. That's all I can say.
You happy you
I'm
got Diddy?
The
happy they got.
diddler?
That's
Yeah, dude. I've never been a huge fan of
I
Diddy,
me
and
neither.
especially after I heard how he killed Tupac, I'm glad they got Diddy.
Exactly. After
I hope, I
he
hope,
did
I hope,
Tupac like
I hope that
that,
I hope that he gets justice for that shit too.
and the fact that he left
I need more. I
Biggie's
need
smoke.
more evidence on that
Free Suge
because.
Knight.
It's been circulating for years.
Whoa! Free Suge Knight. Whoa!
I'm,
We forget
well,
why he's in prison,
I'm
right?
trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I'm
Okay,
trolling.
okay. Like, wait a minute.
I'm trolling.
Wait a minute.
I'm trolling.
Who did he?
No,
No,
Suge
Suge.
Knight. Suge
Oh,
Knight.
okay. Yeah.
No. Don't let that dude out.
I'm trolling.
He
I'm
should have been
trolling.
in jail a long time ago.
Shut up. Yeah, you're right. You should
Oh,
But
He should have.
like,
He actually Suge Knight should have been dead. He's lucky he's alive.
yeah,
He's lucky he's so big that he just hit his arm.
exactly.
He's so fat, like it's, you know what I'm saying?
But not only that, but like the fact that Diddy left Biggie no money, like no royalties, no nothing.
Everyone,
That's foul.
to all of them though, like from Shine, the whole shit with Shine was crazy.
Mine was it
Yeah.
day 26?
Name one, all of them.
None of them.
Name
And
it.
anyone who signed to Bad Boy has ended up fucked up in some situation, either financially, spiritually. Almost everybody has ended up fucked up in some
Exactly.
situation.
No money.
Probably one of the worst.
Don't own they don't own their royalties, which is
Like
sad.
Masters, yep.
He raped them financially.
Mm-hmm.
And
possibly.
who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
You know, she was popping with that song Me and You, and then like she like nothing happened. Like she got with Diddy and then nothing happened. I always found that to be
Who was it?
like
Who was it?
like I was
Cassie.
you know I was
Cassie.
like a kid when she
Yeah.
came and I was like, you know, like oh she's lit, and then she just got with Diddy and then you just never heard from her no more. And I was always like, that's just weird.
That's weird.
Like in the back of my mind, I was like, what happened to her? Like she was on top of the world, and then she got with Diddy, and he's like mad old. Like why is she with him? I don't know. It was just I was a kid and I was like,
Because she probably didn't want to make music anymore, though. To be fair.
no, but that's in her law said that she got with him because he gave her empty promises that he was gonna work on an album and all this stuff with her, and then every year kept going by.
I doubt it.
He never did it,
I don't
and
think
then she just and
that's what happened.
yeah, and then he was drugging her and doing these freak offs and said that if you try
That's
to
what was happening. That's what was happening. I don't think she even was thinking about music.
Yeah.
I think she was just too high.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the reason why I do music too, but like I've had too many like run-ins with like similar
Sick fuck. Similar people. Yeah, people like predators would go and jump in there probably and do that.
Too many run-ins with Diddy people. Like
there's like a bunch of Diddies like running around.
There's too many blockades in this music industry. You know what I'm saying? That if you don't submit and do something, it's just you're gonna have a hard time. You know?
Yeah.
It's tough.
I know both of you guys do music. I don't do music, so I don't know, but you hear stories.
You hear, and also too, it's like why you get into the music business for. Like for the guys out there, it's like, do you get in there to actually showcase your talent, work with people, or are you just trying to take advantage of people? It's like, to some, it's just another hustle, and it's like,
to make money.
That's going to catch up with you eventually.
You want to make money, right?
Preying on people's passion, people's dreams. Like, how are you going to prey on the vulnerable?
Exploitation.
It's like, it happens on both sides, but predominantly it happens on women, sadly.
A lot. Yeah. And I mean,
the women, I feel like a lot of the female rappers are getting like a boom now.
Oh yeah, that's
here's the thing. A lot of the female rappers, Yeah, it's like the mainstream is a lot of what's called strap rap. It's like how wet your coochie is, how tight it is, how fat your
I'm not
ass is.
talking.
It's like,
I'm talking about like Doechii and shit. I'm not talking about
No, but no,
other
no.
nasty shit.
I want to make that point. So like, and that's another thing. Like, and then if you try to be a rapper, look how they did Glorilla. Like, she was like, you know, a tomboy with a deep voice, and
I like. Well, she's like Gangsta Boo, but
now she's trying to be like Megan 2.0. Like, why? And everybody's like,
Megan Thee Stallion
stop.
was good until she
I'll
started
do you
lying.
one better. Look at Lotto.
I like
My
Lotto.
first introduction was on that the rap game, Jermaine Dupri.
I didn't see
The
that.
best.
I heard about it.
Season 1, she was the
I
best
heard the
out of
first
all
album.
those kids.
I heard the first album. It was dope.
Yep. Out of nowhere. Now
the Ludacris cover. We had the Ludacris cover.
I don't know.
I like that shit.
Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, Lotto on that show because
the rap game. Yeah, no, she was dope. Lyricism is dope.
But I heard
it's like
saying that the other ones
she
were
got
better.
a bunch of surgery and just went downhill. But I like that song "Big Energy" though. That's a good song.
But that's what I'm getting at. It's like you are so lyrically talented, but you just go along with the trend.
Okay, then, well here's the thing though. Here's the thing. To be fair, like I like lyrical rap. I grew up listening to lyrical rap, but like there's also songwriting too. Like you can do both, but you also don't have to do both. Like it doesn't have to be like, you know.
No,
you have to go in there like Redman.
Yeah, if you're a female and you're a rapper, you could tap in, and if you already look good, you can tap into the sexiness. I'm not an issue with that, but when that becomes your whole only one-trick pony, you're gonna attract certain things, and it's like even Lotto in the interview, she said one time one of these rappers they asked for a feature, but instead of asking money, they wanted to hook up with me, and I'm like, no, let's keep it professional. I'm like, but you see what you attracted. Like if you carried yourself a certain way and only dipped and dabbled with the sexy thing, dudes will approach you a certain way. I'm not saying it's all her fault. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of low vibrational people out there.
I don't consider my music derogatory, and
no, of course
still being.
Of course, and you're gorgeous, but you don't be like, it's Mimi. You don't do that.
Stop talking about Lotto like that.
But it's still like. I feel bad. I just feel bad for us when this whole Me Too movement came out and women were telling their story. I 100%
Me Too movement bullshit.
Them because just, like I don't talk about these stories. A lot of us don't. We just let it be. Like it just is what it is. But damn, like y'all really doing this hard body to us like that much that often. Like
some of the Me Too. But like the Me Too is just like. It started off good, but then too many bad actors got Me Too shit.
Hijacked because it started off. It was a black woman. You all know this. A black woman was the first one to start it. Aesthetically, she's not what society considers as beautiful. But once it gets hijacked by the pleasant looking ones, now it's we need to tackle this now.
So one of the worst examples of Me Too, besides like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Amber Heard.
I don't know if you guys. Yeah, that shit. One of the worst shit I've ever seen. I don't know. It makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah. Is what happened to Jonathan Majors.
Yo, leave them snow bunnies alone.
It's not even like a debate if something happened. It's all on camera. Like everything's on camera. He had to run. She was chasing them blocks. It's not even funny though.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
She was trying to pull him back into the car. He had to push him off, and then all of a sudden he got charged. That's so fucked up. But then afterwards,
when black guys end up going to jail behind a white girl. I mean, none of us feel bad because you knew what you were getting into.
But he didn't go to jail. It just affected his life.
Look at his career. They said, damn, he just was on Zeus.
I love Cash Country.
It was like, how you gonna
I was on a trajectory.
Creed 3 was dope. Yeah, the Marvel movies were but
and he was getting that Disney check.
Yeah. And I liked him in the movies. The movie was just
he was going to be Doom.
Johnny
Depp stepped in. Yeah, but not Johnny Depp. What's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Thank you. Yeah. It's like,
yeah. But that's just sad though. Listen, that's just sad. But it's not even a debate though. Like it's on camera. Like it's one thing if it was like he said, she said, but it's not even that.
Y'all should know,
I've
like,
never seen a
Fuck.
black man run from a white woman like that. I've never seen.
Unfortunately, I've been in that situation. I've had to do it.
Yo, leave them
I don't
alone.
feel bad.
Leave them
I had to leave.
alone.
I don't,
I was able to drive away.
because then you
I was
guys
able to
be,
drive
be
away.
like, oh, poor me. Like,
But I know what that's like. I know what that's like to just want to get away.
I
You know
actually
what I'm
talked
saying?
to black men. They said they actually like being called the N word by their white
Yeah,
girlfriends. So
that's nasty.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
no, there's
But
been a few. There's been a few that said they like that. So I'm like, why are you
no,
gonna
I believe it.
now all of a sudden you getting real like charges and stuff? Like, I don't know.
it's wild. It makes no sense to me. But hey, everyone got their
Listen, love
shots.
is love. If you love someone and they're white, there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's the thing:
It's just that.
love builds over
Like,
time. So if you spend too much time around a particular group of people, of course you're gonna fall in love with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Stop hanging around a specific group of people. You know what I mean? Like,
What you
yo,
think, Shovo?
you can hang out. I mean, it depends on the people. Like, you
you
can't
know.
just not hang out with someone of a certain
I'm just saying though, like if you
ethnicity.
went to predominantly white school, if you work in
Yeah,
predominantly white place, if you live in predominantly white neighborhood, of course you're eventually gonna find somebody. But it's like you could step out and actually know more about yourself. You don't have to, you know what I mean? But I don't
well,
know.
okay, let me say something else, like something really
Yes,
important. When you
yes,
have food, don't you want a little seasoning on that food?
yeah.
You always want some
Of course.
plain white shit,
Don't you
like
want
some plain white
your
shit. You know what
chicken
I mean?
washed before you cook it?
That too. But mostly, you're gonna go eat chicken raw, just white, like how it's cooked so much it's
Wait,
white.
where you
You know what I'm
When you
saying?
when you
You
shower,
want some type
don't
of
you use a rag? Don't you use a wash rag when you shower?
correct.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I know they don't be washing. They don't be using the washcloths. Wait, where was you going with that, Justin? I'm confused. Was you defending Snow Bunny Love, or
No.
was you trying?
No.
Okay,
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the opposite. Like I'm saying, like when you eat food, you want seasoning on that food. You want no plain fucking, you know, some plain white chicken.
Like
You
if
know,
it if there's no adobo, it's a no-no. No
yeah,
adobo, it's a no-no. Like
you got
it's just crazy.
you got
Like there's all different type of spices from all over the country that you can put on that shit.
I don't
You want some pasta? You don't want no pasta.
for real.
know.
You know what I'm saying? You want pasta once in a blue moon, but you don't want like pasta like in your life all the time. You get fat, all that shit. Like you don't want this pasta, nasty ass pasta with some little bit of nasty ass sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Where it's separated,
Yeah,
they don't even cook it together.
yeah. Like the fuck.
But yeah, before we get off, uh, there was I forgot. I think I saw something about 50 Cent was trying to criticize the female rap game and saying that it was too
I love
like
50
sexual.
Cent.
But I'm like, that's like the pot calling the kettle
The
black,
kettle
because
black.
50
Yeah.
Cent's rise to fame was off of like gun violence. You
Can
know
I
what I'm
ask you a
saying?
Sure.
question though?
That's the equivalent.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a serious question?
What?
Why are you even taking what 50 Cent says seriously?
Because
Do
he
you
took
know
it
50 Cent?
seriously. He was
50
like,
Cent
He has
just
a
said
big
this shit.
platform. Well,
And he's
he has a big platform, so
he has a
listen. Did you see 50 Cent when Twitter first came out? Do you remember those days?
no.
Just
like
in general,
trolling.
look it up. Just look it up. Like he's not someone you're taking seriously. I'm just gonna. I love
Of
50 Cent. Like
course.
he sided with Drake just because. Like don't take 50 Cent serious. No one really takes 50 Cent seriously. People know what 50 Cent. He's an entertainer.
But he was saying the truth about Diddy, saying that that's why he never goes to those Diddy parties. He was like, he
And
been
guess
called.
what? No one listened to him.
He been
No one took
called
him
Diddy.
seriously
I think
until now. But before,
mhm.
before he was like, no one was like, okay, 50. Okay.
I mean,
I
don't get me
know.
wrong. It is a problem, and like I grew up listening to that, but it's like
I
now
love
that you're older,
50.
it's like we can see how detrimental a lot of the violent rap was because they would use that as an
Yeah,
excuse to like, oh,
Yes
lock
and
up certain
no.
and
individuals.
Yes and no.
it was bad.
Yes and no. Like, Like most
Not
people
all of it
who,
was bad, like, but
okay, there's
a
levels
good
to it.
chunk of it,
This,
was
I would
bad.
say, it's,
Let's keep it 100.
I would say it's more the Chicago shit was the worst. I would
Oh, the drill.
say like the 50 Cent shit wasn't that bad. Like at that point, it didn't get too crazy. At that point, it was more entertainment, and then him talking about his conditions, the living conditions. When it became drill, I'm gonna shoot somebody, and it becomes a whole culture of just ops and whatever they want to
I would
call it.
say,
That's when it gets
it
bad.
got out of hand with the drill. I would say
It was a
it got out
culture.
of hand.
Drill
Yeah.
is literally, and I like some drill, but there's drill without that shit. But drill in itself in certain areas is strictly based on just like beef, but battle music. But it's not battle like rapping. It's just I'm gonna shoot you, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna respond in this song saying I smoked on your kid's ashes or whatever they do. Like
Or even
that's what.
worse, I'm gonna do the crime, record exactly what I did verbatim that same night.
While on the run, and then you have and then even the Melly, R.M. Melly, who killed
Yeah.
his, and I like that song. I can't listen to the song now. I love that song, but the problem is the song is true. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God, that
Like,
song is
I can't
so
do it in good,
about Melly.
yeah, Millie. I forgot his name. I love that song, and it just happens to be true, unfortunately. And
Yeah,
so
he's
you know, to where it's like, ooh, it sucks.
Yeah. At least back in our time. I'm not saying we super old, but let's keep it 100. Back in our time, they would rap about something they did maybe 5-10 years ago.
what?
You know what I mean?
Say it again.
Yeah,
Back in like the late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s, they would rap about crime or whatever that they did, maybe in their past,
Yeah.
or they would make it up.
yeah.
Nowadays, these hooligans is like, yeah, last week, I was
Last
at
week,
fifth and third. It's like,
look at this. Look at my shirt. So there's the blood in it.
Yeah, we packing. Yo, who snitched on me? You on live with us? The serial number is scratched off. What do you mean who snitched on you? You snitched on you.
Yeah. Well, it's the clout. It's the clout from the internet. They got a bunch of views.
Like,
That's what they're thinking in their head, and their brain's not. A lot of them are young. Most of them are young. Not all, but most are. So their brain's not fully developed. They grew up in that type of culture where they're looking for views. They get attention. They get the money. They get the praise. So there's more to it. It's not that straightforward. It's very little to do with the music versus the culture itself.
Yeah, like little.
And it's not even bringing attention like, hey, there's issues in the hood that we need to change. It's more like, yeah, this is what it is. Yeah, I rep. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
do you want to live in these conditions forever? Yeah, you know what? Be like my dude. Like,
yeah,
It's so funny.
like
I didn't like
it's
the rap
corny.
back then, and I think it just gotten like so worse that like I know Drake was like not really liked, but I mean he was kind of like still keeping hip hop relevant.
No, Drake was a bitch. So Drake for females is fine, but as a man, like I remember when Drake first came out, I was young, and like it was all right, and then it just wasn't good. Like the album wasn't good, his first one, but then the second one that people love, that's the most bitch shit I ever heard in my life. And I knew when I was like 17 years old that was some bitch shit.
I love Marvel.
Okay, 17, 18,
like,
I knew that was some nonsense. It's a bitch shit, and look at him now. That's all I'm saying. Look at him now.
Drake is talented, but the thing that pisses me off is that when we find out he doesn't write all his stuff, that's what really did it to me. And I pride myself on lyricism.
Listen, that's like, the least of his problems.
You have to write your own stuff. Oh yeah, of course. They're not like us. I know. You know,
but like
A minor, I know.
I knew what it was. I knew what it was when I heard that shit. The Marvin's Room shit, the other shit he had on there, him crying. Like it's not even like about emotions at that point. It's just about being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just being like a certain way. Like I don't know how to explain it. Just you know, I knew what it was. And then his actions after that and before that, just the way he acts.
I don't know.
You know.
I guess I'm late. I was late to the Drake hate train. I don't know. I was feeling it until like
it's different because you're a female though.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're his core, so he'll be okay.
That's his core fan base.
His career is not going to end. His core audience is female, so he'll be all right.
Yeah, so it's not the same. Like
he don't do that for us. no more. He used to.
No,
He stopped at like
he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
no more.
That's the best part. And that's why he started getting good, though. When people start writing his shit more,
We
and he, that's when shit got
those
better. Like I would say his best album is the one when he's in the cloud.
what's
You
in the
know what
cloud.
I'm talking about? That shit's good.
It wasn't Take Care. It was I think it was the one
It
after
was
that.
one after that, yeah. That shit was good. After that, nothing. Scorpion was fine. Like the first part of Scorpion was good.
Yeah.
After that, it's just bullshit.
I like the reggae one.
The which one?
The reggae album with
I didn't hear that. I wouldn't do that to myself.
The album, or I think it was just a song.
Yeah, like
was it an album?
Didn't he have like two? Didn't he have like two?
Oh, that shit. Yeah, that shit. No, I didn't like that shit.
No.
Those songs are good. Those are good songs, but it's just like the album's trash. It's not good. And the only other song I thought was the one he did the DMX sample. That's it. Like after that, I don't remember shit. That shit's horrible. Yeah, that shit was trash.
I mean, I'm to see Kendrick rise to the occasion.
I love Kendrick. I love Kendrick. I listen to Kendrick since I don't know. Since
Can he have a long enough reign?
Yeah,
like, consecutive.
He already has.
He's proven.
I think it's too early still, though. To be fair, just because. But like, I think we're there though.
The thing is with Kendrick, he's actually very smart because you only hear about him when music is out.
Yeah.
You don't hear about him getting into scandals at a club. You don't hear about crazy baby mamas. He's not always all over the videos and everything like that. You only hear about him when he puts out content.
I listen to Section 80. I don't like J. Cole. I listen to Section.
Yo, nah.
You look like you seem like the type of person that would like J. Cole. I used to like J. Cole. I like J. Cole.
We ain't doing that. Where's
fine
now? Right there.
That's fine. I'm not even mad if you like J. Cole, but my problem is this. It's just like how he acts, and it's too much for me. It's just, and then all that shit with Kendrick, I don't like J. Cole. No.
Plus, top 5. He's in my top 5. Like, yo.
Fuck no.
You need to follow his journey, my dude. You need to follow his journey.
I was listening to the warm-up and the come-up. I was there.
Okay.
No.
I love J. Cole.
Thank you.
Not for me.
On the whole history, but I know
something about him.
Yes, man.
I mean, there's worse people than J. Cole. It's just I don't like J. Cole. I feel similar to J. Cole than I feel about Logic. Similar. Shit.
I just don't understand how Jake was able to like put out a damn album every single year for like 10 years.
Because he didn't do nothing. He just was like, oh, let me go record this. Someone wrote for me. Someone wrote this shit for me, and let me go record it.
Oh no.
Do that for 40. You can do like work for a few months, put some bullshit together, and then just go party and touch little kids for the next, I don't know, like he did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps when you got a team, It's like,
What are your plans for music, Shovo?
I'm actually working on a dual album. It's been a pause right now, but I'm trying to put out at least maybe 20 tracks on this double album I'm trying to put out. Music videos, of course, I'm trying to do more of. I have this song I'm trying to do a huge collab. I think it's like 10 MCs on, but real life gets in the way with a lot of stuff. But definitely, those are my plans moving forward. But yeah, I'm just trying to leave a legacy at the end of the day because I know my content, the majority of my content is not going to be on the radio, and it took a while for me. I was frustrated for a while. I was like, oh, spit! I know how to do storytelling. I do radio ain't looking for that. They're looking for if you can pop pills. How many ops can you kill and how many pills can you pop?
No, that's not true. That's not true. Don't do that.
No, mainstream. I'm talking about mainstream radio.
No,
mainstream. Yes.
No.
Let's keep it 100. There's the majority of music that's consumed in hip hop is usually that drug field. Let me shoot. Let me strip. Let me whatever.
No.
There are talented ones who actually have deep, meaningful thoughts, but they don't get as much shine as. We got to keep it 100. Come on.
I'm keeping it 100.
Talk about Justin. You actually seeing poetic justice on the radio all the time. Like, come on.
What?
Why are
Like
you?
Well,
poetic
I don't
justice.
listen to the radio. First off, I listen to the radio, to be fair.
Okay.
Nobody does.
But
Even the TikToks, the little snippets of TikTok
I
videos.
don't. No, that's not true.
You know what I mean?
I've heard some of your music. It's
Of
good, but you should focus on making
course,
songs
of
more than just
course.
lyrics.
You
Focus
know,
on what?
Like use your lyrics to write songs,
yeah.
and
Uh,
then
I
and
dabble here and
hits.
there. Don't get me wrong.
You
I
know what I mean?
dabble here and there with like the low
Yeah,
vibrational
that's
stuff.
all. Not even low
It's candy.
vibrational. Like just like all right. So put it this way: I like all types of music, like from rap, rock, all types of music,
Yeah.
right? Not all types of music are super lyrical, and then there are songs that are rock songs or pop songs that have deep lyrics that don't have to be like off-putting to like
Yeah.
that can be packaged to a general audience. That's all I'm gonna
Right.
say.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
I got
mean?
you. I got you. I got you.
It's
Yeah.
all
It's just
That's how I look at it, at
yeah.
least. Like I understand what you're saying because I grew up on the lyrical shit. Like I love again, one of my favorite rappers is Royce the 5'9".
Mhm.
His shit's not on the radio.
No,
You know,
but he's dope. But that's the thing. His legacy is going to outshine a lot of these, so-called up and
it
coming, and then you
is.
don't
Yeah.
hear about them in a few years because they either quote unquote fell off or the label dropped them or they got arrested or drug overdose.
But a lot
It's
of
like,
the rappers who do fall off are the rappers who aren't original though.
boom.
Like you could look at like I'll give an
or they
example like
didn't want to
Kodak
say
Black.
oh.
Kodak Black's been out for like 15 years. He's still not falling off. You look at Future. I don't listen to Future. I don't like Future, but he's original. He didn't fall off. Look at Young Thug. He hasn't fallen off. You know, the other ones who imitated that fell off, but the people who make their own music that like don't do other people's music,
Mhm.
copies other people's music, don't fall off.
You
Like
just
Drake's about
need
to fall
one
off.
hit. That's it. You just need one hit to take you
Of
over
course.
that
Yeah.
loop, and then you're in. You know.
The only
Yeah.
one that imitates was Drake, and he's on his way out soon.
Yeah.
He got booted out.
You know, there's no other ones that imitated like that that I can think of that lasted that was with rapping. You know what I mean?
Well, he found his lane and he's been in that lane for so long.
Really long.
You know what I mean? So
I was
it's
I don't
it's
know.
tough.
I don't think he just had. He was smart. I don't think he had one lane. He went
No,
from
that's what I mean.
crying to saying
Like
to shoot someone while crying to like I don't know what he was doing. Like I just knew he had an accent. He was
he
speaking
found the
Jamaican.
strategy.
He was
Yeah,
speaking
he found a
Jamaican. He
strategy
was
that
speaking
worked for him.
Haitian. He was speaking Spanish. He was speaking British. It was nasty. It was nasty. It
Because
was like I know people like this shit is nasty. Like,
yeah, because I mean, before him, how many Canadian rappers can you really know? Do you really know before him? Other than maybe what's his name?
Cardinal Official.
You know, but that has been made a major impact for that long. You know, so it's like
Of
he found a
rappers?
little niche that he, so.
Of rappers?
Rappers like rappers who have made an impact. You know, they're Canadian. You know
No.
what I
Before
mean?
him? No.
They
No.
have been, but not to this extent. It's like, yo, so
No.
I
Yeah, but
so
like
Canada.
he was not really he's Canadian, but he's not fully Canadian though. Let's keep that in
yeah.
His
mind.
dad from Chicago, right?
I'm pretty sure he has like dual citizenship.
So
So like he's Canadian, kinda. With an asterisk at the end.
asterisk.
Yeah. What he is though, was wealthy though. So he did
I
like
feel
have
like
the resources and he had the talent. And then he
Tory
just
Lanez would have surpassed if it wasn't for that Megan situation.
what do you think about the Deacon situation? Be honest. What's your
Oh my
opinion?
At first,
God.
I was Team Megan at first. I really was
Me too.
because
Me too.
I
She's
didn't know
liar
all
though.
the
She's a liar.
details. No, don't get me wrong.
I love
I didn't know
Megan.
all the details, so on the surface it made sense. But then you peel back the layer, like, wait a minute, no gun residue. Wait a minute. Wait, you got shot, but it was fragments. But wait a minute.
Where are the fragments?
I thought it was glass.
It was,
I don't.
exactly.
Why are people
It's like
why are people saying that you want yeah, it's just nasty.
yeah.
Um
So I was on her side at first.
I didn't listen to Tory Lane. I knew Megan's song before I knew Tory Lane.
Yeah.
But I
That's
saw
why.
that shit and it was disgusting, to be honest.
So
Because
I
I
don't know.
felt like there was too much. Like if someone shoots you, it's pretty straightforward. This wasn't a straightforward situation. Like this was like a very like, ooh, like
I
what
think
happened?
I
And
think Megan thought she was gonna get the Rihanna treatment. like how everybody was like catering to Rihanna when
Yeah, but
I mean,
Megan was out there.
fired.
She did, but she just couldn't help herself.
yeah.
She was
What I
out.
feel what ruined it was when she fake cried talking to Gayle King.
Yeah, that was one of the worst things.
Fucking like.
That
Yeah.
that's what made it worse. What do you are you with? What do you mean sexually? Like yes, bitch.
Yeah,
Like are y'all fucking?
that
No.
was bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, Megan, you're making it so hard. Like I'm trying to defend you out here, and then you do this interview, just making it worse. I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't stop
It was-
defending her after that. I'm like, listen, she says she got shot. She got shot. That I left it at that. I don't know, but
Yeah, but the problem is that she said she got shot, but there are people in the like two different people, not including Tori, that are in the car saying she didn't get shot.
that she
From
didn't
the
get.
driver. Actually, she's the only person in that car that said she got shot.
Who said that? Who said that she?
The driver and then the other chick that was there.
Did they? But they didn't say that in court, right?
One of them did. The other one didn't show up. But the interviews prior stated that he said that. I think Megan paid him off and he didn't show the court.
But then
Nation.
why did her best friend kept saying she don't recall? Like when they was asking her questions, she was just saying she don't recall.
Because she didn't want to seem like she was lying on the stand.
She was a shooter.
Of course.
She shot a gun. I don't think she got shot, but she shot the gun.
Yeah.
And I think Tori took it and then put it in the air and shot in the air and shut it down. And then the neighbor came out and saw Tory Lanez shooting in the air, thinking that whatever. Allegedly he shot in the air because he didn't have gun residue on him.
Exactly.
The other she did. The friend had gun residue.
Bingo.
But there's witnesses. At least there's a witness. There's no witness that she got shot. The only witness that they saw Tory Lanez shooting in the air in California. That's the problem, and that's what they got convicted for.
They never caught Kelsey with the gun, right? Like at all.
They did. She had gun residue on her hands.
Yeah, but she
it was a small. It was her gun. It was a small pink gun. It was her gun, but she had immunity.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
That was the problem.
That's why I left that.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's the issue with the justice system. It's not about justice. It's about all right. We want a bigger fish, so we'll let you. Okay, and you work with us.
So
and he's not even American, so it's like fuck it. Like you got nothing to lose.
Exactly. But I feel like
and then
I don't know.
A year, like how many? Less than a year, then he bought his own catalog. Right after he bought his own catalog, it's fucked up. I don't even listen to Tory Lanez. I don't like him. I don't like his music.
I think it's.
Nah, he dope. He dope.
I think his music
is rap. But I don't know how much rapping he does in his music.
Oh no, he does mostly.
He do a lot. Yeah, but he sound like that shit. Let him singing with all that weird shit on his voice and all that.
Oh I can see how that's annoying.
Not for like my friend used to play like the album, and I'm like, all right, I'm done after like song 3. Like
I think Meg was more talented than Tory Lanez. To be fair, I just don't think that she's a good person.
He always gets a good hit.
Okay, I give you that. So,
but. I don't know. Honestly, my point of view, if I was Megan Thee Stallion and my career had finally just taken off, I don't give a crap what really happened that day. I know I'm not going to tarnish my name at the height of my career.
You say nothing.
I'm like, I'm not going to tarnish my name by getting somebody locked up, knowing that that's going to overshadow everything I just did. Like, so I would have just shut up and just kept it moving. Like,
and her first statement was nothing happened either.
Yeah. I would have asked her
when she was drunk.
Give me a couple
when she was drunk, nothing happened.
But then she went online and be like, "So y'all motherfuckers want to talk about it? Yes, Tory shot." Like,
I think the industry paid her to do so. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's kind of leaning towards.
They wanted that Rihanna package. They wanted the sympathy points, and then
good marketing.
Back in her face.
Yeah, but Rihanna got the shit beat out of her. Though.
Yeah, because that was real.
And there's evidence and proof and like admissions and like. And Chris Brown got beat up by Rihanna, but still he just never. He don't beat her up, especially like that. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like she was fighting for the wheel. So it's like, yo, you're about to crash. So I'm not making excuses for him, but
Yeah,
it's
but
like
no,
they
her
were both
face.
tussling.
No, her face is too. He
Oh
beat the
no,
shit
yeah,
out of her.
she caught the worst of it.
There's no. That's. I can't like. No,
He
that's
went
too
in.
much. It's not even like But I obviously like she forgave him and shit
Yeah,
for that shit.
but then his career kind of stalled a little bit. It's not over.
I
He
don't think his
definitely
career
bounced back from it,
Mhm.
stalled.
but it definitely stalled for a
He,
little
Yeah.
bit.
he's a crackhead, and he's still putting out. I mean, I think he still puts out music.
He looks sprung out. Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah,
I used to have the biggest crush on him when I was a child, but
twitching.
now not.
He's twitching. He's twitching.
Yeah, he looked like he'd been through.
He making them what $1,000 photo op appearances and stuff like
And
that.
he owns all his music, so every time he puts out a song, he gets 100% of that shit probably.
So,
Yeah,
So like
uh,
he won, but it's still he's
this
still a piece of shit for what he did.
this industry is funny.
And he has some good songs. He has some good
this
Oh yeah,
music.
industry gets on
It's
my.
just
he got bangers.
I
He got
listen to
bangers.
R&B. Like the R&B rap artists that I like were like Usher, Tank, like that's pretty much it. Unless R&B.
R&B.
Keith Sweat.
What? No.
Keith Sweat. You don't like
I love
Sweat?
Keith Sweat. Is that too old for you?
I don't know. It's not for me. Some of the old '90s stuff is fine, like Jodeci and shit.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
I just don't like R&B. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't do nothing for me.
I like
Modern day R&B is mostly sex.
Mhm.
Like at least back then, it was like a sensual. It was like a build up. There was
Fair.
metaphor. There was wordplay. It was still about sex, but not that vulgar.
Mhm.
Nowadays, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring you home. I'm gonna fuck your brains out, nut on your face. I'm like, what the? This is how you serenade a girl?
I
What
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've never been that big on it. It's not for
And they
me.
just like, yeah, I'm cheating. I'm a cheater. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
even know what to say anymore.
Oh,
Like they're not even.
look at Trey. Actually, I didn't mind Trey Songz, but he's also another sick fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like
He's another white rapist.
the best times have already passed. I like my music
I agree.
also the most like
I agree. I agree. Like, I just,
The substance music has definitely taken a back
yeah.
seat.
And it's not only that, but like these labels, they're not really trying that hard to really look for the best.
R&B.
They're lazy.
R&B.
They just go wherever the money is, whatever's commercial, and they
It's rough.
whoever will sign the worstest deal, that's the person they sign, and then they push what they want them to sing or rap.
But look at that shit. What's that shit? Billie Eilish. That shit's horrible.
That demonic Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish,
I like the demonic shit. I like that demonic energy shit. Personally, that's just my. I like that shit. I just don't like Billie Eilish. It's trash.
Why?
I can't get behind the demonic stuff. It's like because,
the demonic? No, it's not. It's an energy. I mean, I guess it depends how demonic, but
that's the thing though. Like
it's a distinction based on rebellion and a distinction based on going against the system.
It's like why feed into that though? You know what I mean? Like it's one thing being controversial, but now it's like the controversy overrides the music.
So
I mean, there's levels. There's levels to it though. There's levels to it, and it depends on your belief system. But there's levels to it. Like obviously, like Marilyn Manson. I don't know much about his music, but I know everything around him is like demonic as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think Billie Eilish so much was demonic as much, but like Lady Gaga is another good example. Like I think it was demonic. People said it was demonic, but it was really about rebellion and individuality.
But there's ways to rebel. There's ways to rebel against a system or whatever. You know what I mean? But you don't have to tap into that aspect. Is what I'm getting at. You know?
I like it personally. It's just me though.
To each his own. To each his own.
I like
it.
it. I don't mind it.
Because
I don't mind that energy.
the way I look at it, music is a lot of vibration and energy.
Yeah, I agree.
Same thing with like gangster music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just feel a lot of that shit's gonna pacify you. Where the demonic shit, quote, I don't really call it demonic shit, but the spirit of rebellion, the spirit of it's a certain energy, is not necessarily it's not as bad as you
I kind of
think.
took a break from like putting music out because I just felt like the scene was just mostly like female rap at like for like the past 2 years. It was just
It
hardcore.
had more than 2 years.
Yeah,
At least 10.
I don't know where I'm fitting in right now because like I'm not.
But it's hypersexual. It's hypersexual. That's different
Yeah,
than
everything's
demonic.
hypersexual, and people expect something different, and then
It's
they
it's
come
it's
up
aggressively sexual.
yeah,
I think that's what it is. 'Cause don't get me wrong, we had hypersexual back in the day too, with the Little Kims, the Foxy Browns, and the
Yeah,
Trinas.
that's true. I mean, it's always been there.
But it wasn't aggressively sexual.
I think Sexy Red took it too far.
yeah,
Of
I think
course.
it gets taken too far.
Like
and
to
it's
this, like
thing.
as nasty as Little Kim was, she wasn't ratchet.
Mhm.
She was ratchet. She was.
Not to this extent.
She was-
That's
Yeah.
what
She
I'm
was dope, but she was
getting
ratchet.
at. It was almost like Little Kim was like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Like, oh, I know you want this type of stuff. Yeah. Now it's like, get sexy. Oh, my booty hole brown. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
and
I
sexy
mean,
red.
That's not even creative. Not
No,
even creative. Like, let's
we
be
can't.
creative.
Not even.
It's not creative, but we can't act like Lil Kim wasn't saying that shit and doing that.
No,
shit.
no, but not to.
It wasn't
That's what I'm
She
saying.
was,
There was at
though.
least
It wasn't
there was
that.
some wordplay in it.
What?
What's up?
It wasn't that.
Oh yeah, she was better rapper. She was better rapper, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like, we're not gonna sit here and pretend like you can't do that.
So I'm like,
You can't sit there and pretend that she just was out here being wholesome.
yeah.
Oh no,
And then, well,
wasn't wholesome. Don't get me wrong.
there's very little. Sexy Red got all that shit from Little Kim. That's where it started.
But it wasn't. It's not as bad. Like
Right?
Sexy
Yeah, I
Sexy
think
Red
Little Kim
had
first started.
no class.
You know what it
could
was?
put
No,
her
she
right
doesn't.
up
The Trinas and the Little Kims, they were unicorns. Nowadays, it seems like every female
There we
rapper who
go.
wants to make it,
That's better.
you have to be
It's
this
to
way.
play.
Okay, that's different. Yes, that I agree.
Okay, we can agree
Yeah.
upon that. Okay.
But like in terms of like if we're gonna sit here and pick it, and that's also like not that different from, I don't know, like female rap. I don't listen to it like that, but that's like sexuality is not necessarily a bad thing.
Mhm.
It's just not for me
But
or you.
you so, but like you know that you want to make a particular music, but you know that
Mhm.
the masses want something different, and that's not you.
Oh yeah.
That's how
I mean,
Fine.
don't get me wrong.
But that's what
I do.
your music will stand the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get
Test
me
the time.
wrong. I
You
have little songs here and there that I get into the the sexuality and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. I dib and dabble, but
Mhm.
my whole catalog is not. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's so many different fruits you can pick out, and that's what I want to be. I want to leave diversity and a legacy.
Mhm.
So when you hear my music or someone says, "Oh, you know about Show X?" Oh yeah, all he raps about is XYZ. It's like,
Exactly. I'm
you
like,
know what I mean?
What
And when I
rapper-
do songs, when I do songs that deal with like maybe sex or like kind of vulgarity, I ask them, "Hey, this song that I wrote, blah blah, are you comfortable with doing this?" I'm not just gonna be like, "Yeah, you gotta do this song because whatever."
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
What rappers would you compare yourself from? Like who do you like? Like which inspiration? I know you like a rapper, but who your inspiration like?
inspiration wise,
Yeah.
like I know we mentioned like the top 3 and stuff like that. I feel like that is the blueprint that I try to be around. Like I try to be intellectually deep like Nas with the wordplay and I want you like actually to rewind. Did you hear what he said? Ludicrous with the outrageousness, because I'm a goofy guy too, so I might say something silly in a song. Like, did you hear what he just said?
Have you stumped
And also
out so bad it looks like a bunch of young bucks did it?
Exactly. Or like Big Daddy Kane, where I can, dib and dabble because I love R&B too, but I'm a rapper. But I can, do something for the ladies a little bit too, be smooth a little bit too. So those are the big 3 that I try to pull little elements from, So.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I got an album coming soon, but I really wanted this female rap wave to kind of leave because I feel like I don't like being meshed in there with that right now. I was just like, it's just not.
Your music will speak for itself. Your music will speak for itself.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's not.
It was a lot. I was like, damn.
Well, it was that deliberately. It was made that way to destroy how the world sees Black culture. So we know that.
Does Ice Spice make that type of music? I listen to that shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, well now she's on Ozempic, so she looks like a skeleton now, which is weird, but she looks bad. Like
she's always been to me anyway.
Oh yeah, but her whole
The
thing was
afro,
like,
it's it's the afro.
yeah.
It's the afro that just took me
Don't get me
out.
wrong. Her
Still looks
flow and
ridiculous.
energy is dope, but how she uses it and what she marked. I don't know if you saw that video where she was performing on stage. She was twerking. Her face looked dead.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
She
Yeah.
was like, just
She
like,
was
this is
She's
what
on
it's come to.
drugs.
Like,
kind of there.
they
Yeah.
didn't
She's
come
on
for your music.
drugs.
They came for your ass. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep it 100.
I
She's on drugs.
to like make it, and then all they care about is my ass. Like I did not do all this hard work just to be. I could have just made an OnlyFans, but I just wanted to be known for twerking.
No, first you get popular, then do the OnlyFans to make way more money.
Way cheaper.
I'm just saying.
Huh?
I'm just saying.
Wait,
And
what?
my thing is this. I
Like,
said,
what's her
yes, you
face?
could be, um, what's that? What? Who did it? What's her
What?
face?
Say it again.
Oh, the white chick that was on Dr. Phil.
Oh, Bad Baby. Yeah.
That's nasty
Yo, you
shit
know
right
what
there.
pissed me off?
And she's ugly now.
She did.
She grew up.
Yo, she did. She went on Dr. Phil, Troubled Teen, Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Oh
That
my
shit blew up.
And in the
Tell me
corner,
why.
she got her ass beat. That was the funniest part.
That was hilarious.
That was.
You know what she said in an interview when they're asking her, so what made you pursue music career? I had no interest in it, but I got a random call from a producer. He asked me, are you interested in doing music? I told him no. That should have been the end of the conversation. You know what this dumbass said? Well, maybe we could still work with something. Are you
Ridiculous. Yeah.
You call her because she's on a viral wave. You ask her music. She said no. Why didn't you hang up the phone? You said maybe we could still do something about it.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. A&Rs are mad lazy. They just want to see something that goes viral and, oh, yep, you. Never mind she's fucking white. She's controversial. Yes, you're gonna skip all these other people that have been waiting and fighting to get to this shine, and you're just gonna come and we're just gonna blow a whole bunch of millions on
You know who was really dope? Who's crazy, but she was dope was Azealia Banks.
Before she came out weird, yeah, she was good a little bit. Yeah.
She's weird, but that's just her energy, though.
Yeah. She fucked it up for herself. She did it because you just ruined it for a lot of people. Like,
did she?
You ruined a lot of relationships, and it's like,
she's too much, man. She's too much.
It's too much, but just that's her though.
She's to shut up. I'm like, girl.
It's her though.
Yeah,
I always find her entertaining.
My thing is this.
Like her.
My thing is this. If she was just wild and crazy on the music aspect, on the art form, cool, and you were chill in real life, that's fine. But
no,
when you bring, it's
too much.
Some of the best rappers are like that though.
No.
To a certain degree, yeah.
Like DMX.
To a certain degree, yes. Yes.
I don't know. She's like Nas and shit.
Oh my God.
Pac was like that too. X was like that too.
X, which X?
Yeah.
XXXTentacion? He was like that too.
DMX. Yeah.
XXXTentacion was like that too.
Yeah, he was in real life.
I like XXXTentacion. He had a good energy.
He was psycho.
Drake hijacked him. He was psycho.
What is with all these rappers talking about death in their music and then they suddenly die?
It's the pills. It's the pills. Because we were never pill poppers like that.
Yeah, pills poppers is crazy. But I like Juice. I like Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD was super talented.
Yeah.
Like with the songwriting and shit. It's just pills. They need to get help. Like I've never seen, back to I think you were saying the other day, like with the whole Ritalin and trying to promote Adderall and shit.
Yeah.
Because during our time, don't get me wrong, there were a lot of rappers who were taking whatever they were taking, but
they weren't talking about
alive. But that's the thing, they were still alive.
I don't think DMX was talking about crack in his music.
No, of course not.
He would allude to certain
unfortunately,
things.
his friend laced his stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, but a lot of these rappers that we grew up on, even though they had drug issues, they were still able to live into their older ages. Health issues, yes, but they were still living. These new rappers now, it's like let me take a little fentanyl and then I'm dead in like a month. Like,
who else died? I'm trying to think. I know there's a bunch of them that died that passed away.
Mac
that.
Miller died.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, I think they call it the SoundCloud.
I think that was the Mac Miller.
Like
I never liked Mac Miller that much.
2018.
Oh yeah.
Not really at all. But it doesn't count. He doesn't count.
And then it's either drugs or they end up in some type of violent situation. Like what's his name who just passed away? Rich Homie Quan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
was drugs.
Like,
I don't think he got killed. Did he get killed? I don't think he got killed.
No, he did.
Yeah,
It was a drug overdose. No?
I
Or
think it was, I
cancer.
think it was,
Or cancer.
I got
Or something
to
crazy.
look it up, but I think
I'm
it
gonna
was
look it up
gun
right
related.
now.
You
I'm
look
gonna
it up
look it
later.
right now.
Yeah, I think it's
But
his.
I wasn't a huge fan of him, but I liked him. I wasn't a huge fan, but I liked him.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it was
'cause
drugs. It was drugs. It was drugs.
Oh, okay.
I don't really like it with Homie Quan, but
Yeah. And he had a very catchy voice. It was, you know.
Pimp C,
Well,
Pimp C died from codeine.
Oh yeah, true. Well, the lean, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. So.
I love Bun B.
Oh,
that's a really good
dope.
rapper. I love.
I met him one time. Took a picture
Really?
with him.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I like
Ooh.
love Bun B.
Bun B.
Oh, okay.
Bun B.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
UGK for life.
I like a lot of the Texas rappers. Before
They have a certain
Like the
southern
salad.
drawl, but it's also like a little. It's like a
It's the vibe. It's
cool lay down drill, but not really.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah. But I don't know, man.
So what would you
I
want to see
just
from
feel
a
like-
female rapper?
What do I want from a female rapper?
Yeah,
Bars at it. First off, write your own shit.
of course.
I'm old school with
Come
it. No ghostwriting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do
Good luck.
write your own shit. Number
Good luck.
one.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Number two, I don't mind you dib and dabble. If you're a sexy girl, I don't mind you dib and dabble, but don't make that your whole mantra.
Okay.
Because you're just gonna that they don't care about your content. They just want to see your ass and titties,
Mhm.
and that gets lost in your creativity. You know what I mean? Because now it's like, oh, well, this is what's being. So now I have to tap into that, but eventually you're gonna get tired of it, and it's gonna show.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I have another question.
Yes.
What was your favorite three female? What do you think the three best female rappers are ever?
Right now, ever or what?
Ever, like just of all time. If you go look, if let's say the world's about to end, and they're like, all right, we're gonna figure out what the best of the best was in the category
I
of
want
female
to.
rap.
Lauryn Hill's number one for me. Technically, she sings. But,
I wouldn't put her on the list. I was thinking about it, but I love Lauryn Hill. I wouldn't put her, but that's you though.
okay, we'll put her in a maybe pile for that because she's like an in betweener ish kind of.
Yeah, with one album.
Female rap. She's not super popular, but I like Kamaya.
Who's that?
She's from California.
Doechie's good. I've heard Doechie. That's good. It's good.
I like Doechii.
Yeah, Doechie's
Who
really
else? I don't listen to a lot of her music, but Rhapsody's dope.
good. Rhapsody's also dope. That was on my list.
Yep.
I like Doechii.
Okay, so Doechie's dope, but unfortunately, she's copied off probably the best female rapper. Nicki Minaj
You said what?
is the best female rapper.
There's a lot of little Nickies running around. Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is easily the best female rapper ever to exist.
I love Nicki.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she easily. Like,
I would say in terms of longevity,
I don't even like Nicki Minaj, but if I hear her on something, like she's always the best at whatever she does. Like if she's on something, like her distinct, her style, her flow, everything. Like, you know.
I will say she has the longest career for a female rapper. I will give her that.
No,
in terms
just
of
talent,
consistency.
lyrics, everything, every single thing you could think of, Nicki Minaj has it.
I think
But
it's
yeah.
You know.
how Lil Wayne founded Nicki Minaj and Drake, and they pretty much owned the whole 2010s. That's crazy.
They did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Young Money wave was everywhere. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do
true.
Like there's a Dutch Rebel. She's from Boston. She's a dope rapper. I like her.
Okay, so you
And in terms of old school,
write their own music.
oh sorry, what?
You want them to write their own music, cover up.
Yep.
All right.
You don't have to be like all church and like a nun,
Don't cover
but
up. Don't have to cover up.
no, you can wear sexy outfits.
Listen, any singer, like female,
Yeah.
male, for
Yeah.
history, from all cultures, has all
Yeah,
done this shit. It's nothing new.
of
So let's
course,
not
of
single
course.
out
Yeah.
someone just because you might
What I'm
not
getting
like
at is that
XYZ.
sexuality for women is so easy to put on display that
But
shouldn't be your
sexuality,
go-to.
but sexuality for women is like sexuality for everyone, though. Like anyone can
No, 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 no,
understand
no,
it.
no, no, no,
What do
no,
you
no,
mean?
no.
Anyone
For
understands
guys, you have
it.
to do something to be a sex appeal. You have to do
That's what
something.
women are feminine, though. That's the whole energy they have,
That's
though.
what.
That's
Yeah,
their
yeah.
energy.
I get you on that. So it's almost like, but that's
So
what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
Jean Grey, for
not
example, is dope.
but
But
she's
like, come
like
on,
overly, she doesn't overly
yeah,
do it. She's tasteful with it,
there's a
She,
way to do it, a way not to do it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
and
but still, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like throughout history, any singer,
of
black,
course,
white,
of course.
indifferent,
Yeah.
of all time, that's they started a revolution of feminism, femininity. Like it just
My
is what
thing
it
is
is.
this though, like, what are you trying to sell? Are you trying to sell how creative you are and you look good, or are you just trying to sell I look good? Oh, I do music by the way, but look at
yeah,
me.
like you don't know the
That's
difference. Like, what's
that's
her
when the
name?
line gets blurred. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of female artists out here, especially in Rhode Island. They look good, but they don't dive too much into that. They rather just do this, wear an outfit, do this, and it's almost like it's risque, but it's not raunchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Exactly.
That's what I like. As opposed to the ones that are like, yeah, and then they start,
I,
oh yeah, like
Okay.
I want to hear the lyrics. I came to hear the lyrics. Yeah, and I know you want me. Like it's like,
mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah, I get what you're
okay,
saying.
you
I
know.
understand. That makes sense.
Being,
So
being an artist is hard.
Either way.
Like if your shit is not super fire, like you just get into desperation mode and just like
yeah,
let me twerk. like everybody's not like jumping like
That's a good point.
like
you know,
I know when they freeze. Like I know that feeling of freezing. Like thank God
yeah.
like people usually like my music, but I've been to like boring shows, and people freeze and then they just want to dance or do something to make it entertaining. So
So what do
And
you
on the
do when
flip,
that happens?
what do you say?
What do
who
you do
me?
when that happens? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
start interacting with the audience, like like get
Good.
them to
That's good.
say the words back with me.
hmm
Walk into the stage, sing right to people personally, directly. Change the
tell a
damn song if it
story,
ain't
something.
going
Yeah.
well.
That's good.
And on the flip side too, I'm not just getting on the female rappers, but there are a lot of male rappers too. It's like, my dude, know your lyrics. I don't want to hear you rapping over your own
Mhm.
song. And a lot of times they're not even rapping. It's like an energy, like yeah,
Yeah.
like half the song is playing in the background, and they're just
Nah,
it's
for
like
real, they ain't even trying. I'm like, oh my
don't
god.
worry. My last show, I messed up my
Mhm.
lyrics, but I switched up, changed another song. I didn't just
Yeah, for real.
because if you
But
if you just want to
sometimes
hear the music, it's
sometimes the
just
lyrics are so bad if you forget those things, it's on you.
true. And I take no.
When you got
Like if Lil Wayne forgets his lyrics, it's like I understand it.
Well,
But like
Little Wayne, he's been drugged up for a good chunk of
yeah,
his life,
he's
so
drugged out
that makes
and
sense.
it's so complex, I understand it. But if Little Yachty or some bullshit did that shit, it's just at that point, I got nothing for you. You suck.
And it's a case by case basis. I get it. Like if your whole, I guess, creativity is just energy music after lyrics, okay then, I get that. But if you're actually just play the song in the background, I'm just gonna do my thing, and that's not a performance. That's to me.
You know what a lot of problem is too is that like a lot of these artists, at least from my perspective, like when I listen to music, I like the art behind it. Like you know what I mean? Like even if you don't love it, you can at least respect the art, and the uniqueness in your own sound. But a lot of this shit just like corporate, like put together
Mhm.
hastily, like Sexy Red, for example. That's what I would call that.
Mhm.
And that's what the problem is.
that shit was
Like I
sexy,
said,
right? That was when I drew the line. Like I'm like, all right, I'm a independent artist. I don't rap, but it's just like when you go hard trying to get you know some fame, and a random ass ghetto chick from the hood that didn't even try,
Tattoos on her face, on her fucking
she
face.
just catapults to stardom. It's like, you know, it's just like, why the hell am I even trying? Like
Yeah.
they have an agenda, and it doesn't matter how talented or how long you do this for, because
You know
people
what's
like sexy red
funny?
come out of
You know
nowhere.
what's funny?
Mhm.
She was invited by principal to perform at a high school,
I saw that.
but because she smelled like weed, they're like, you have to clean up first. My point is, why are you bringing her to a high school?
And you do the line at
Yeah, like,
weed? That's when you draw the line?
Because she smelled like weed, they're like, get cleaned up first
That's
or
funny.
come back tomorrow. Why did you even invite her
You
to?
gave another chance.
He said, why is she? But she's at least entertaining. Yeah, but not at a high school though.
Who said that?
Rosie.
One of the comments.
Okay.
Oh.
Besides her lyrics and her view action.
Listen, like, I don't know. I listen to that
Maybe
shit.
she's
I
minstrel
don't like
show
it.
entertaining. She's minstrel show entertaining, yeah.
Yeah, but
I think Gorilla's better than her.
going to high school and stuff, it's like,
She has no business being in high school.
I was like, I don't
No
know
business being in
where
high
this
school. That's
music
the last place she
industry is
should be.
going.
That's 18 plus right there.
But this
Actually,
is also
21 plus.
covered in
21 plus.
huh?
Let's ignore the fact that she got a tape out. It's like what message are you trying to send to the youth?
I'm not shocked that she has a tape. I just found this information
Yeah,
out.
the lip gloss kit with STD names for the lip glosses.
She does?
Yeah. She got one called gonorrhea, chlamydia, sex on my period, booty hole brown, or something like literally a whole lipstick kit, a whole lip gloss kit. Like she delved right into that stereotype, and it's like I'm over here trying to thrive as an artist, and you're not getting discovered because you don't have no shock value like this girl, and here she is just. This is what they're promoting. This is what they want the Black community to.
And my thing is this:
buy.
she clearly has fans, and they consider that art. My biggest gripe is the people who are financially supporting this. The promoters who are bringing her out to these clubs or shows to perform, the record executives, the DJs who are putting their song on the radio and stuff like that, the club tours and all this stuff. Why are you financially supporting this? Clearly, you're trying to. There's an agenda behind it.
There's an agenda,
You know what I mean?
just like they did with the rappers. They made them talk about guns and all that stuff. Then they'll sell them. The girls, they gotta do the same. They gotta be super obnoxious, and then they'll sell you. But pop stars, they get to
Pretty
have
much.
clean, squeaky clean records, squeaky clean music. Black women try to do pop. Nah, you gotta stay in R&B. But it's all Black people that are writing these pop songs.
Do we
That's also true.
forget who's still the king of pop? Do we forget who's still the king of pop? Like
Who's the king of pop?
Michael forever.
He's dead though. Who's the king of pop now? He's dead.
There is no other. There will long live the king. There will never be another one.
Not the Weeknd? Not the Weeknd or something?
Yo, did you see that Super Bowl performance Michael did all those years ago?
Yeah.
This dude stood there for like 3 minutes, didn't say a word. The audience was getting crazy. He took off his glasses, the audience ran louder. He turned his head, the audience ran. He didn't say nothing.
Once he started moving, they started passing out. Literally.
Oh, Michael.
Yep.
The level
That's true.
The level of stardom and the level of influence will never reach that height.
But it's time to move on, though. We need to figure out. I love Michael action, but it's time that we find someone else. That's the king.
Chris got so close. Chris Brown. He got so close.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
It was the Rihanna situation that kind of. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like he was the closest.
I was young. Can't remember, but I remember. I know I like Chris Brown. His music was good. They not fucking Michael Jackson. Usher.
Usher was a top contender, but Usher can never outdance Chris Brown. I will give Chris Brown that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't think Chris Brown hit the heights that Usher has hit.
Chris Brown.
I feel like Chris Brown may have slowly surpassed.
I don't think Chris Brown has any confessions.
Don't get me wrong. I like Usher over Chris Brown any day because I grew up in the 90s. Don't get me wrong. But there's a certain level of performance that it's like, yeah, Chris Brown killed that performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe performance-wise, yeah.
Like, people overseas really respect Chris Brown. He just has a tarnished name here in America, but that's why he spends a lot of time overseas. That's where he makes his money, and people love him over there. Like overseas, like he's.
I like Chris Brown. You know, I forgive Chris Brown. You know, it's just I've heard some of his new music. It's not it's not that great, and I like some of his old music. I just don't think it hits the same heights as Usher's Confessions. Like that album alone.
Oh, it went diamond. But it went diamond because they thought it was true. They thought like, who's this mystery girl that us like?
It's just the music. It's just the music in it. Just the music.
I personally
just the music.
think that Usher's music just hits different. It's better. I mean, Chris Brown has talent.
Yes, it just hits exactly. Maybe I just think, and not just that album, like a good percent of his albums. Even Raymond versus Raymond was really good. Here I Stand was really good.
I don't think you can make a bad song.
Moving Mountains was fire.
Yeah, like that was just some different type shit that Chris Brown hasn't done that.
Yeah.
You know?
Usher is more R&B. Chris Brown is an in-betweener-ish, but mostly hip-hop.
Okay.
So, because Chris Brown started off an in-betweener, and then, you know, slowly dive into, he could spit now. He got bars. Like, you know.
Brown's dope. I just don't think.
So,
you know.
But yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, there will never be a king in that particular genre. That's just me, though.
There should be, though. That's not fair.
Of course.
There should be in history. In history, there's different kings. They might not be the best king. You know what I mean? But they can be a king.
Well, don't get me wrong. To keep the genre going and growing, there should be a new one.
If I had to nominate someone as a king, it would probably be like Usher or Weeknd. I didn't even give it The Weeknd.
No, I don't like The Weeknd like that. I feel like his music kind of.
But I just feel like I think it's dope.
Weeknd, he's dope, but he sounds nasally to me. I don't know why.
That's
he's dope, but he just it's so I don't know.
And I feel like The Weeknd's kind of stuck in a time zone right now with his music. I don't know.
I can see that.
Let's give it to Ed. You know what? You're right. Let's give it to Ed Sheeran.
I will say he did surprise me. This pale ginger did surprise me.
I was trolling. I don't know what you're talking about now.
Like when I heard the Peru, I'm like, first off,
I don't really listen to Ed Sheeran like that much. I don't mind when I hear the song. It gets played out, but I just don't feel like, you know, he's not no king of nothing. He's maybe the king of Scotland, though.
But he's making moves. He's definitely winning me over. I'm like, okay, I can rock with this. Okay.
You know who I just don't like? I don't know why is Bruno Mars.
What?
I don't know why. There's something about Bruno Mars. It is dope. I just don't like it. Personally, I don't even know. I don't like him.
Yeah,
I can't explain it. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I just don't. There's something off. You know when someone does something off?
Yeah.
You meet someone or you see something, it's just off.
It's just it's not for me.
I don't know what it is.
He's short.
What?
He's short and
he's short.
He's short.
I don't know. I don't care how tall he is. Something's off.
That's probably
some of the best artists are short.
You know.
Yeah. Look at Kendrick Lamar.
Look at
Kendrick's
Prince.
Kendrick.
I don't think Michael Jackson was that tall either.
Prince was more musically was more talented.
I don't really like Prince that much.
I was never a fan too, but I can't deny this dude played 11 instruments, self-taught.
Yeah. Michael Jackson was still better. Michael Jackson was still better in his left pinky. That pinky toe. Prince.
I can't believe Prince and Prince and Michael Jackson were really neck and neck at one point in the 80s.
I can't believe that either.
I don't see it. I'm like, there's no way. Like Michael.
Like, mind you, I was born in '89, so I didn't grow up in that era. But when you start watching documentaries and you hear people tell, like, I can see it. I can see it. I get it.
You see why they were neck and neck?
Yeah, because performance-wise, nobody can outperform Michael. Music-wise, nobody can outperform Prince.
Nah.
And like I said, it's just
Michael made way better music than Prince. What?
I would say, but Michael never played an instrument though. Like Michael was an all-around performer, entertainer, but Prince was the better musician. Like
Like,
strictly instruments, like musician instruments, and putting songs together.
there's plenty of
Prince.
people who do instruments that don't. It doesn't matter. They might be the best person who plays an instrument,
Mm-hmm.
but like compare that to like musician as a whole, like a front-facing musician. Michael, I don't know.
You know what it is?
Michael,
I don't look at
who's not
Michael as a
seeing Michael?
musician. I look at him as an overall entertainer. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michael Jackson is just like you listen to Billie Jean, you listen to Thriller, you
Mm-hmm.
listen to even what he talks about in his
Stranger in
music.
Moscow, Dirty Diana.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
come
Like
on,
I
he's
could
bad.
with Michael, I could
Uh,
see the stories with Michael. That's why I fuck with Michael, because with his music, I can envision
he
it
moves,
before.
he moves this way. You're following him. Like no matter what, you're hypnotized. You're following him. You ain't doing that with Prince. You know, like
I'm not a Prince fan, but I you know. So
it's just something. Like yeah,
I respect the talent. I respect the talent. Like
yeah. I respect they're both talented.
it's kind of like Beyonce. Like I've never really been like between Beyonce and Rihanna. I'm more of a Rihanna girl all
I'll go
day.
Rihanna.
I just
I
always
listen
will
to
rock with Rihanna's music.
there's some
I just
great
feel
songs by
music
Rihanna.
but I gotta respect Beyonce. Her hustle is just.
Can I be honest?
what's up?
Can we be honest about? Can we be honest about something?
What?
What's up?
And listen, Beyonce's overrated.
What?
We're just gonna be honest.
Beyonce don't what?
She's talented. She's overrated. She's talented. She's great at what she does, but she's overrated.
You know what it is?
We have an honest conversation. We can't lie to each other.
She has been in a particular light and position for so
Right.
long.
Extremely talented. Probably one of the best singers ever lived, but she's still overrated.
Well, listen. When she was in Destiny Child, amazing.
I like. Listen, I like Kelly Rowland better.
I love Kelly Rowland. I
like Kelly better.
I prefer
I'll give
Kelly
you that.
Rowland.
I give you that. I like Kelly
100%.
better. I'll give you that.
Times out of 10.
When she dropped her album, I loved it. I'm like, wow, she's fire. Like, she knows what to.
But you know, you want to know? I hate to go down this road. I hate to do it, especially pop calling the kettle black. But like that goes to the whole light skin, dark skin shit. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it 100. Who was in charge of the Destiny Child group? It was basically her.
That's a whole other issue. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So of course it's gonna be
like obviously Beyonce is who she is. I don't
Yeah.
like the whole country shit. I think that's ridiculous, but that's just me. That's my opinion.
It was okay.
Stay
It
away
was
from
okay.
that shit.
I give it. It was
Country
okay. I give it
the up and coming black country artists. Like I feel like Beyonce saw that there was an up and coming era of black country artists, and they weren't getting the time of day. And Beyonce's Beyonce, so she can do whatever she wants, and that's the reason why she came out with the country album. And now everywhere she goes, when she does country, she brings all the black country artists. I just feel like she's helping them get through the door. You know what I'm saying? Because
okay, that's awesome.
So she's.
I give it that. I give it that. Yeah. The
thing
is,
again, I don't.
The thing is, her platform is so big that her doing a country album, regardless if it was good or not, it definitely put a huge spotlight because you saw the backlash she got from the
only person who's gonna benefit the country from really the most people, unfortunately, who's gonna benefit from Beyonce going country is the white people. No one else.
They don't even want her there. They don't even want her there.
No, they didn't.
The people got benefit are the black artists that are trying to break in. Like she just made it so much easier now. Even though they straight snubbed her and Shabuzi, that's just crazy. I don't know how Shabuzi didn't even get not one. He didn't even get.
Yeah, he's dope too. Yo, that's wild. Oh yeah, but that just goes to show you, like, who's controlling country music now? Even though we created it, that just goes to show you, like, who's in charge of it.
I'm gonna go crazy. Who's your favorite white rappers?
My favorite white rappers?
Like favorite rap. Who do you think the best white rappers are?
Now, the best and my favorite is two different categories.
I got a hidden gem, bro. I was bumping that shit together, especially if you like Coogee rap and shit. I got a hidden gem for you.
Like I would say, the best and who's my favorite is two different categories. Like obviously, longevity-wise and everything. Obviously, everyone's gonna say Eminem. Longevity-wise, okay.
Besides Eminem, leave Eminem out of that shit.
Who do I personally like? I like Ritz. He's part of Strange. I think he's part of Strange Music. Ritz. RITTZ. I think. Who else?
Jack Harlow.
He's okay. He's okay.
Nah, I feel like Jack Harlow is overrated.
He's too white. It's too white.
I just feel like it's
Too
so
white.
forced. It's so forced.
It's too forced. It's like you can kind of tell the authenticity
Yeah,
behind them.
Yeah.
Like obviously with Rich, you can tell that he's about it.
yeah,
You know, Jack Harlow, not so much.
yeah.
What's his name? Dude, what's his name?
Who's the other guy from Boston Mills? From what I heard, you can like an example. I don't really listen to it, but like you can tell.
I like Technique.
Yeah.
Techniques from Mass, I believe. I think because I don't listen to a lot of white rappers. Like you really have to catch my attention.
Well, you brought out Mac Miller. You're gonna leave out Mac Miller?
Millie.
He's good, but I was never a fan.
Mac Miller, the one that
I was never a fan.
I think it was
his name that died. I liked it him.
Little Peep.
Yeah. I liked it, Lil Peep.
Yeah, but that's like
Russ.
rock music. It's not.
I like Russ. That's his name. Russ is
Rush.
dope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's
What
dope.
about here's a couple on my mind that like motherfuckers that can rap that are talented. What about R.A. the Rugged Man?
Yes, he's dope.
You gonna do that?
He's dope. The thing is, because I guess he's not part of this wave, and he's a bit older. That's why.
You know, I'm gonna give you one of my favorite white rappers, and you're gonna blow your fucking mind. Machine Gun Kelly. It's like one of those little, if you know, you know. If you don't know, he still makes rap music.
The thing is, what hurt me with him is the whole him and Eminem and
yeah, but but the problem is though that he whooped Eminem's ass. That's the problem.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did.
No.
That was the happy. Like, wait a minute, what just happened?
I don't know.
Eminem was saying a bunch. No, he was saying a bunch of nonsense. He was speaking nonsense. He was speaking gibberish half the time. He was speaking gibberish.
Who?
Eminem. Half of it was gibberish. Not the song he did with Royce the 5'9". The first one was great. That started it. The first one that started it was the one, when I heard it, was on Tech Nine's album with Machine Gun Kelly and Tech Nine. That shit was dope. But then when Eminem responded with Royce the 5'9", that Eminem crushed it. He killed it. It was good. But then the other shit was so bad. So bad. And then listen to him. If you listen to him, if you're talking about lyrics, not just talking not with the flow, like what you're saying.
Are you talking about Killshot? You talking about
Killshot? If you took Rap Devil and Killshot and you go into a boxing ring, it's like this. I'm doing you have two boxers. One of the boxers is doing like jabs and like hitting you, and the other jab is like dancing around doing nothing, like being showboaty and like just saying he's just saying shit. And he's not saying nothing. That's the difference between the two. That's how I was like, wait a minute.
That argument can be made when Jay-Z and Nas were beefing. Like Jay-Z, I feel he had the better song, but Nas was just more popular with the Ether.
No, he was saying shit in Ether though. Jay-Z had I think Jay-Z had the better song. I think Takeover was phenomenal. Yeah. But Jay-Z, that's why I would disagree. Like Jay-Z, Takeover, I listened to the Blueprint the other day actually. Jay-Z, I love that shit. But Nas, Ether is Ether.
Oh yeah. Eminem, I believe, is beyond overrated. I don't want to listen to it.
Correct. Yeah, if if you go listen to the album after that shit, Machine Gun Kelly, Hotel Diablo, and a couple other shit, that shit was dope.
Oh no, yeah. Let's keep it 100.
You probably never heard it.
Eminem is not being bumped in the hood. Let's keep it 100.
I actually heard. Yeah, you'll bump Machine Gun Kelly in the hood for the record if you put some shit on. If you put on the last Eminem shit was so bad. The best shit that on the Eminem shit that I heard was the shit with Jid and Big Sean. Jid and Big Sean, it just shows you. That shit was so bad. It's just I don't know. A lot of these white rappers are horrible.
Well, here's the thing too. When it comes to hip hop, a lot of it, there's a lot of cultural nuances mixed in. A lot of Eminem.
I like that.
A lot of Eminem's early stuff was "I hate my mom, I pop pills."
Yeah,
we don't do that.
Correct. Yeah, but at least he was better before. He was still dope. Oh yeah. What about you ever hear of Tom McDonald?
No.
You never heard of it?
No.
Look it up and get back to me. You want to see some of the worst shit you ever see in your life? Let's listen to like a song. Let's look at the titles of the songs. Actually, let's listen to one song to get a job idea, and then let's look at the titles. Actually, I'll read them to you.
Said Big Sean's downfall has to be studied. Yeah, yo, I love Big Sean too.
I love his last album. Cut that shit out.
Yeah,
I love that last album.
so.
When did he fall off? Did he fall off? I don't think he fell off.
No, he said downfall, not fall off.
Where was his downfall? Where did he fall?
So,
What was his downfall?
I feel like he's been quiet for a long time. Don't get me wrong, he's been still
his
doing
last
his
album
thing.
was great.
So
Superstar.
because I can't even remember the last Big Sean song I heard.
Superstar. It was his last album, right? Oh, he's not on good music anymore. That's probably so the marketing dollars went down. But Detroit 2, that was dope. His last one was dope. Like, don't disrespect. Like, he just got better. Like, I feel he gets better, but I think he gets less mainstream though. That's fair. He gets less mainstream.
He won me over too because at first I didn't like him. He was annoying at first to me.
Me too.
Yeah, but after a while, like when I'm like, you know what? Let me actually try to digest because it's like, okay.
Right, if you want to talk about culture vulture, just culture vulture shit.
Yeah.
Let's look at Tom McDonald. I'll just read you some of the song titles.
Okay.
Goodbye, Joe. So you know who I'm talking about, Joe Biden? Goodbye, Joe. As in goodbye.
Oh
Joe
yeah.
Biden.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
The System. American Flags. Facts featuring Ben Shapiro.
I know what you're talking about now.
I'm gonna give you the best part after I'm done with the song titles. When I'm done with the song titles, I'm gonna give you the best part. White Boy. That's all I can find. He's not.
Talking about
I found some more. Brainwashed, Snowflakes, Politically Incorrect, America, In God We Trust, I Don't Drink. He's not even American, he's Canadian.
Does he have does he have face tattoos? If I'm thinking,
what do you think?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
about.
In
dreads.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's funny. Oh boy.
No, I'm just saying.
You got
like, I don't know.
dreads?
Yeah, look him
he's
up.
tattoo dreads.
It's
Don't get me wrong. He can rap. It's just not for me.
Listen, we can't just say because someone could put words together when you're spewing bullshit.
No,
like, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Don't get me wrong. He's not for me. He's definitely not for me.
If you look it up, there's a lot of people who can rap.
Yeah.
That just say nothing.
True.
Or say bad things.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah. Like, you can put words together. You know how to rhyme.
And that's as soon as you write your music. There's so much other factors.
Yeah, that's a whole
other thing. Look at J. Cole.
Leave J. Cole alone.
I'm trolling.
I'm trying to trigger me.
I'm trolling.
I'm trying to trigger me. Leave J. Cole alone.
I am.
Yo.
I'm trolling.
It's wild.
No, but you know.
What's his name though? The one that you was.
Oh well, it's Tom McDonald. Look him up. Just don't even listen. Don't even click on it so he gets paid. Just look it up.
Just Google his name. That's it.
Is that bad?
Like you'll go on YouTube. Just type in Tom McDonald. You see everything. Trust me.
Oh God.
Yeah. Just scroll. Just look at this shit.
I'll be right back.
All right.
It's craziness. All right, so we went over the white rappers, the female rappers.
Yeah.
What about new rappers? What's your favorite new rappers? Since you're a rapper.
That's the thing, because I don't listen to a lot of new, because when it comes across my timeline, it all sounds the same.
You should listen to some of it, though.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
I'm tired of the saturation.
It's hard for. I get
it's
you.
hard for me to dive and look for
So look,
new.
okay, do you like the baby? I like the baby. I fuck with the baby.
Oh no, he's dope. I
The
don't
baby's
consider
really
him new
dope.
though. I don't consider him new though.
Okay, fair.
You know.
fair.
Yeah,
New.
but he's dope.
Uh,
He's dope.
I'm trying to think. Just new rappers. Yeet. Yeet's pretty interesting. It's an interesting sound.
Um,
uh,
hmm,
um,
that's tough because it's like I don't know.
so you prefer like the lyrical? I'm gonna go there and
Yeah,
just start
don't get me wrong.
rapping.
I'm not saying a song has to be like, oh, we on some political or like we have to override and all that stuff. It doesn't have to be super, 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 super lyrical with double entendres and mad metaphors and stuff. But at the end of the day, you want people to listen to what you got to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
90% of the time, the rapper has nothing to do with the beat. He either bought it from somebody or a producer put it together.
Right.
So my thing that irks me is like, oh, the beat hot though. Nigga, listen to the instrumental. Like, do you hear what he's saying? He's not saying nothing.
You like?
Percocet.
All right. I have a question. Do you like
Yes.
Young Thug?
No.
What?
No.
See,
No.
this is what I mean. Yeah. See, you fucked up.
The lifestyle. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Go listen to "So Much Fun" by Young Thug.
My
Listen
thing
to
is
it.
this.
Let's do it.
No,
If you
my
just
thing is this. When it comes to rappers, first impression speaks volumes to me.
no, it's not fair.
So you're
Ours involved. Listen, go listen to "So Much Fun" by Young Thug.
maybe.
Just listen to it. It's a whole different
Maybe.
type of sound, uniqueness just to him of his own artist, and it's dope. Like it might not be like like but it doesn't have to be though. You know what I'm saying it doesn't have to be.
I guess. You know what it is? What turned me off was he was doing too much with the
I agree.
penis. You see what I mean?
You know what? I wasn't a fan of at first, but I heard some shit drip feed like another song. He was on a big song, like a pop song that was, and he was good on it, but he had his own style. So I'm like, all right, he has his own kind of sound to it, like that song with you know what I'm talking about. It's like a really big pop song that came out years ago. And then slowly you start to listen and you start to, like, but it's unique. Like he has a unique, very unique sound. Like, so you should probably pay attention to that. You know, if you're an artist. If I was a rapper, if I'm an artist, I'm seeing how someone has like a unique sound.
I feel you.
And not just a unique sound that other people listen to. But I think he's dope. He's definitely different. It's definitely not like, how do I put it? All right, what about Jeezy? You like Jeezy?
Like Jeezy's dope.
Okay, good. I was scared for a second.
Jeezy's dope. Yeah. Wait, young Jeezy. You talking about young Jeezy?
Of course, I'm talking about Young Jeezy.
Okay.
He's called Jeezy.
Okay.
See?
Like, is there a new rapper named Jeezy that I don't know about? Yeah. Jeezy's dope.
Listen. Jeezy is very similar to Young Thug in terms of like what I'm talking about. It is.
Whoa.
It is. I'm sorry. And I think they're both from Atlanta. Yeah, it is. It's very similar.
I would say Jeezy has more substance. Their sound might be similar, but I feel like Jeezy has more substance.
Listen to the whole album by Young Thug. Listen to So Much Fun. It's really good. It's so much fun.
I don't know if I can give a whole album. I might check out a song. I don't know if I can give a whole.
Do it while you're like working out. Do it while you're like that's how I started. Okay. But then I'm like, all right, I want to put this on when I'm driving. I put on that the other day, and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking with it.
You know what it is?
Do you like Travis Scott? It took me a while to get into Travis Scott. Then I understood it. Once you understand it, and I would love to go to a Travis. Like I think like going to a mosh pit. Like I've been to a mosh pit at a Young Thug concert.
You heard what happened that last mosh? The last concert he had?
I know.
So
I'll repeat. Going to a mosh pit at a Travis concert would be dope. That's regulated though. That's better regulated.
Lyrics don't break records anymore. I feel you. I feel you.
Listen. I told you who some of my favorite rappers are. Like, I love Royce.
You know what?
He's still making great music from what he does, but we have like there's so much more than music in general, and even hip hop. Hip hop didn't really start that much on lyrics as much as you think it did. It did, but it didn't. It also started on a vibe, a dance.
You know what it is? What
from the beginning?
What made you fall in love with hip hop?
Everything.
Like,
Everything,
what would you
the whole
say if
package.
you had to pick? If you had to pick, what was the one thing that's like, yo, this shit is dope?
The storytelling,
Boom.
100%.
I don't care about the beat. No, get me out. The beat is fire.
Yeah.
But if you were to put it on, take away the beat and it was just lyrics, I'm like, yo,
So there's certain beats that
how do you
you could.
do that?
You're a great rapper, and if you got that same beat as Young Thug would still kill it better than you.
Yeah,
It
I
depends.
feel you.
It very like it's different types of like it's almost like it's kind of like a subgenre to a degree. Like it's different subgenres, but like Jeezy and Young Thug are very similar. They both fall like when Jeezy first came out, people were saying what you're saying about Young Thug. They said about Jeezy. I love Jeezy. I put on "Seen It All" by Jeezy the other day. I was listening to it. I love that shit. You
Mm.
know, but
So,
it's similar in like the vibe.
oh yeah,
What
energy.
about?
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
But
He has a lot of energy.
the
I
lyrics,
will
and there's
give
still
him that.
storytelling. There's still storytelling. They still have the storytelling. You still and you get that on some songs, and you get the melodies, and you can rap too, like a regular rap.
I'm just not a fan of the mumble rap. That's probably what it is.
I think
Like
mumble
if
rap
I
is just a loaded term that's been taken out of proportion.
like
I
if
think
I have to
there's some mumble
look up
rap.
your lyrics just to understand, not even because what did you say? Bring if I have to like literally
Yeah.
look up your lyrics because I literally
So
don't understand what you're saying.
you must like Tech Nine, right? You would have to love Tech Nine.
Oh yeah, fire,
Yeah.
fire.
Okay. So I understand Tech Nine. I listen to a lot of fast rap, so I understand it.
Yeah.
But if I was to listen to that, I could understand it. But there's people who wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, and
You know what I
Twista and
mean?
stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's the
people
thing.
wouldn't understand it.
People
And
want
guess what? There's people who
to
listen to
say
the
that
mother
it's
rap who understand it, and there's people who don't understand it. It varies. But guess what? You can listen to some of the most famous, best songs. When the first time you hear them, you don't understand them. Think
right.
about it. I mean, you can like what you like. I just want to like because you're an artist. I just want to like give you this like perspective. Like
Of course,
you know,
like
I'm like
yeah, art is subjective. Don't get me wrong,
yeah, it's
but
completely
for me,
subjective. But look at it. But don't look at it from subjective. Look at it objectively.
so but I can say the same thing. You said you're not a fan of J. Cole. He's fire to me, but to
I
you,
get
it's
it
like, eh.
though. I just don't like. I think it's boring.
I find a lot of these, like
Yeah, I mean,
so.
no. Okay, to be fair, I don't hate J. Cole as much as you think. Like, I listen to the warm up. I love the song "Dreams" that he did on someone else's beat.
Yeah.
You know, I like the first album. It's just like I was, you know what it was? I was looking forward to that album, and I heard it, and then I'm like, okay, and then I heard the next one, and I'm like, okay, and I've heard the other ones here and there, and I'm just not. It's one of
So
those. The build up
when
was crazy.
when you listen to music, what are you looking for? Like, you looking for energy? You looking for a vibe? You looking for
Everything, I like everything. I'm open to like just experience something new, something different,
yeah.
and then I can go how I'm gonna do from there. Like I love rock music. I love screaming. I love, one of my favorite bands, Bring Me the Horizon. Like it's
Okay.
craziness. You know about Bring Me the Horizon? Look it
No.
up. Like it's some different shit, but it just has its own vibe to it, and it's
Yeah.
like experimental too. I like experimental shit as well. Like I like something
Okay.
different. Like I'm sick of hearing the same shit, and I feel like with J. Cole, you get the same shit. Unfortunately,
I
maybe he'll have a song topic that's dope. He'll have song topics that are dope here and there,
he
sprinkled in.
he has a very specific style, so I'll give you that. He has a very specific style. I fuck with it, so that's
Yeah,
why it's
he
like,
does, and
yeah.
I like, and I don't like, I don't hate J. Cole. I think he's overrated. I wouldn't put him in the top
Whoa,
three for sure. Uh,
whoa. He's not overrated, but okay. You
I'm putting Tyler the Creator over J. Cole. I'm
whoa!
putting,
You chose violence tonight.
I
We were
did
having a very civil conversation. You chose violence tonight. Why?
because I love Tyler the Creator, and I didn't always love Tyler the Creator. I was listening to his album again the other day, driving back somewhere, and listen, and I think similar because both produce their own shit. One's completely better. Like you out your mind. Have you even listened to it? What's the last Tyler the Creator album you listened to? We're
This
some
album,
revolutionary shit.
I may have
Yeah.
came across like maybe 3 or 4
Go
songs, and
okay.
I'm like, yeah, this is not for me.
Okay. He literally did an album in the style of a rap album because he does different genres too. Of a style of a Gangsta Grill's classic Gangsta Grills mixtape. Like he did a whole album on the style of a Gangsta Grills mixtape. He even put Lil Wayne has his own like interlude on it. Like super creative shit that you learn
Maybe he's
from. Listen
just
to
too
this
weird
shit.
for me. I don't know.
He stopped being weird a long time ago, though. To be fair, he stopped being weird. Like I like the new album. He's talking about like how he got some girl pregnant. He's gonna get an abortion. Just real shit that you could relate to. His relationship shit. You know, just real shit. Like he's talking about. You know,
J.
and he
Cole's
always
been
has
talking
been.
about real shit. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know?
but Tyler sounds sonically better though. That's the problem. It's more fun when Tyler gets a creative does it. Like there's a song on an old, and it's a little bit more creative too. There's an old song swinging. There's an old song he did. It's called Colossus. It's just a song about him and his interaction with a fan that's trying to stop him, and while he was at like Six Flags or something, waiting to go on a ride, and he like just wrote it back, and then it tied into the next song.
Okay.
It's dope. It's dope shit. Like you need to listen to it. Like yeah, the antics stopped a long time ago. I know he started off with all that weird. That's the devil shit I'm talking about. That was real devil shit. What he was doing.
But that
But
just
it
goes back
stopped
to
though.
like when it
It
comes to
stopped
first impressions, it's
when he
hard
got
for me
older.
to.
Yeah, but you should listen to it because it's dope.
No,
Like the new Cornucopia.
if I come across it and I'm like, oh, okay, he changed it up.
You know
But
what? I'm gonna send something to you right now. Hold on. Let me send it to you.
so
I'm just gonna send like a freestyle he did on Kendrick's song.
okay.
Do you like A$AP Rocky?
Here and there. He's
You know?
here and there. I was more with the movement, the ASAP movement. That was dope. But I know he's with Rihanna now. He's chilling. He doesn't have to rap anymore. He got Rihanna. So.
Can you blame him though? Rihanna's dope. Rihanna's really dope.
I love
Yeah.
him. I like ASAP Ferg.
Ferg is good.
Yeah.
Ferg
How many
is
ASAP?
good.
I'm trying to put you on to some other shit because I'm like you. I like the lyrical shit, but when I start learning about the other shit, I also love it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would definitely put Tyler the Creator top 3 for sure.
Your top 3, not in.
Oh,
Okay.
I think Keem's ready to jump on.
Oh, okay. Wow. I said 2 hours, but we've been having fun. So.
We could have a little bit. I have to be up for my haircut tomorrow, so at like 11.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
But yeah, I would diversify your portfolio and learn something. You know,
I know a lot of people have been saying that too. It's just I don't know, because I just pride myself on trying to tell a story.
I love your
You know what I mean?
you can do
You
both.
switch it up.
You can literally do both. You can do both. And I like your music too, for the record.
No, I like your music. I feel like you're like, a breath of fresh air.
Do both. Yeah, but do both.
Thank you.
I see there's rappers that do both.
Yeah.
When it comes to you being an artist, the quickest way to get lost and lose passion is to start listening to other people and not following your heart. So
that's probably it.
Always do what feels right, because when the time comes, people are gonna feel you on that.
Well, it goes back to a private conversation we had, Glory. How I wasn't at best in school, and the way school is structured, if you're not following, it's almost like there's something wrong with you. You're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got into hip hop, and especially lyricism, I felt like this is a way to prove that I'm not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I actually am intelligent,
right.
and I could display that within lyrics. So it's almost like I'm trying to prove to myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a good example of kind of what I'm saying. Okay. Again, I don't want this to take this. Number one, I don't want this to be like a criticism because I like your music and it's dope.
Yeah.
But I really want to do it more for your musical taste and kind of show you something different.
Okay, no, I feel
as you as an artist. But remember how we were talking about like Trippie Redd? Oh, Trippie Redd's whack. He has his own style. So I will send you a song of Trippie Redd. So Trippie Redd can do what any other lyrical rapper can do, but he also has his own style and what else he does.
I would say a lot of energy. A lot of Trippie Redd's music I can see the energy in it. Have you ever heard the song "Missing My Idols"? I don't think I have. I did see a video.
Okay.
It was like almost like a horrorcore video that he did or something like that. I forget the name of that song.
I think if you play the music, we'll get copywritten.
No, I'm not. I'm sending
Oh,
it to him.
you said you
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. And then,
All right,
there goes the
all
line.
right, so when you get a chance, listen to these 2 songs I'm going to send you. So what I'm trying to get to is this. Listen, you listen to this Trippie Redd. I'll send it to you. It's just like every other rapper. Then you listen to some other shit he does. It diversifies what makes him unique and creative. Which what works for him creatively might not work for you. You might not like listening to it, but you can understand it better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's dope that other people are doing shit. Like you can listen to so many rap because what happens is like a lot of rappers out here just sound like Wu-Tang. Same shit.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers out here trying to sound like Eminem, then you get like Tommy McDonald because of that shit.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
Oh,
where it's just the same.
We got Keem in the building.
All right, Mimi.
I think he went to the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Can you add him in? I don't know. I don't think I think because she's the host, she can only add him in.
She has to add him in.
Yeah. Oh boy.
What did I miss?
Keem wants to join in.
Madly, we're about to be done.
Just to cap it off with some fireworks.
Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black
What's
Power.
up? How you doing tonight?
Peace and Black Power. Hi, Queen. You look beautiful as usual.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Ain't shit. Black Power.
Always.
Black
every day.
Power.
Always, right. Every day.
Black Power is good every day.
Yes.
Black Power is good.
Mm-hmm.
And every
What's going on? What's
Black
new with
Power
you, bro?
Now I'm cooling. I'm cool. I'm having a good day. Having a good day. Living in California, smoking with weed.
Lucky.
Living like a true degenerate, bad guy and proud.
Listen. Can I ask you a question, Keem?
Badman and proud.
Why are you proud to be a degenerate and also being of the people at the same time?
Well,
what's your mindset on that?
Degeneracy, if you look up the definition, is people who's pretty much sickly and malnourished. So when I say degeneracy, I'm speaking to the mental illnesses in my community that nobody tends to care about, and I'm self-aware. So if I put that out there about myself, that I'm a low-life degenerate, what could you use against me? Okay. I'm a low-life degenerate.
I think,
Go
ahead, finish.
I was going to being a low-life degenerate, right? Having an apartment, that's a big thing. That's a win. That's like a mansion. Having a car, that's a bigger win. That's a bigger win. The standards are so low for me that all I need is a little to be above everybody who got to go reach for the highest. So yeah,
right.
I'm a degenerate.
Okay, so as a person who's trying to uplift the community, why do you think it's cool to promote that and glorify that type of
I'm not
mindset?
trying to uplift the community. I'm not trying to uplift the community.
What are you trying to do? That I know that.
I'm trying to uplift a strong member of our community who can get up out of this. Hopefully, I can be the spark that creates the next Fred Hampton. I want to be that old nigga on the corner who sparks the Fred Hampton.
And who would that be? Like, who you think that it is right now? And how would you spark them as well?
I don't know where they
are. You don't know who it is? Okay, you're just looking for them. You're just throwing out there.
I'm
throwing out the degenerate.
Throwing mad shit out there. I'm putting mad shit out there. And hopefully the right little nigga's like, yeah, and just does his own research.
So the little nigga will just start calling himself a degenerate? Like, what kind of research you think they're looking to do specifically?
Well, I'm not looking for that. If they're listening right
now. Yeah, but here's the thing though, bro. You're great.
You should be proud to be a degenerate. You should be proud to be a degenerate because the standards is low for you. So if you reach just a little bit, if you just go to school and graduate, nigga, that's a win. can't lose. The standards are set low.
Alright, so let me give you the definition of a degenerate. Having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of decline.
Yeah.
So you're now declining as a human being, and not and as a, which I don't even think you're a degenerate, for the record. You might say it, but I don't think
It
you are. I
speaks to
think
many things. Being a degenerate speaks to many things, not all in one. So all of those.
I'll give you a synonym of a degenerate. A synonym of a degenerate will be debased, degraded, corrupt, corrupted, violated, bastard, impure, corrupt, decadent, dissolute, dissipated, debauched, raucous, reprobate, depraved, perverted,
Let me tell you
despicable,
something.
base,
Let me
vice-ridden,
ask you
wicked.
something.
What?
Would you consider men who've been to prison degenerates?
No.
While they're in prison,
No.
aren't they often considered
No.
degenerates?
I mean, there's levels, but no. As a whole,
Listen,
no.
I've been to prison. I've been to jail. I've seen the med line. I've seen everybody get in fucking the line to get Zoloft and what's the other one that the bipolar people use? The fucking lithium and all of it. I've seen all the different.
It sounds like
I've
they
seen
have mental
sickly
illness.
crackheads who are skinny. I've seen mentally ill psychopaths. Like, jail is the home of degeneracy.
But you're saying, like the other day, you were saying
And
like, oh,
immoral.
you're the Black
immoral.
Panther. You're the Black Panther, the son of a Black Panther. Like, you're all these great things, and you have all these
I
great
could
messages
never
you want to
be a
put out.
Panther.
But you want to
My
be a
daddy
degenerate.
was a Panther.
Okay.
I can't be a Panther. I'm too much of a felon. I'm too much of a criminal.
There's so
I'm
many
too
felons
gangster.
who've done so much great things. Like, so many felons who've
We
done
all
great
know
things.
that.
Especially
We
on the
all
social
know
media
that.
platform.
Yeah, we all know that. Thank God for social media. Thank God for social media. A lot of felons were saved with this shit.
Like, in the eyes of society, yes, you're a degenerate. I get that aspect of what you're saying, but I wouldn't say that you shouldn't embrace that as opposed to use it as motivation. Like, yes, you may say I'm a degenerate, but look what I've done. So I think I'm kind of piecing what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
if I'm making
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying,
like,
don't let a degenerate be smarter than you. Don't let a degenerate succeed
the
more.
title of you being a degenerate keep you a degenerate.
Down.
Okay.
Because it's like, all right, well, I want to roll with it. I roll with the degeneracy because often I'll compete with somebody. I'm a very competitive person. So you don't want to lose to the degenerate. I got less to lose when I put that title on myself. I'm less educated than most people. So it's like, do you really want to lose a debate to this degenerate?
Think of it this way. Y'all remember ODB, right? Wu-Tang?
Absolutely.
This dude is a degenerate, but he's highly intelligent. If you actually listen to what he was saying in a lot of his interviews,
he's extremely intelligent.
How he puts himself out there, music and the stories and everything, like, this dude he earned his name. But he actually, like, listened to some of the things he was saying, I'm like, okay.
He studied philosophy.
You know what I mean?
He was quoting like Sun Tzu and Socrates and shit. They're quoting like they quoting Homer.
I wouldn't call ODB a degenerate. Like, I also wouldn't call Keem a degenerate either.
ODB is a degenerate. He's a crackhead who's malnourished, sickly. He mistreats women. He's more degenerate.
That kind of makes you a degenerate, but it fully makes you a degenerate. Like,
DMX and ODB. DMX and ODB are degenerates.
No,
yes.
In the eyes of society, yes. Not musically. Now, if you take it into hip-hop, that's a different thing. But in the eyes of society, yes. Almost every rapper in the eyes of society is a degenerate.
Yeah, but you don't have to look at society. It's about yourself. It's about the people around you, not so much the society as a whole, the people close to you, how your own mentality is. And the point I'm just trying to circle around and get to is that I think Keem has a lot going on for him, bro. And let me pull up your profile real quick. I was looking at it. I like it.
Today he got the
receipts, coming in there. Give me 2 seconds. You say a lot of great things, and I just don't want to see you say these things and then put yourself down like that. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't putting down. It's embracing the negative flaws of my character. I'm self-aware.
You ever look at the Willie Lynch theory?
Yes. And
Yeah.
I gotta
So,
talk to you more about that. So be careful with that theory because there's no validity behind it.
oh, no validity behind it. Yeah. Except that it's like
Yeah,
I mean,
today.
we
it's a
don't know
theory.
if
It's a
Willie
theory.
Lynch.
Let's
It's
keep it.
today.
Let's keep
It's
it
a
one hundred.
theory.
It's
Today.
a theory.
It's
So
today. It's literally in. It's there. Like it's going around. The mindset you have is based on that. What it like you're saying some real shit. So I'm gonna pull this one up. Like I like how you're promoting other people, other creators. I learned about a new one, the girl that uses cardboard for food. That's funny. Um,
She's lit. She's better than cooking with Kyle. The girl with
correct.
the paper food.
Yeah, I like the one
oh
where
yeah,
you're talking
she's
about
talented.
like Logic Buster. Knowing yourself ain't easy. Ain't the easiest thing to do it if it take a lifetime for some people. Think about it. Like you're not a degenerate saying these things. This is what you're putting out there. Like there might be some like questionable things that you might say or do, but overall you're not a
Degenerate don't
degenerate.
mean stupid. Degenerate don't mean stupid.
You just said you were a lot educated as other people,
It's
though.
it does say
You said I am less educated formally. Formally, I don't got a degree
Anyone can learn knowledge and apply it to their life, degree or no degree.
because I went to jail, bro. It's because I went to jail and
And
I got to read.
people get so
Listen,
smart in
in
jail.
jail, nah, I'm dead serious. I was reading more than you probably ever read in your
Good.
life in jail.
I
I
highly
know
doubt
dumb
that.
street niggas.
I love
I know
books.
dumb street niggas. Listen, I know dumb little street killers that
Hmm.
read like 300 books in a matter of a 5-year span in jail. Easy, light work, light work. I seen niggas read 10 books in a weekend, bro.
Here's what
Light work.
here's what I want
it
for you,
says
bro. I want you to be
Jail
better.
forces you to become
I
intelligent.
want
Like it forces
moral
you.
lazy.
I want you to be better and put the mission out, and we're gonna uplift our people. That's what I want from you, Keem. Honestly, I think you can do it. I think you have a way of drawing people in. You know, I love chatting with you. I love fighting with you. You know, I think it's amazing. Good times. I
You
look
mean you
forward
love
to it.
losing?
You're definitely
Well,
the
Sure.
bigger person today, Justin.
Yeah.
You're
What'd you say?
definitely the bigger person today, Justin.
Listen, I'm not always the bigger person. I just like to like go in there and troll.
Mimi, you owe
You
my
know,
brother World FBR an
what did she
apology.
say? What did she do this time?
She made him swear. Never heard him swear.
What did you?
Never heard him
What?
swear in life. Never heard him
Oh,
swear.
the guy from the other night.
Last night, he don't swear. He doesn't even raise his voice. You made him raise his voice slightly. I heard a pitch go up.
You made
Yo,
me raise my voice.
yo, World FBR, I heard your pitch go up
Yeah, yeah.
slightly.
No,
I'm
she
like,
went a
that
little too
nigga went up
hard.
a decimal. You
She
made
went
him
too.
go up a decimal.
She went too
Mm-mm.
hard. She was going hard.
You did that to me. I've been in this
No,
chat
yeah,
3 hours.
yeah. That's the thing, Keem. You were out there
It's
trolling
spilled
I'm a
over.
professional antagonist
It's
first.
You guys
correct.
it's spilled
started
over.
with
That's what
me, and I
happened.
was already worked up by the time he entered the chat.
That's true. see,
Everybody
You
see,
had
got
you.
gifts.
see.
Everybody got gifts. My gift is antagonism. I'm an antagonist first.
Here's the thing, Keem. This is what we have in common. I'm also a antagonist.
Nah, you're not. I'm a
Oh, okay.
professional. I'm a professional by
Okay.
career. My job is to hate. I used to be at NBA games hating,
So you're
hating,
admitting that
baseball
you
games hating. I'm one of the
use my
greatest hecklers who ever lived.
Yeah.
There's not much hecklers better than me.
Let's have a heckle off
you're
then.
purposely just trolling me.
You gotta get Spike Lee. You're gonna have to get like real high level hecklers
I
for
can do
me.
it.
I've been doing this basketball tournaments, NBA
What
games,
are you doing in an NBA game?
comedy events. I will hate on a comedian on the stage. You suck, nigga. Fuck off the stage. Boo.
I was. You're a character, my dude. I will say that you are a
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't like, you defaming me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to do good work here, and
Yeah, yeah.
you go
Why are you
ahead
I
defending me?
didn't defame you.
Yeah, why are you
blasphemy
I didn't
defending me?
defame you.
page. Like,
I didn't defame
that's
you.
not.
Yeah, like you.
I didn't defame
I
you.
heard. Like she almost like I had to pull strings to get you on here. She didn't want to talk to you. She was ready to block you. Why are you doing that? What happened?
She's
Mimi, what
trying to
happened?
create a boundary so she could avoid.
No,
So
Correct.
she could
I'm not
avoid.
you out here defaming me because that's the complete opposite of what I want. I'm not trying to be out
How am I
here
defaming
arguing with
you?
people.
You out here debating with people, talking over them, and then they're not supposed to get mad?
That's what I'm saying. You just said
I
that
can get
you
mad.
just you even admitted that you professionally troll people. Like you do that for a living. Like
No,
you're
I
a
didn't.
professional.
I said antagonize. I didn't say troll.
Listen,
Same thing.
listen, Keem.
Okay.
No,
Please
it's
don't
not.
forget
An
that
antagonist will punch you in the face. A troll will never see
I
you.
don't want to get stuck on a word. All right.
forget
No.
Keem. I had you so worked up, you were sweating, bro.
Nigga, I was drinking alcohol.
No, you were sweating. You were jumping up and down, yelling, screaming, sweating.
And that's just not.
I had to go for a run afterwards.
And
Bro, I
that
argue like it's
prove
nothing.
that I'm totally fine when you're not around, Keemy. Like,
Yeah.
so don't be sitting here like throwing dirt on my name that it's I got a problem. When you know you're antagonizing me, you come.
What dirt did I
Keem,
throw in your
Keem,
name?
I have a
Specified
question.
as dirt. No,
Keem,
specified as dirt.
do you think it's masculine energy to argue with a female like this?
Masculine
Do you think
energy?
that exudes that black masculine Black Panther
Well,
energy to
I know
argue with a
that
female?
masculine got a.
Never
I
mind
know
a female just
masculine
trying
got
to
a.
uplift her people.
I know masculine got a definition, and what we not going to do is change these definitions to suit our narrative. We're not going to change these definitions to suit our narratives.
How come every
We
time
don't
someone calls you
the
out, you want to change
definition.
the definition? Okay, let's do it.
Matter of fact, it is masculine to argue with a woman. You know why? Because we've been doing it for 200,000 years. Since we was in motherfucking caves, we was
Is it
arguing
because
with women. I don't want to hear that
you
shit.
like to argue with me? Like, cause I'm pretty sure you ain't talking to no snow bunny like that.
I'll punch a snow bunny right in her face. I only fuck with black women. What are you talking about?
They have qualities such as strength or confidence, which is considered typical of men. Listen.
So what the fuck does an argument got to do with being masculine?
So
A
if you're
disagreement
confident,
is an argument.
If you're confident like that, and you know someone's a woman, why are you arguing with them like that?
Disagree because anybody can argue.
Okay, but why? Okay, that's fair. But why are you calling them out their name? Why are you doing all this?
Well, because she kept talking over me, and I got frustrated.
Then you take a deep breath. You don't say you're dating someone and you talk over you. You just take a deep breath, let them finish. Maybe take a walk.
Mimi's the reason why there's toxic relationships.
That's not true. I know that for a fact. That's not true.
The way
yes, it is.
that I was
100% not true.
the whole chat is literally evidence that I'm not the reason, because I can have a cordial conversation and hold it for hours.
That's what's
correct.
My ex was an antagonist, and I left him, and my life's been great since I left him. And you remind me of my ex.
Calling everybody an antagonist. Everybody ain't an antagonist.
From people like you, because you're not gonna start with me for real. You're not.
Would you
like no? I'm.
Would you say the best? You're the best antagonist.
I'm the first. I'm not the best.
Oh,
I'm
you're
the
first. Okay.
Yeah.
First antagonist.
Stand up antagonist. I did sex on stage.
You did?
Antagonizing. I didn't come to make you laugh. I came to make everybody mad.
Okay.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Everybody mad, and then be mad when I get mad. Like.
Yeah. Don't get mad at me. I'm doing my job. I don't fucking come to your job and kick the scrubs off you. I don't come stop you from nursing. Don't stop me from antagonizing.
You know, you're trying to antagonize me right now. I'll be right back.
I'm not. I'm being nice to you. I could be mean.
What'd you do today, bro? How was your day?
My day was smooth.
Chill.
Sold stuff on eBay. That's what I do. Stuff. Taylor Swift stuff.
Shit, man. eBay is a pain in the ass. I could never sell shit online. Never mind eBay. I've had to buy a couple of things on eBay one time. I'll never do it again.
It takes a lot of percentages out, but it's all right, though.
They all take percentages out. Who cares? It's money.
Yeah.
Like, just even like the whole debating, like betting. I don't have time for that shit. If I wanted to haggle, I'll go to fucking Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck.
I mean, you can buy things right away too on eBay too.
You could. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, Keem, like, I think you have a lot of great things, qualities. I just think that if you need a little bit of control, bro. Even, like, you can still antagonize. Just have if you have so much talent,
you know why I don't want the control? Because me under control, let me tell you why me under control is no good. Then the Jewish boys are going to come with contract papers and all that other bullshit.
Not that type of control.
This is for the niggas. This is going to be low budget for life. You have like Damon Dash movies.
Not that type of control.
I'm Damon Dash movies for life. This is Tubi. I ain't going up.
What happened to Damon Dash? What happened to Damon Dash?
He's on Art of Dialogue, a black platform, getting $10,000 to talk about all his shit he did in the past.
But
That's his
okay,
just
but
due.
what?
God's looking
But
out for
and
him.
I would
God's
even
looking
go.
out for him.
I would even go further and say Damon Dash would be a good example of what you could be if you had it under control.
He didn't have control.
Damon, I've seen a lot of shit with Damon
Yo,
Dash. He's a very
listen,
smart.
Dame Dash punched Harvey Weinstein in the face. That's the black dude I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be the dude who
I would be
punched
that
the.
same guy. I would be the same dude to do that. That's not what I'm
You know
talking
the.
about. I'm talking
You know
about
who's the white
control.
dude? Who's the white dude who humped Little Baby? Who's him?
What? I don't know. Like, I don't know about
Who
that.
humped Little Baby and Dak humped him. Who's that?
I don't know.
At
What
the
kind of
all
site you be on? Are you sure
the
that was the
all
AI generated?
the
Are you sure that
billionaire
was the AI
white
generated?
man. Listen, the billionaire white man who had Meek Mill jumping up and down after the tennis game. The rich billionaire white dude. He's like 5'5",
Oh, okay. He did that to
and he
Lil
be
Baby.
fondling people at the white party. I want to be like the dude who smack him and then it's not allowed nowhere. Like, oh, we don't let Couch Walker in here. He's too ignorant. Yeah, I want to be that nigga.
Okay. So let's say you have a black movement,
Dame
right?
dash me.
And
Dame
you have,
dash me. I don't want to be involved.
so what you're saying is, if you have a black movement that has traction, you're going places, you're reaching all these people, changing all these people's lives. Someone says something you don't like, and you're gonna smack them and ruin it all. Is that what
Any
you want to
black
do, Keem?
any black movement that got me as a face of it is not a black movement. That's
What
not
is
what I
it?
do, bro. I'm an antagonist. I'm an entertainer, bro. I literally
Oh, okay, so you're
talk
just trolling.
shit.
So you're just trolling.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
I've been trying
troll.
to
Trolls
say.
is pussy. I'll really smack somebody. I'm not a
Being
troll. I will come meet. I will come
most
meet you.
troll smack people. You know, let me give you an example of some
No,
trolls.
I will come
50
meet
Cent.
you.
You don't think 50 Cent would
I
smack
got a
somebody?
violent history and I'm a felon. I am not like the other dudes who talk shit online.
I think you are though, Keem. Though that's what I'm getting at.
I don't think I am.
Everything's
I don't
pointing in
think
that
I am.
direction.
I
Everything
don't
is
think
pointing
that
right into that
nobody
direction,
wants to
bro.
play with me on it. I don't think on a serious level, there's a lot of people willing to throw their life away over fuckery. So I think
Would
I need to be left
would you
alone.
throw your life
That's
away?
why I'm in the house.
You don't go outside because you can't control yourself?
I do go outside. Goodness, I'm grown.
How many times, like, so if you can't go leave your house, how many times have you been arrested? Like, the way you're talking is not you. Because if you were like, yo, you would be in jail
You
for life.
asked me how much time I've been. I don't know how much times I've been arrested. I would assume
You'll be in jail for
20.
life if you were really how you are. You think you do a lot what you do for camera and clicks?
I'm not a killer. I'm a nigga who
You,
smacked the shit out of you, and you won't be in jail for the rest of your life for smacking somebody.
you know, when you smack someone, you give them the right to beat the shit out of you, right?
You're not gonna get the right to beat the shit out of me. I
Legally.
don't fight. I
So what do you
don't
do then?
fight.
When someone smacks you, what do you do?
No one's gonna smack me. You're not that crazy. And if you smack me, I'm gonna spit in your face. So now you got to kill me.
You know who he reminds me of? You know that guy, that podcaster that decided to shoot up a club? He gave you that tax stone energy right there.
I know.
You see?
No tax.
So
He's from
if you
Brooklyn.
yeah, so listen, let me say what I was saying before.
Free
If you had a little bit more
tax. I know him in real life. Free tax.
a little bit more structure, you could do so much, bro.
Man, don't be giving me no fucking critiques.
That's something
Why not?
you don't like critique.
Critique my content. The fuck?
Why not? Why
He
not?
said I want to make it big off this. What if I just want to talk shit and spread knowledge and that's it? See, y'all
You don't want to spread
coming
knowledge.
across my
Wait, wait,
page.
wait, wait, wait,
Y'all
wait,
coming
wait.
y'all coming
What
across
is
my
it?
10th.
Do you want to
You coming
antagonize or you want to spread
across my
knowledge? Which one
10th
is it?
page, bro.
You
I'm
want
just
to
saying,
antagonize or you want to spread knowledge? Which one is it, Keem?
bro, it's antagonistic entertainment. It's called edutainment.
Anyway,
I'm
when
saying you
are
learn,
Oh.
you laugh,
you coming to Rhode Island?
you know.
So are
You
you
said
saying?
what?
So okay.
You said
You
you're
said when
coming, right?
am I coming
Yeah.
to Rhode Island? Of course. We'll talk.
Are we all gonna have a meetup in person?
Yes, when I come to Rhode Island.
Yeah, we can go. We can do that. All right. So based on this whole conversation, we can even play it back. What I'm hearing is, tell me if I'm wrong. Let me finish first. You don't want to. You don't want to. You want to antagonize, but you can't fight. You you don't want to do anything.
You
You don't
said I
want to.
can't
You want to be.
fight. You said
Let me
I
finish.
can't fight,
Let
or
me
I won't
finish.
fight.
Let me
Say
finish.
I won't.
Let me
I'm
finish.
correcting you. Say I won't fight.
Take a
Don't say I can't fight.
deep
I say
breaths.
I
Okay.
can't. Don't say
So
I can't.
So let me get this right. So you want to be edge and just do it, but you want to
Weapon.
educate people. Which one is it, Keem? I feel like you're like a
Yo,
contradiction.
you didn't hear what I said? I said edutain.
Edutain.
Learn and laugh.
But
Yeah.
you want to. That's not what you said though. You said the opposite. You didn't want to do nothing. You just want to
Well,
be throw your life away. That's what you've been
antagonistic
saying.
approach, my antagonistic approach is a reverse comedy.
So
So, it's like,
it would kind of be like you have nothing going on, like you're just saying
it
nothing.
sound like, you ranting instead of letting a person represent itself. All right. So the antagonist role is because I failed as a comedian and the responsibility of making people laugh is too difficult. So it's actually easier to be the guy who's trying to trigger people, especially liberals. They're easy to trigger. You know
You
what I'm
think
saying?
you're
And
not keeping
then while you're being triggered,
Have you
while
seen
you're being
MAGA?
triggered,
Have you seen
yo, hold
MAGA?
on. Hold on, listen. Them niggas is easy to trigger too. And then, right, when you're
that's not your
antagonized,
boyfriend.
right, you're bothered, when you're bothered and you're hot and bothered
Be
and you're
right
mad,
back. Be
then
right
you get a
back.
little bit of facts to go with it. Then you get some knowledge. Like, oh shit, look, it's a teachable moment here. He went from talking shit and trolling me to now, oh shit, I'm learning something. And then we right back to it because the only way black people can learn is if they're entertained. Black people can't learn shit unless we
That's
having
not.
fun. You got to make everything fun.
That's not true.
Nigga, don't tell me.
Tell me.
Don't tell
Don't
me.
tell me.
I witnessed it with schools. I've done worked staff in fucking alternative schools and seen the kids actually learn shit when they're having fun. Like they
It's
gotta engage. You gotta engage people through
but
entertainment.
not through
People can't learn from the
not,
boring stuff.
not through drama.
They can't.
Keem. Keem.
Yo,
The problem is that you're saying nothing. So how are you teaching somebody when you say nothing?
what you
How do you
mean?
teach
Go do my shit.
how are you
Go
teaching
do my
someone when you
shit.
call yourself a degenerate? Like how does this work? I'm
Degenerates can
asking
teach,
you.
and I'm answering.
So you're
Who the
teaching them
fuck
to
said
be a
anybody?
so
Everybody
wait,
can
I'm
teach.
confused. So
You're
you're teaching them to be a
confused
degenerate?
because you're not listening. You're confused because you don't
Then tell
represent
me.
English properly.
It's hard to
You
listen to
can
someone who's
be a
saying nothing.
degenerate. You can be a degenerate and teach. Anybody can teach. A homeless person can teach. A rich person can teach. A
Right.
dumb person can teach. It doesn't matter. The first teacher you get is your mother. Some of these mothers out here is 13, 14 years old, dumb and ain't learned shit, but they the first teachers you ever get. So I don't
But
know about how a
but
degenerate can't teach.
you literally just said
Oh,
you just
that's
want to
crazy.
you just said not to listen to you. You want to throw your life away and not listen to anything that you say. That you just do shit to
So the problem that
antagonize.
you're having, right, is when you spend too much time trying to contradict somebody who knows how to use English properly in its right context, you're gonna fail miserably.
You
Like
didn't
you're
even know the
gonna.
definition of the degenerate. We had to pull it up.
I did know the definition of a degenerate.
No, but why when we're
They,
talking about politics, you get all
but
angry
how do you teach him?
out?
Yeah, like he just
I
gets
did
like
know. I explained what the definition
a little
was, and
emotional, just
then
a little
you
emotional, just a
read
little.
the actual,
Right
you
back.
read the actual definition, and it literally corresponded with what I said.
But why when we're talking politics, Kimmy, you always like over talking me and you never want to hear me out?
Let me answer that question. The reason why you're being overtalked is because you're not following the conversation from the person speaking to you. I will say
Keem,
spaghetti is
Keem,
hot, and
Keem.
you will respond that the night is cold, okay? You will respond with nothing that has anything to do with what I originally
Yeah.
brought up. So I'll cut you off to remind you that we're not on subject.
No,
You're
And you
no.
did
on
that
subject.
to
This is the subject.
you did that to World FBR multiple times last night.
So
I should have marked down.
Let me bring
so
up
Keem,
FDR. What's his name?
you
What's
want
his
to
name?
what's
What's his name? I'll bring it up. I don't like talking about stuff without facts in my hand. Who's the person?
And I don't want to lead no black movements because I'm a felon. You got to find a good, college educated, intelligent brother like Fred Hampton and Huey P. College niggas. Like, those are the
then
niggas you
what
get to represent
then,
black movements,
then what do you
not
want,
people
Keem?
like me.
Then what do
You
you
don't
want?
get people like me. I'm a terrible,
What
like,
do you
represent. Like, why would you make me the face of anything positive?
what do you want,
That,
Keem?
that's
Ultimately,
bad leadership. If somebody puts me in the front of something important, that's bad leadership. You want to keep me behind the scenes, brother.
then what are you even doing at this point? Honestly.
I'm enjoying myself. The same thing you doing. I can do
So
whatever I want with
okay,
my life. I'm not critiquing
you're
you.
a troll.
I'm not critiquing you. I'm not asking you no questions. You asking me
You don't have to
questions.
get
So
upset.
when
Calm
those
down.
type of
Don't get
questions,
I,
upset. Calm
when
down.
those
Take a deep
type of
breath.
questions, I'm
Take a deep
calm.
breath, my
But when
brother.
those
You're
type of
not calm.
questions is asked, it's like, what are you doing?
we're trying
What
to
are
I think
talk
you're
about the
sweating
black
you
again.
community.
implying from these questions? What are you doing for the black community?
So I
Are
noticed
you
that you
I'm not
put
out
like.
here challenging people on that.
So
But if you are challenging people on that,
are
you got
you
to have receipts and you got to do some real
uh,
damage because you are talking out of your ass. You don't know me personally or what I've done. So now that you asked me, you got to commit to representing what have you done for the people because that's not something I hold over people's head. I don't go, what have you done for the black
I
community? You ain't shit.
said
I
we
don't
are
do that
here
to
to
people
talk
because
about
everybody doesn't have the means. Everybody doesn't have the means to help.
I said
Everybody
we're
doesn't have the knowledge to help.
Keem,
So that
how
mentality
come
right there in itself is
I
elitism. How you have an elitism when you're supposed to be a philanthropist or something or be charitable? You can't have elitism
Keem,
in that world, in that realm.
Keem, how come you clearly she's trying her hardest to help the black community with education and yet you were putting her on your Instagram trolling her,
through.
making a mockery. Why is that?
Okay, my response to that is when you disrespect somebody who has a talking point and don't allow them the floor to be understood, not just heard, but understood, respond to them respectfully, then you could have a situation where somebody gets disgruntled or upset and wants to make attacks on you because this is supposed to be a floor where we're heard. When I talk to you or talk to this brother Showdown, I respond to
I
everything y'all say. I
just
comment on the
accept other
words you
people's
use. I don't
perception.
disregard what you say and go talk about fire
No,
trucks.
but you
So again, you said
about
you
other
want to
black people at
entertain, you want
the
to
same time,
teach the
and
people,
that's not
but yet why do you put down
self-expression.
Mimi
That's
if you
what
want
my
to
platform is
entertain?
for. This is y'all platform. I don't come here to do anything but, talk to y'all. On my platform is edutainment
But
and antagonism.
what are the things you like to teach people from your
I
words?
like animal facts. I like to bring up black history. I like even doing, you can go through my page. I got to do useless facts, animal facts. I call it couch geographics.
Why are you
And I teach people how to.
why are you talking about my boy Joe Biden?
Joe Budden's a freak boy now.
You never slept walk before?
My mother's a sleepwalker, and one of my closest friends, Lee Granville, was a sleepwalker. And let me tell you something about sleepwalkers. The moment they bump into something, they wake up. The
No,
moment they touch a doorknob, the
I've locked
moment
myself.
they
I
touch
walked
a
out of my own
doorknob,
house.
they wake up.
I walked
That
out of my
nigga
own
was
house
on
in my
drugs.
underwear. In my
That
underwear.
nigga
Sober.
was on drugs, bro. He was on drugs, walking around naked like a freak boy, bro, and you know it.
Maybe. It's possible.
How the door
So no,
get open? How
I
you
know.
sleepwalk and
No,
get the door open?
I've slept walk out my house in my underwear. Like I wake up and I'm on my door. It's happened. It can happen.
Your door was open.
No, two doors. I have two doors in my house. Like both of them were closed. I don't sleep with my doors open,
You
wide
was a
open.
freak boy too, bro. What type of drugs you was off of, bro?
I don't do drugs.
My mother's a sleepwalker. I never seen her open the door. I seen her like
Okay,
go use the bathroom at night and then
so
get caught in limbo in between the
so
bathroom and the
Yo,
bedroom. I seen that a million
Keem.
times.
I will say that there are levels to sleepwalking.
yeah,
Trust me. Like
you've never seen a
Right.
sleepwalker, a
there
real
are levels.
sleepwalker.
So
I've
some
never
people are
sleepwalker.
just that. There are levels to it.
Yeah.
So that I have to chime in there. Like there are people who will drive to the store in
What?
sleep mode, and they're like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
So
So
Keem, so
I
Keem,
I had to chime in there. Like there are
I'm
levels
just
to it.
used to seeing my mother in limbo in between the bathroom and her bedroom,
Yeah.
and she's
yeah.
just like stuck. Like,
Uh,
Ma.
she,
There
she's a level 2 sleepwalker.
we go.
Okay. There we go.
Some people
Okay.
are level 6, 7, 8,
This
9. It goes up from
Okay.
10.
okay.
Maybe she's a light level 3. So for back to what you're saying, like you like to, so essentially what you're saying is that you want to teach people, but you don't want to teach people because you're a degenerate and you shouldn't be a leader, but yet you
I
want
didn't
to
say that. You
entertain.
said that. Those
I
are
think
your words.
it's
That's your words. Don't
that's
try
for
to
the
paint
record.
my narrative. I speak too well for that.
So when someone tells you something that you said back to them, you
A
don't agree because you're wrong.
degenerate can
It
teach,
just
so
didn't
you can't.
happen. You know who does
So, all
that? Donald
right,
Trump.
let me help
Donald
you out
Trump
real
does
quick
that.
because let me help you out real quick. No, he doesn't.
Yes,
This is what you're doing.
yes, he does.
I already disproved that you can be. Excuse me, I take that back. I already proved that anybody can teach. So if you continue the narrative that I don't want to teach when those words never came out my mouth, That's you pushing a
I mean,
narrative. It won't work with
you did that after you
it
got put
won't
back in the
work,
corner.
bro. You gotta stop that shit.
You
It
had
don't
to
work.
adapt to the situation to say that, though.
No, I didn't.
We caught you in a
You're
circle,
too
sir.
busy trying to. It doesn't work on me,
What,
bro, because I know how to have conversations.
what am I
You
trying to
can't.
do?
All right, let's
What
You're
am I
go.
trying
trying
to
to do,
play
Keem?
words. You're trying to play word semantics to get me to commit to contradicting myself, but it doesn't work because I
I mean,
want. I'm just too smart.
we can
I'm just
just
too
play it
smart.
back. You said that you can't even leave your house. You can't even leave your house. You said because
Yeah,
you're
but
just
that's
gonna throw hands,
you pushing your
but you can't
narrative. That
fight.
can
You
mean a
can't
million
fight,
things.
but you're gonna
You
throw
heard what I said,
hands.
right? You heard what I said, right?
What you say?
Listen, when I say
What
I
you
can't
say?
leave the house, that could mean so much different things. You can't push a narrative. See, you're not deep enough to have any form of conversation when you're too busy trying to make somebody look bad. This is where it comes in bad for you. Because me saying I don't even want to leave the house can mean a million things.
I told you I wanted the best for you. I didn't want to make you look bad, bro.
No, I'm just
Why would
saying,
you say
like,
something
you're
like that?
doing
See,
bad, bro.
and
You're doing bad.
when I
Sometimes
told
you
you I
gotta
want bad,
yield
you
when
said you
you're
didn't want to hear
actually.
it.
I'm just saying, I can still hear it. You can keep going. It's not working. There's people listening. There's others
Yeah,
watching.
we can
I'm
just play it right back and just
out what
and
you're
dive
doing
into
as
it.
you're doing it.
What am I doing? What am I
I'm
doing, King?
sure they agree.
What am I doing?
You are playing you're playing semantical
In
games to try to
which
get
way?
me to commit. See, I'm not even able to finish my sentence. You asked me what am I
Calm
doing?
down, King.
I
Calm
gotta
down.
finish what I'm saying.
Calm
Let
down,
me
King. Take
finish
a deep
what
breath.
I'm saying. I'm calm. You asked me what you're doing. This is what you're doing. You're playing semantical games to try to get me to commit to making a contradiction for absolutely no reason beyond your understanding. And if you actually have a conversation with me, you'll realize your questions are being answered properly. You're
They're
just
not
not
though.
used to the answers.
It's not
You're
accurate.
not.
You're flip
I'll
flopping.
take that back. You're
You're
not
adapting.
prepared. You're not
I'm not
prepared.
prepared. I'm not
You're
prepared.
not
You're like a chameleon.
prepared.
You're adapting to each situation. Like you're a
You're a
degenerate, but you're a
narrative.
teacher. You're a
Your
degenerate.
narrative.
You're a teacher.
You
You're
can
like
be
the
a
jack of all trades.
degenerate teacher. All right, let me ask you a question. And this is not short answer. If you try to answer this short, I know you're full of shit. I want you to give me 3 supporting facts why a degenerate can't give somebody a teachable moment.
Can I read the definition of a degenerate?
You don't have to. He already did. I asked him to give me 3 supporting facts on how a degenerate can't give somebody a teachable moment. With the summary, please.
I think the best way for a degenerate to give someone a teachable moment is actually what you do is you look at degenerates, and that's what you don't do.
No. That
They
okay.
can teach you not
So you
what
couldn't
to
answer.
do.
You couldn't commit to answering the question.
So
Thank you.
with your logic, honestly, people will look at you and figure out what not to do and not to take your advice. Is what you're saying, just based on the definition of a degenerate. Like I said, I don't think you're a degenerate, but you're saying you're a degenerate. By saying you're a degenerate, that means we shouldn't listen to you because we don't listen to degenerates. The black community should never listen to degenerates. But
Why
you
is that?
don't want to live. But you either you do or you
Why is
don't
that?
want to uplift the black community. Because
I say
before
it's
you're like, oh, Black
twofold.
Power, there was Martin Luther King this, Martin Luther King
Shogun
that. Then
saying
all of a
something.
sudden,
He's
oh, I'm
saying
not
something.
Black Panther.
Just I say
Show,
it's twofold.
Showdown saying something.
Like in
Showboat saying
terms
something.
of the term degenerate, like you can look at somebody who's a degenerate and they're not doing nothing and they're not contributing anything and say you don't want to be like that. Then on the flip side, you can look at a degenerate who's been through, like you've been through jail, prison, everything, and be like, yo, this is what I did. I can still teach you not to do this or do something else, but at the end of
Correct.
the day, I did what I did. Like we brought up
All right.
homelessness. Like
So
homeless person, a crack addict could be like, hey, don't play in traffic. Oh, you're a crackhead. I'm not gonna listen to you.
right,
But
but I'm going based on what he's telling us. I'm not going based on that. That's a good example.
I know.
But everything that he said leads to the fact that
What
he's full of shit.
I get,
You know what I mean?
what I'm getting, but
Because
what
You
I'm
give
getting
us
from
3
Keem,
supporting. Can you give us 3 supporting facts how that's true and articulate it well, college level?
wait, I thought you don't believe in college.
I'm asking you to give us 3 supporting facts of how I'm full of shit. Please
Everything that you
articulate
said.
it.
Everything you
No,
said, bro.
you're gonna have to articulate it and make it make sense to us.
Well, okay. So you're talking about how you can't leave the
Don't be
house,
short-winded.
how you're gonna punch people. You're talking about how you're ready to throw your life away. And then and in the one hand you're like, hey, I want to teach people only when we put you in the corner. But prior to that, you're like, I'm not here to do anything. I'm just here to antagonize people. You're
Well, I will
contradicting, and
respond.
you're not.
I
Is
will
anyone watching?
respond.
This is an example of what not to do.
Okay,
especially
so
for the uplifting
my
the black
response
community.
is my response is
What's your
that
response?
you're
No,
framing that.
no, I want it
Okay, I
college
don't
level
get
though. Can you give
to
it to me college
respond.
level?
He's afraid of me responding. I think when I speak that I put fear in people because it's like, why
Yeah.
do I got to get cut off when I'm responding? So I
The
think what
Trump
you're
treatment,
doing is,
the Trump method. That's what they call it.
I
The
mean, I would
madness.
like to speak. Okay, so what you're doing is you're framing these words in your context. You're taking it the way you want. You could have asked me to elaborate on each one of those situations, but you're trying to frame it into a certain bubble so that way you can push your narrative. That's how you perceive it. English is a very difficult language. We can
So
both
when you look at it
say
square,
two words. We can both say, I'm not done. We can both say two words and actually mean two different things. So this is easy to do. This is literally manipulating people. And this is what the left and the right both do.
yeah,
They try to create narratives
right,
to make their story look like it's true. But when somebody's calm and used to this shit already, it just becomes routine. This
yeah.
is what you're doing.
Again, like when Trump says he wants to build a wall, he wants to build a wall. Sometimes it is what it is. We're just going based on your words, my friend. Sometimes it is a
No,
spade is a
that's
spade, a circle
another
is a circle,
narrative.
a square is a square. How's that a
Well, okay,
narrative?
let's ask a second opinion. Instead of us arguing, right? Let's ask the people in the audience and let's ask Shogo.
I
And
think I
Mimi is
think
a bit biased with you, so we won't ask Mimi because she's biased. So we'll ask Shogo and we'll ask the audience, is what you're trying to do working? And is if what you're saying true? We'll just do that.
Okay. What I say is this: how Keem is explaining himself, I could see that it's not coming off the way that Justin, you're taking it in. So it almost comes off as it's ignorant, it's one track minded, and I get your aspect of that. On the flip side, because how he's expressing it and explaining it, because it's not coming across to you, it sounds ignorant. When really, I kind of understand what he's saying. I may not agree with him or his tactics 100%, but I kind of understand where he's getting at. In terms of there is
Let him
no
speak.
end goal for Keem. There is no end goal. There is no grand
correct.
scheme. There is no plot. There is no I'm gonna stop doing this at the end of the rainbow.
So
This is what it is. I'm gonna do this. Take it or leave it.
exactly.
It is.
So at the end of the day, it's
So
empty calories when you just don't listen to him.
no.
He's
It's
not
not
saying
empty
nothing.
calories. His tactics may
That's an
be
ad
off-putting.
hominem attack on me.
No,
Jealousy because the dark skinned person's intelligent. It's
well,
a deep
let's
rooted
not
I thought
go
you
pain.
there.
said you
Let's not
It's
were
a
go there.
deep
stupid.
rooted pain.
I thought you said you were
It's a
uneducated.
deep
What?
rooted. It's a deep rooted pain that's in the light skinned community. I deal with it a lot. Black men aren't allowed
Let's
to
not
be
get into the
articulate.
colorism. Let's not get into colorism.
Yo, we
Yeah,
know who does
triggered
that?
him. It
Trump.
triggered him.
The first thing Trump does is resort to unhobbing this angry attacks just for calling him out on his bullshit. He
I
backed
don't
this
know
man
why
in the
you keep
corner and he's talking
saying
about
Trump.
skin
I'm not
tone,
offended by that. I'm
like
not
skin
offended by
tones
that,
matter.
bro. I'm
It's
not
not for you.
offended
It's for the people.
by that,
It's for the
bro.
people watching. It's for the people watching.
The colorism game, let's not get into that. And Keem, it's not so much you triggered me, but it's like
No, I triggered
you're
him.
not trying to be
I triggered
malicious.
him.
No,
I
You
triggered
triggered the
Keem,
light skinned man in the
him.
you're
corner.
not Keem, you're not trying to be malicious. You're just being antagonistic.
Listen,
So I get where you're coming from.
listen.
But
I'm biracial. You can't hit me with colorism. I know I'm what a color. Like I know what color I am.
Biracials are the
Like,
worst. Y'all be so
you
confused.
know what I'm saying? Like I know what tint tone. Like I'm not
Biracials
gonna
be
be
so
upset,
confused.
but you should also be comfortable in your own skin, though.
You said what?
Anyway, you should also be comfortable in your own skin. But
I
overall, Keem,
am.
I'll say this.
I am.
I'm saying
The
in generalizing. Hit dogs
world is
holler.
at a
Listen,
disadvantage.
hit dogs holler. I was saying in general, and mostly
Man,
speaking to light skinned people.
I'm a
But
dark skinned man
hit,
with a mind. The world is in my hand. I'm the dangerous one. I'm not.
okay,
I don't got nothing to lose. If I make anybody who's college educated look stupid, I'm the winner. You
yeah,
can't let this. You can't let this degenerate in life do better than you. So as long as I don't have much to strive for, like greatness is buying a house for me. That's winning.
yeah.
Greatness is a Rolex, a car,
How's a Rolex?
fucking
How the
some
fuck is a
bitches.
Rolex? How's a Rolex? You don't go fuck a bitch. You can just go pay for a prostitute, which
All
means nothing.
spectrum, all perspective, all
It's like AIDS or
All right,
some
perspective.
Keem,
shit.
You all
your topic of
perspective.
the day. What did you want to bring up? I think we all brought up a topic.
Yeah.
What do you want to bring up?
What's a hot button issue for you, bro?
A hot button issue for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah.
Black people making subscriptions to political parties in the modern climate.
You see, he's just trying to trick.
I
He's
think
just trying.
I think nah, for real though.
Negative.
I think that we need to bring
This
some.
nigga.
Nah, I think we need to bring some reality. You can laugh all you want, but I think we need to bring some reality to what we were doing before our leaders got taken out. Like the same people who you glorified, the left, are the people who were offended by the over the mountaintop speech. They were the people that was mad at Martin Luther King when he spoke out against capitalism.
You know
They
what all
were
those
the
people
people.
are? They're at the
Hold on,
right
let me
right
finish.
now.
Let me finish. They
Stop,
were
calm
the
down.
people. They were the people who finally put in the hit to get him killed. The right been wanted him dead. The right was like, you been should have killed that nigger. The left is who killed Dr. King. The left sent Edgar J. Hoover to send the class action law sweep against all black groups like the Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, etc. That's the left that did that. You want me to fuck with the left?
Right?
They killed Dr. King.
We already told.
They killed
I don't want
X.
to keep bringing up. I already told you how the Democrats.
I'm just saying, I don't rock with the left. They
There
killed
was
my
the
homies.
Southern Democrat. There was the Northern Democrat. The Southern one was the
Listen,
racist ones. I told you that.
Nigga, anything white is racist because you are benefiting from racism. All white people are racist by the definition. The word don't mean evil.
No.
The word don't mean the
I think
word
we all
don't
agree
mean
there should be more black
evil.
people in politics. I think we all can agree with that, right?
I think we need our own politics. We need our own
We can't
political party.
make our
Like Diddy
That
said.
in this.
that would be
Just
putting a
like
black
Diddy
person in
said
politics.
before.
Okay, you
I
can't quote
don't
Diddy.
want no left
One rule:
party. I
you
want
can't quote
the
Diddy.
black. I want the black.
Don't quote Diddy. Don't
We
quote
need
Diddy.
two black parties. We need a black socialist movement and we need a black conservative movement. And we need to consult and argue with each other. That's what we need. Fight amongst each other, work, build
You know what?
community, and build more political.
I think we should. I think we need to get Candace Owens in here. Try to get
I'm just keeping it real. How are we
Candace
going to disrespect
Owens.
all of our legends, though? You know the Black Panthers were socialists, right? Martin Luther King was a socialist. Malcolm X was a socialist. A lot
Right.
of socialist black people. There's not much liberal black leaders. I can count them.
No.
It might have been Frederick Douglass and W.E.B. Du Bois. They might have
Socialism
been
falls.
might
Socialism
have been liberal.
is the left.
Might.
Socialism is the
Democrats
left.
like social.
Far left. Yeah,
Far
like see,
left.
so this gentleman is just saying things like the point I was trying to make before. Like,
What are you talking about?
I think
What are
you
you
have
talking
a
about?
great message.
I'm not just saying things.
I think you have a
I'm not just saying
phenomenal
things.
energy.
Yo,
Calm down.
Shogun, please
Calm down.
fix
Shobo.
Chobo, please fix his critique because I did not
What
say
do you
that
mean? We
socialism
can't take it by
wasn't
yourself.
left.
You need to put someone else in, bro. Can you
Because
finish my sentence?
I said we need a black conservative. I'm trying to correct you because
what he's saying is actually factual when it comes to the history of liberals and black culture. To be honest, it may not
there's
be
nothing you can critique
worldwide.
that I said.
It may not be worldwide news because obviously, like I said, the Republican Party, they know where they stand. They don't hide who they are. They don't like us, and that's fine. The liberals, a lot of them will play like they like us, play they're in our best interest, but then they'll be doing some shady shit that goes underneath, and we don't find out until years later. So when he said that he wants a two-party system where it's a new with a black, it's just black conservative and black what do you say
Left
socialist.
socialist.
That takes out the whole economic dispersion when it comes to black people, because if all parties are black, let's get down to the real
But
issues.
can we live in reality? That's not where we're living at.
We have to start.
I think we need to
This is
unify
reality.
first. I think we need to
White
unify
people
first.
do this. White people in Europe and Rome, they fought for more political parties. They fought to get rid of imperialism. White people historically fight for their rights, and they do not put up with shit from the government. White people do not put up with shit from government. If they want something done, they'll kill for it.
That's why
they
January
will die
6th
for
happened.
it.
That's why January 6th happened.
Die for it. And that's what black people used to be on. We used to die for shit. Like, nah, fuck that. I'll die. That's what we used to be on, but now we pussy.
I wouldn't say we pussies, but I would say that they made an example. Anytime we stood up for something, they would destroy that. So psychologically, I would say that we're detained. Psychologically, we're detained.
And we don't know what happened to our leaders. And nobody thinks they're skeptical. They all died around the same time, right around when Edgar J. Hoover passed that class action shit for every black group in the country to be dismantled.
Of course. Yeah.
Right after Dr. King was like, yo, these Democrats ain't helping us, bro. They really ain't helping us. Maybe we need to allocate our votes and put them somewhere else. As soon as he said that, he died 5 hours later. Nobody thinks there's something crazy about that.
Well, we're not taught this. That's the problem. We're not taught this. So
problem is
the man spoke out against capitalism and
you
died.
don't even vote.
You would be so much better if you just contained it and directed it to the right place and not at Mimi and anyone who has a voice that
Yo, Mimi,
you don't like. Or...
I love her, but on this internet, it's a battle.
Yeah.
It's like
We need to
Pokemon.
start voting. Shovo, you haven't voted, right?
no.
All right.
Just because historically I've seen that there's nothing tangible. And
But you want reparations.
it's like, oh, if you what'd you say?
You want reparations. You want to see that. You want to be alive for that day to come.
I want what was promised. They never promised it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So that should be a huge start.
Right.
And it's never on the table. It's always, we'll talk about it later. Let's deal with something else. And it's like,
I want what was
this is the
documented.
elephant in the room. We talked about this. This is the elephant in the room that continues to get ignored. And the next thing, obviously, is police reform.
If we're not even voting, we're not going to get nothing. We're not getting
But
nothing.
here's the thing. What are we
You're not
voting
asking
for?
them-
We're not going to get anything by not voting because we're going to just...
Do you vote at all? Like anyone? Like any like... Let's say that marijuana... Do you smoke weed?
Huh?
Here and there,
I switched to edibles.
Edibles. Okay, marijuana, right? Let's say that Rhode Island wasn't legal and your vote mattered to go worry about that legislation.
I would still do it. Whether it's legal or not, I'm still getting high.
Go to jail.
The American way.
Decriminalize it. Decriminalize it.
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Them decriminalizing it is fucking up the bag for a lot of niggas. Fuck them.
It's twofold.
I like it illegal.
Listen, nothing's better than a nice drug dealer weed to this day.
Here
we all know that.
Here's the thing: they didn't decriminalize it because it was the right thing to do. They decriminalized it because there's money behind it. So mind you, mind you, if you got a weed man that you know his shit is real. Now you go to the dispensary, you don't know what they're putting in those things. Is it convenient? Yes, to go to the dispensary, get what you need. Yes. Is it more potent? Sure. But you don't really know what's in that.
Again, that can be said both ways. Actually, one's even more where there's more regulations up the ass, like
I was gonna say,
than all in the dispensaries.
You
go like that.
Things are regulated, and we find out they're bad for us.
I think. Okay, here's my opinion. I think as people, we're so caught up into that hurt of things that's happened in the past that we're really afraid to like go there and try to make a change, and we're just looking for excuses, Like
you're looking for excuses. Yeah. You don't even care about the motherfucking Panthers.
Of course I do.
I don't even respect people who study the Panthers and Dr. King. Study them until you know their whole life.
Sir,
know their whole life.
They turn in their grave.
You're
disrespecting their legacy.
You said what?
Disrespecting their legacy.
They would
respect
me more than you, though. They would respect me more than you.
They wouldn't, though.
They would.
Absolutely not. No.
Politically, they would.
No. They wouldn't.
And I'm like stronger. Like I'm willing to die. I would go to a protest with them back in South.
You're like a little kamikaze pilot.
You hide with your white mama. You would hide with your white mama.
You're like a little kamikaze pilot. With the little thing, just throwing your life away for no reason, with no cause.
If all black people were voting every 2 years, we would have had so many black Congress people. We could have had that. We would have had reparations.
Hold on, can I make this point? Can I make this point? Can y'all go research the most? I want y'all to study the election that had the most black voters, and I want you to use the same narrative that you're creating right now with that election, because there were some elections where black people voted through the roof. Maybe you should go back because it was recent history.
I didn't get
Obama will be a good example. And guess what happened?
We had one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. We had one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. We had a fake nigga.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't watch it. This is the type of shit. Niggas can't get out there.
He was one of the worst presidents. He didn't do shit for us. That
Yeah.
makes you one of the worst. The fact that you're black and you didn't sign nothing for blacks only while you was in there, you didn't do one thing. And they started killing mad niggas when you got in office. They started murdering little 17-year-old black dudes, killing teenagers, and
You
you
know the
didn't get
body
up and
cameras.
say
The
nothing.
body
You
cameras.
didn't get on a podium and use your words. Fuck
Yeah.
Obama.
So he's just spreading misinformation. Obama definitely implemented, again, like a lot of what he can do has affected more than one group for sure.
Mexicans
But
and
he definitely
gays,
did a
yeah, he
lot
helped them a lot.
you only could do so much,
He
especially with the
helped
people behind him.
minorities. He helped minorities, not
Yeah.
niggas.
Yeah.
I
He
need
helped
black only
society.
bill.
He
Listen,
did
I need a
though.
black
black only
only
is
cop
great.
bill.
Black only is
Remember what you
great,
said about
but
the cop bill? I need a
this country senses
police
black people,
class action
unfortunately.
bill for blacks only. We're keeping the black deaths from the police department under 10%, or niggas is getting fired and losing money. I want that signed. That signed.
I
The
agree.
quota. 10 nigga minimum. You kill
And
more than 10
and
niggas in
so
your
many
city, y'all
Republicans,
lose y'all
he
funding.
can't get that done without Republicans signing off on it, though. Unfortunately, and a lot of Republicans vetoed
That's
that.
what I'm trying to tell you.
There was a
Funding
bill
everything. Like,
that
how
Show
you
it.
have this
Show the receipts because you got the computer right
huge
there.
ass number.
No,
Like,
show
all
that
it
receipt
is
because I need to
you
know that.
which
now,
part? Which portion?
I'm not even
now,
challenging you. I'm not
Obama did
challenging you. I need you to pull that up and show it to me because
Which
I didn't know
portion?
that he tried to sign a bill that was specifically for black people not getting killed by police. I didn't know that. Show me,
What? Let's do the research.
please.
like
Did you know that, Shobo?
See, you have to learn.
He never. I never saw this bill, but
You got to show me receipts,
what
baby.
bill?
This alleged bill for the police department to stop killing niggas.
Who Obama did that?
I don't know. I never heard of
He's
that.
the one that put the body cams on the
Yeah,
police with
yeah.
lowered.
I looked up.
but here's the thing: body cams.
He was an
Don't get me
officer for that?
wrong.
Oh my God!
Don't
See?
get me wrong. The body cam situation, it definitely
helped,
shed a bigger light. But at the end of the day, they still do what they do.
But now there's
Or
accountability.
we lost the footage. Or whatever.
And then they lose their job at the bare minimum before they weren't getting shit. It takes. Unfortunately, what happened is you get someone like Obama who put a lot of different changes in, and then the next person's Trump, and then we got Biden, and then he did what he did. Some changes, some not changes. Now we're getting Trump again. Like,
just goes to prove that this political system, it is what it is.
But at least he
It's
tried.
never. It's
And
never.
there's never been an impact like Obama.
Did he do that? Can you show me the receipts? I need to know that for a fact, bro. I'm not just believing it.
Yeah, Obama did the sentencing reform. Obama signed the Fair Sentencing Act in 2010, reducing the disparity between sentences for crack cocaine used more in black communities and powder. He commuted the sentences of over 1,700 nonviolent drug offenders, more than any previous president. Police reform. He established the task force on the 21st century policing in 2015 to improve relations between law enforcement and minority communities after incidences like the death of Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and Eric Garner. Promoted the use of body cameras and better training for police officers. Those were all the things that Obama did for police
Well,
reform.
here's my
Things are still.
only critique. I only have one critique on it.
Yeah.
1,700, and listen, there's 45 million black people, 3 million inmates. 1,700 cases,
So you're not
you
happy
got a lot more work to do. And I don't care if you're the most in president history because they've all been racist white crackers in office. So that's
like
not,
You know
that's
what?
not saying nothing.
So
That's not
listen,
saying nothing.
not to like Obama.
I need more. I need
Keem,
more.
it seems like to me, unfortunately, you've
Respectfully.
gotten done dirty in certain ways, and you have a different perspective. And I
Why
think
are
that you're
you
broken,
adding
my friend.
homonyms? Why are you trying to speak on somebody's life you don't know?
See, no,
Just because I don't agree with you.
I'm
I
very
don't agree with you.
perceptive.
You don't have to try to tell me my life. I can articulate my life,
Keem,
brother.
I'm a very perceptive. I'm good on psychology. I can see it, bro.
I
And I just want
care,
better
bro.
for
You
you, my
can be
friend.
good at psychology. You're not a psychologist, okay? And I don't agree with you.
Right.
And I don't think Obama did enough for black people at all, making him one of the worst because you share my view, but you don't help our view.
Obama,
You get it? That's why he's one of the
I
worst.
just said
I expect a
group chat.
racist cracker to be a racist cracker. I
You know
expect
what's crazy?
Woodrow Wilson to be Woodrow Wilson. I expect Donald Trump to be Donald Trump. Obama
You know,
had an opportunity to do something different.
It's actually a Trump talking support. It's actually a false claim by Trump that Obama had never tried to fix police brutality. So you're really just hearing things and not really looking into it.
Hearing
And
things
just
from what?
ignorance is going to be like the death
Where am I
of the
hearing
black
it from?
people.
Where am I hearing
Listen,
it from?
I'm
Why are
not
you
like
telling
Mimi,
me?
and I'm not going to tell
But
people just to vote
why are
blindly.
you telling me
But
where
we
I'm
need
getting
to really
information from?
educate ourselves and look into things. And
Why
we
are you
need to
telling me
sometimes
where
make
I'm getting
compromises to make
information from?
solutions.
So you're not
Why are you
that
telling me
he
where
did
I'm getting information
earlier.
from?
Showboat
You
was
don't
asking
know.
me about police reform that
Do you know
Um,
it's black people who
name
actually push
specific
this
things
narrative?
that Obama, a black president, actually did.
No, but do you know it's not just Trump
Right?
that this
I'm looking
We're
it
talking
pro-black,
up.
about Trump.
this
Obama's done
pro-black.
more than I
Let me
thought.
finish that sentence. I'll shut up
Obama's
right
doing
after
more than
this.
I thought.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go.
name multiple black men who pushed the narrative that Obama didn't do shit for us. Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar
Pussy.
Johnson.
Okay, pussy. Keep going.
I'm not
Full of shit.
Omar
judging the characters.
wrong.
I'm just
Completely
naming.
wrong.
I'm naming the people.
Yeah.
And I'm
Where's
not
the
saying
school?
What's
Where's the
his
school
name?
he's a fucking
did
fraud. Keep
Brother
going.
Rizza Islam. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
multiple
Black
speakers,
Israelite.
multiple
Keep going.
people. I named three
Yo.
people, bro.
Lunatic.
That's more than
Lunatic.
enough.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm tearing them down. Lunatic. Keep
I
going.
understand. But when you do that, you're just being dismissive, and that's not any
I'm
form
not.
of engagement. There's
I
black
think
people.
honestly,
Listen, bro. My greater point is there are multiple black people in the black community who consider themselves conscious, Pan-Africanist or Hebrew Israelite or whatever they are, right? Whatever sect or group they're in, they dislike
okay, but
Obama. This is nothing new. As a
you're
matter of fact, it
not
happened.
gonna
As a matter
you're
of
just
fact,
gonna
the
go with
great.
whatever
Let
they
me finish.
say.
Let me.
Why
The
don't
yeah.
last
you
A
part.
lot of
just
them are
fact check
frauds.
anything
A
that
Last
lot of
part.
them are
I know
frauds,
y'all are
and I
unfortunately.
triggered,
and
but I
you
gotta say
persuade
this.
me to believe
I
anything.
gotta
I
say
always
this
fact
because
check
this is common
everything.
sense. The great writer Aaron Magruder of the cartoon show The Boondocks also had a large critique on
Okay, all
Oh
you're
Obama.
doing
yeah.
is saying
Okay,
about people that
and
don't know Obama.
he
But
hold
you
on. It was a
can't sit here and
precursor.
tell
It
me
was a
that
pre. Let
I'm
me finish the
lying
last
about the
part so I
facts
can
that
mic
are in
drop
front
it.
of me that Obama
I
did.
want to finish this
And
last
you
part
can't
so I can
even
mic
say
drop.
nothing because it
I
was great. He did great things and you know it. And you can't even give that
can't
man
let me.
a
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
answer.
It's a
respond. Let me
Fuck
shame.
say that
that.
after. Say that
It's a
Give
shame.
after.
Obama his
Say that
flowers.
Martin
after.
Luther King and the Black
Let
Panthers
me
are
He
mic
turning in
did.
their
drop.
grave right now.
He
It's
did a
sad
lot.
hearing
I'm
you.
not offended by that. So let me finish.
Yeah, it's fine.
The
I'm really
great
not.
Aaron Magruder had a prediction on his cartoon series, The Boondocks, about how black people would fall in love with this idea of Obama being president. You can watch this episode. And then later on, that we will find out it's going to be nothing, that we get nothing in return, that we was left salted, that no change happened. He predicted that in the episode, and then the echoes of that episode happened in the black community 10 and 15 years later.
Yeah.
This is not new. You can go on YouTube and look at many critiques from the black community on Obama. This is
What
not
does that
new.
got to do
Shovo, am I
with the
lying?
facts? You're just saying
Nah, it's
speculation.
facts. It's
I'm not
facts.
What
lying.
does that
It's
got to do with
facts.
the
We
facts?
getting our
You're missing the
What
information
does
from
that
point,
got
black
to
man.
people.
Here,
You're
here's the
missing the
My
thing.
point,
point
my
is we
brother.
not getting information
You
from
guys are
Trump
just so
supporters.
jaded.
We
You
was
Here's
guys
the
are just
thing.
critiquing
so
Here's the
jaded.
Obama
thing.
before
So
Trump.
Guys,
jaded.
guys.
It's
Before
sad.
Trump, we was critiquing
Obama,
Obama.
different?
Obama was a symbol for change. He wasn't change in and of itself, and
He
that's
was
the
changed.
problem.
Yeah,
That's the
no.
Obama
problem.
He did
created
so much.
Affordable Care
He was.
Act.
What are you talking about,
Don't
bro?
get me wrong.
He did so
And on
much.
top
He
of that,
He
wasn't
did
evil.
and
He
more to
wasn't a
do. He
bad
could
guy,
done.
but he was a symbol.
he did
As a, he did
multi-billion
more
dollars
for presidents
in
for the
that.
black people than anyone, and he doesn't even have the power to do that much. The president only has a certain amount of power.
So here's the thing. If he didn't have the power to do so, we can all agree that he didn't do a good job. If he
No,
He
didn't
he
have
did a
the
did
good
power
job.
to
a
Oh,
execute,
job,
he did a
but you
great
want him to
job, a
have
phenomenal job.
reparations, and that's impossible.
The problem is you're
that's one of
getting
the things that can make a tangible impact on the black community. Number two is police reform. Not just, oh, let me sign
he
this
did.
bill, but it has to be enforced. Things weren't never enforced. Things actually intensified.
They did.
Even with the body
No,
cameras, things
no.
seem to intensify because
You
now
only
we can
say that
see
way
what they're
because
doing.
you only say that
All the
because there's
body
body
cams
cameras. There's a lot of
all
things
the
that
body
wouldn't
cams
happen
did
if there
was
was no body
highlight what
cam.
we already knew. That's all they
Bro, they
did.
started killing us
No,
more.
I feel like
No,
Facts.
The
we're just
90s, they
arguing
wasn't
too
killing us
more.
that
Well,
much.
we
They
I
we
feel
started
like
didn't
killing
see
us
that's not true.
more.
argument
we,
None of these are
we
true.
we didn't see as much. I
is
will say that we didn't see as
exactly
much,
There's
but
so
I
many
feel like
things
the
that's
body cams
happened.
highlighted more
There's so
of
much
what we
way
already
more.
knew.
things that's happened
Outrage.
with the body cams that you like. with no body cams, people were getting lynched. Okay,
People are still getting lynched with body
You know,
cams.
not the
Is what
same
I-
way, and
Like,
not the same.
What I'm
way.
getting at, is with the body cams, that's only one part. Now it's about what do we do afterwards? Well, they were justified. Well, you saw he was reaching for something, so the cop thought he'd feel for his life. There's so many intricate things that they can do. The body cam, it helps, but if they don't follow suit with it, like it's like, oh well, we saw no fault.
A lot of
And
this is
that's what I
also the
have the
South
aggression
too.
with.
This is a lot of this is based on a really racist.
No, some of this happened up
Nigga,
north too. There's some
what? Every major city
So-
in America.
So let me give you
Baltimore.
a good example.
Baltimore's not the
Yeah,
South.
that's true. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Chicago,
Chicago,
LA. Come on, bro. Detroit,
New
Philly,
York. The whole stop and
Wilmington,
frisk in New
Delaware,
York. The whole
Yeah,
stop
that's
and
Camden,
frisk
true.
move in
New
New York.
Jersey.
But I'm
Come
talking about
on.
a
It's the
hard
South
system
and
and
every city in the country. Every city in the South.
But I would
Every
say
city and
for
the
you
South.
to for us to just sit there and like critique our black leaders who's done stuff for the community and try to tear them down is just nasty, and that's the problem that a lot
I'm
of
sorry
people
that
we
Fred
have.
Hampton did more as a 21-year-old versus a president. I'm sorry a 21-year-old man did more than a 54-year-old president. I'm sorry. My
So
bad.
Fred Hampton
My bad that
crawled so Obama could walk.
my bad that cloakly start excuse me Kwame Ture. I don't like calling his other name. It ain't my fault Kwame Ture done more for the black community than Obama. It ain't my fault that Marcus Garvey done more for the black community than Obama. It ain't my fault that Dr. King and W.E.B. Du Bois and Frederick Douglass did more for the black